What's going on, you guys? Today is May 27th, 2026. I want to do a StreamYard video, so that way you guys, if you guys want to join the stream, you can just hit the link in the chat. Because every time I make a video, there's always a group of people saying that Gematria is useless for sports betting, that it's not profitable, that my Patreon is not profitable, that if I was really good at what I do, I wouldn't be making videos about it, whatever. And they're saying that if you know so much, why you're not a millionaire and stuff like that. Because I hear these same comments over and over again, and it doesn't matter how many times we come on here and we get correct predictions. People are always gonna point out, the bumps in the road, right? The things that we got incorrect, and just dismiss the impressive resume that we've accomplished throughout the years, right? So I'm gonna let you guys come in the stream, and we're gonna have a respectful debate because I'm tired of the nonsense. My work really speaks for itself, and obviously, this is not something that I uncovered or discovered. You guys all know who I learned this from, but I gotten really good at it, and I think that's where the jealousy and the envy has come from the rest of the members of the community. They are upset that they cannot do the things that I can do. I think that's what it all boils down to. So that's why they spend most of their time trying to dismiss my accomplishments. Let me remind you guys that it was last year, before Game 7 was even played, we said in that video why the Oklahoma City Thunder was going to win multiple championships. I do think that they're going to win next year as well, in tribute to the Oklahoma City bombing once again, because they've been paying tribute to the Oklahoma City bombing since last year when they played the Pacers in the NBA Finals. Of course, Timothy McVeigh, who was responsible for the Oklahoma City bombing, was executed in Indiana. And this year they're paying tribute to September 11th, going against the New York team. Yeah, yesterday I did a live stream where I showed that on March 6, 2020, they had a massive tribute at the New York Knicks game where they had family members of some of the personnel who died during the September 11th attacks and the Oklahoma City bombing attend the pregame, and they had a big ceremony before the game started. And just think about that date, right? That game was on March 6th, on 3/6. Of course, Thunder equals 36. Think about when the finals is this year. It's on 3/6, the third day of the 6th month. So yeah, so they're paying tribute to the Oklahoma City bombing. They did it last year. They're doing it again this year. And like I said, 4/19, which is the date that the Oklahoma City bombing occurred, happens to be the 81st prime number, and next year will be the 81st NBA season. The reason we didn't get everything correct this year is because I was in the beginning of the playoffs. Actually, in the beginning of the season, I was only looking at the Kobe Bryant angle with the NBA Finals. And yes, there is a Kobe Bryant tribute, but that is not the main tribute. The main tribute is obviously the attacks of 9/11 and 4/19. But there is a Kobe layer to all of this, right? Because SGA, he is Kobe Bryant's protege. He was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, just like Kobe Bryant was. They were both traded on draft day to Los Angeles. Of course, Kobe went to the Lakers and SGA went to the Clippers. Both of them ended up winning their first championship against the same franchise, which was the Indiana Pacers. And of course, Kobe had his career high 81 points on January 22nd. And last year, on January 22nd, on the anniversary of that game, SGA scored 54 points, which became his career high at that time. And in Gematria, Kobe beating Bryant equals 54 and 81. You see, these are the type of things that we do over here to try to expose what's really going on, what's really behind the sports games. It's not necessarily about picking games right or correct. It's more about exposing what the ritual is. Even if the Knicks win the NBA Finals, it really doesn't matter. A lot of you are caught up on who wins or loses, and you guys are not caught up. You guys are not worrying about what really matters. Why are they paying tribute to an event that killed so many people? Why is that not the main topic? Why are you guys so concerned about, oh, you had the Pistons, oh, you had the Knicks, oh, you had the Cavs, and you're not even appreciating the fact that we are exposing these sick individuals on their wrongdoing? All I should be seeing in the chat and in the comment section is thank you, Arthur, for showing us what these people are up to, what they're paying tribute to. They're paying tribute to an event like 9/11 that killed over 2,000 people. They're paying tribute to a bombing in Oklahoma City that killed hundreds of people. And they're mocking you with the sports games. Yet everybody is concerned on whether or not the Thunder or the Knicks are going to win the NBA Finals. It is truly mind-blowing. And to answer the question, the title of the video is Gematria useful? How can it not be useful when it's helping you see through the wrongdoing? It's helping you see who's behind it, who's really behind it all. How is it not profitable when last year before Game 7, I am making a free video predicting the winner? And your response to that is, well, you don't get everything right. And I don't understand. Maybe you guys don't understand the definition of profit. In order to make profit, you don't have to win everything. Does that make sense? You don't have to go 100% to make profit. If you win 51% of your bets, guess what? You made profit. That was a profitable betting strategy because you was able to go 51%. Last year, well, this year in the NFL postseason, we went 65% of our bets. 65%. Keep in mind that we also hit a bunch of underdogs and prop bets that paid a lot of money. 65% is not profitable. The problem is a lot of you want us to go 100% because you're saying that if we have this knowledge, why are we not going 100%? That is the dumbest thing that you could even. I don't even know. I don't even think it's worth even answering that. Why don't we have all the pieces of the puzzle to a puzzle that we didn't create? It really shows how dumb people are in society. The fact that what was it, 3 years ago now, almost? Because September 11th. What year was that when we all did the gathering? It was probably 3 or 4 years now. The fact that it wasn't thousands of people out there, and there's thousands of people in this community. There was probably at most probably 20 people from the community at the site. Yeah, 3 years ago when we gathered up. Probably like 20 people out there. And shout out to those 20 people, but a community of thousands of people didn't show up for that one time a year to do something that really matters. This is why it's not. But this is why this community hasn't gone anywhere. But how can you say it's not useful? How can you say it's not profitable? Because I've made profit. If it wasn't profitable, my Patreon will have 0 Patreons on there. There will be 0 people there if it's not profitable. If my videos wasn't profitable, why so many people keep coming back to watch another one of my videos? And it's these same trolls. Like, if you why you gotta ask yourself, why are you watching something that's not profitable? Because I'm not entertaining at all. I don't make you laugh. I don't say jokes. I mean, there's nothing entertaining about my videos. This is probably why it doesn't get the views that it deserves. So I don't want to hear people saying that it's entertaining. I'm not doing anything to entertain you. You think saying that 419 is the 81st prime number, that's entertaining? There's nothing entertaining about that. That's educational, yeah. But it's not entertaining. The reason a lot of you come back is because you are learning, but there's a side of you that doesn't. I don't understand. I don't understand what's all this hate about. So I want you guys to come on the live stream, share your thoughts. I'm going to be as respectful as possible. I'm not going to interrupt anybody. I'm not going to speak over you. I want to hear your side of it. The Topsies of the world, the seafood, what is it, seafood Smo, who's always in the comment section. Join the stream today and tell us why you think Gematria is not profitable, why it's useless, why we are considered to be snake, what is it? A snake, oil snake, whatever that phrase is that you guys use. They keep using that word in my comment section. A snake oil salesman. Yeah, that's what it is. A snake oil salesman. That's what you guys consider me. And other people who supposedly do the same thing as I do. Even Sports Gematria, if you want to join us, you promised me an interview, you never did it. You didn't keep your word. I see you. I saw you write a comment saying that all the people who sell Gematria picks are fools. Why you don't come on the stream and have a discussion about it instead of making a video mocking the people who are trying to expose the wrongdoing? All right, so all of you who the guy Daylu in the comments who said you sell picks, so of course it matters. Okay, so come on the stream and tell us why you think that my Patreon is not profitable when we are hitting 65% of our bets, and that was just in the NFL playoffs. I made a video last year before Game 7 showing why the Thunder was going to win back-to-back championships. I actually said they're going to win back-to-back-to-back, but obviously we have to wait till next year to find that out, if my prediction is actually going to come through. But even if it doesn't, we hit 2 finals. We're about to hit 2 finals. Okay, let me guess. You guys still think the Spurs are going to come back and beat the Thunder? You don't think the Western Conference is going to pick up their 39th NBA championship against the 39 team? So even if we are wrong and they don't win next year, guess what? We still was able to nail the next 2 championships, because I made that video before Game 7 was even played. So if you're not making profit, it's because you're not intelligent enough. I put in a future in the beginning of the season for the Thunder to win the championship. I'm going to win that bet. We all won during Game 7 last year when they came out with the buses painted champions, Thunder champions. So how is it not profitable? I want you guys to explain this to me. Go ahead. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. Let me post it again. The link is in the chat. I want to hear what you guys have to say. Let me see if I can pin it so that way it can not disappear. Okay, so now it has been pinned as it's the top pinned comment in the chat. So let's hear why Gematria is useless and not profitable, even though we've continued to nail championships after championships. And I get it. We are not 100%, but I don't even think, Pope Francis is 100%. Think about it. If even one of these high Jesuits, right? If they didn't have the script in their hand, you think they'll be able to nail all this stuff? I don't even think they'll be able to do it. This stuff is so complex at times. At times, not all the time, but at times, it's complex. But we don't get no credit over here. All we get is just another one of these stupid comments that make no sense. People don't want to come on the stream and elaborate. They don't call in. They just make leave a bunch of emojis. LOL, laughing out loud. What happened to this team? What happened to that team? Blah blah blah, and ignore the fact that we are exposing these people like nobody else, like nobody else. Yeah, they just come back to hate. That's all they do. Come back to hate. Oh, he got it right. Let me bring up the fact that he had the Pistons and ignore that he had the Thunder to win the back-to-back championships. Let's just ignore that and let's just troll him with the Pistons pick. You guys are worrying about the Pistons when we are exposing the actual ritual. It doesn't matter. Like I said again, even if the Thunder doesn't win this year, we have successfully exposed what the ritual is. They're paying tribute to something very satanic, very sick, very deadly in America, something that happened in American history that killed hundreds and thousands of people. And we are connected it to the sports games, and we're showing without any doubts that the games are truly paying tribute to those events. There is no doubt that that last year the NBA Finals was synced up with the Oklahoma City bombing. There is no doubt about that. All right, so we got the first person here. Again, I'm not gonna interrupt you. Just be respectful, so we can have a nice conversation. And if, for example, if you say something, I'm gonna ask you to provide proof because I don't want you lying on my stream either. All right, so let's welcome the first guest.
Hello?
I don't know why I cannot hear you though.
Hello, hello.
Is your mic on?
Let me see one sec, Arthur. Can you hear me now?
All right, hold on, because I cannot hear you for some reason. I'm gonna remove you and then come back in because I can't hear you. All right, so come back in because I can't hear you. Can anybody else hear what that guy was saying? Because I wasn't able to hear him on my end. You guys heard him, but I can't. I wasn't able to hear him. All right, so come back, please, whoever that was, and So yeah, you guys can hear him. I can't hear him though. I don't know what I could do about that. All right, so I'm guessing. You know what? I'll play the stream. Hello?
Hey, you hear me now?
Yeah, I can't hear you for some reason.
What? Let me
Hmm.
see.
I know what I'll do. I'll listen to it on my phone. So I'll hear what you're saying on my phone. It's a delay, so just bear with me. Okay, so what's going on?
You can hear me now?
It's a delay, so just bear with me. Okay, so what's going on?
You can hear me now?
I can't hear you, but I'm listening to you through my phone.
Okay, yeah. So,
I can't hear you, but I'm listening
basically,
to
I've
you
been
through my
following
phone.
Gematria for a long time. Using it strictly for sports gambling. And with all due respect, bro, I personally don't think that it can be used to for sports gambling. I don't think that if you tracked it over a long term period over a year, I don't think that you would have. I think that it would be the same as flipping a coin. Let's just put it that way.
Hold on, because I gotta fix this audio, man. I don't like how it sounds. I'm thinking maybe I should do this on just regular YouTube, so you can just call in my phone and just have a conversation that way. What you guys
Yeah,
think?
whatever, however you want to do it. I'll call in. I'd definitely like to have a discussion. All
How can
respect.
I hear you? Hello?
Hey, you hear me now?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Okay, I'm sorry. I know what it was. It was a Bluetooth connected. Okay, I can hear you now. What's going on? Okay.
Okay. No, no, all good, all good. I don't know if you heard what I said before. So, I've been following Gematria for a long time, right? I enjoy numbers, so that's how I got into it. And, I strictly used it for sports gambling. That's it. Um, and, I think that if you tracked over a large sample size, using Gematria for sports gambling and maybe another method, I think that you'd probably have the same outcome as if maybe even if you flipped a coin. So that's where I think that you know it can be used, but I think you need to use other things also if you want to be a profitable sports gambler in this year.
Okay, you want to know what I think?
Go ahead.
I think that the problem that most people have in this community is that they want to bet every single day.
Absolutely, that's an issue.
Because let me tell you something. I did 3 bets this year,
Yep.
right? And I did 1 bet last year before the season started, which was the Thunder to win the championship. So altogether, I've done 4 bets, and it's been a lot of games. And obviously, one of those bets was, like I said, it was the finals, the Thunder to win the finals, and we did. And I did a bunch of bets during the NFL postseason. And the NFL postseason, it was up and down. Right, we had a good. I hit a big bet in the beginning of the playoffs, and then I ended up losing in the conference championship, and I ended up losing in the Super Bowl. So, but because I made so much money in the beginning, I made
You were
profit.
profitable.
Yeah, I made
Exactly.
I made I
Okay.
made close to I made close to $45,000 in the
Okay.
opening round of the NFL playoffs. And I have
Under.
another bet.
Yep.
I have another bet for 20,000 if the Thunder end up winning the championship. Right. So altogether, since from October to let's say June, whenever the NBA Finals ends, from October to June, if the Thunder win the championship, I would have made $60,000 just from that span with my sports bets, right? Because I have a
Oh,
big bet. I have a big bet for the Thunder, and I made a bunch of money in the opening round of the NFL playoffs. Even though I did lose some of it, but I didn't lose all of it. I'm still making over 650, at least $50,000 profit if the Thunder win the championship this year. If they don't win, I'll break even. I lose all the profit that I made in the NFL postseason. So the thing is, the reason people are not making money is because they are not taking advantage of the obvious scripts, and they
absolutely.
and they want to bet every single day.
So to further your point that you make, you remember when Canelo fought what's his name? Uh, he Bud Crawford. Remember that with the
Yeah, the
42?
40, the 42 and 0. You see, those are the type
Exactly.
of things you want to take advantage of.
Exactly. I think that gematria works in those senses. When you see shit like a 33 or like you know what I'm saying, the 42 or even like Kobe numbers, then I could agree with you. But
But
on a
that's what I'm always saying, because trying to solve every this is like a puzzle, and then
yes,
let's say you have the answer key, right? Even if you have the answer key, that doesn't mean that every piece that you pick up, you're gonna put it in the right location. You're
yeah,
still
but
gonna
you
make,
gotta
you're still gonna make mistakes, even with the answer key right next to you.
but you got to understand if you're selling a product, the person buying it, they may not be on that level of IQ or be that open minded. We just want winners. So I really don't, not me. I'm just saying, people may not really give a fuck. And then when you come on Twitter and you see somebody saying that it has to do with the Pope's birthday or 9/11 or Kobe ritual, it's like, all right, bro, which one is it? And then when people lose, they say, oh, they went with, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I've seen some codes like, for me, Gematria died with the Eagles Chiefs Super Bowl because you already know that code there was like, you would have thought some of those players were born in a test tube lab for that day, and it didn't hit. So you
No,
know what
yeah.
I'm saying?
The thing, Gematria did not die on that day. So that's
That me personally, I think that it died for using it for sports. I thought that after that day, it cannot
I
be
mean, how
trusted.
can you say that when last year during the NBA Finals, that was after that, right?
The NBA Finals for
Yeah,
what that
last year.
year? I'm
Yeah,
not sure. I can't.
yeah, the NBA Finals last year when the Thunder won the championship. That was after the Eagles lost the Super Bowl to the no. That was after the Eagles won the Super Bowl over the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how can you say Gematria died if
Well, I'm not. I'm
we
not going off. I can't go off the NBA. I'm just saying, just off that specific situation,
no?
from
But
all the codes.
all right, so think about this year's Super Bowl. This year's Super Bowl, they think about the 19 stuff that they did with the Seattle Seahawks, where every time there's a new pope, the
Yeah,
Seahawks
but
reach the Super Bowl.
that's not. You could also say that's not gematria, though. That's just every
Oh,
time there's a new pope. That
It is Gematria because the round before that, when they played the Rams, they became 19-19 in the postseason, 19
yeah.
weeks after the post birthday, and Seattle equals 19.
So then, what about the opposite side for people who had codes for, the other
Yes.
team to win in
Okay,
that situation?
that's
Then
where that doesn't mean that gematria is failing. That means that the
it's
person
but
decoding it's not it's making the mistake.
you can't. I mean that can't. You can't use that
Yeah,
in a
you're not
50.
understanding.
It's
You're
a
not
fit.
understanding me.
I
Let
understand
no,
completely. I
no.
understand.
Hold on.
But
Let me explain it
go
to
ahead.
you.
My fault. Go ahead.
There's only one answer. If you're the decoder and you're choosing the incorrect answer, that doesn't mean that the knowledge, there's something wrong with the knowledge. There's something wrong with the person decoding it.
But so here, right at the end of the day, bro, it's a 50-50 guess. It's
No,
either
it's
team
not.
A. But
This is what
listen,
we are not. This is what you're not understanding. It's not 50-50. That's like saying,
it is. But
can
that's
you
the
let me
thing.
speak? Can you let me speak, please?
Absolutely. Go ahead.
That's like saying if me and you take a test and I studied more than you and I get it right and you get it wrong, that is 50-50. The outcome is 50-50. No, I worked harder than you. That's why I got the right answer.
That's not the. But this situation's different. It's two options. It's either team A wins or team B wins. Right? There's no other option. It's
No,
either
no, no,
that
no, no,
player.
no. Not when it comes to gematria, brother. The
But it
thing
is
is,
because
you gotta let me
let me
speak.
just
You
finish.
gotta let me
Yeah, but
speak. You gotta let me speak.
I
Look, just hold on,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Because you're saying things that's wrong. Okay, when it comes to gematria, you have to solve first before you pick any winner. You have to solve what the ritual is. That's the first step. That's what a lot of people are not doing, and that's why
Okay.
they're ending up with the wrong team.
Now, my rebuttal to that would be you're choosing what the ritual is. Another person may say the ritual for this situation is. You remember when that bridge collapsed? Everybody was using the bridge. Now all of a sudden, sometimes they'll use the Pope, or sometimes they'll use 9/11, or sometimes they'll use Kobe. So it's like, how can you tell
Okay,
somebody?
that's what I'm saying. You're not understanding. I can just tell
I'm
by the way
understanding, but
you're not
dude, I
understanding. Okay, let me
I
ask you
understand
something. Let me ask you
completely.
something. Let me ask you something. Do you
Go
remember
ahead.
the 119th World Series?
I remember the what?
The 119th World Series when the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks.
Okay. No, I don't
Before,
remember off the top of my head, but
okay,
I get where you're going with it.
so the Rangers beat the Diamondbacks to close out the 119th World Series.
Okay.
Because you don't remember that,
Yeah.
there's only one that tribute was that World Series was only it only had one tribute, right? So even if you say, "Oh, that's a tribute to Kobe Bryant," guess what? You're wrong. That doesn't take away from the knowledge. The thing is, the person making the prediction is wrong. That doesn't mean that the World Series is a tribute to what that person was saying. You have to solve
Gotcha.
what the ritual is. The 119 World Series was a tribute to 9/11. That's why it ended 119 days after George Bush's birthday, while he was 77 years old.
Okay.
So
Now,
this is what I'm
remember
saying. If you don't have that piece, you're not going to successfully predict the winner of that game.
now what about a situation like last year with the Mets and the Dodgers, right? Remember, you had a whole thing with the Mets. It was a ritual for somebody who died, right? So you
Okay,
had a
and,
whole
and I
code.
was incorrect. That's not
But
what
I'm
the
just
ritual was
saying,
all about.
you had a whole code that made you feel like
But
that was the
that
correct
wasn't.
ritual,
That was
right?
incorrect. This is what you're not understanding. That was the. I
Okay.
was looking at the wrong data.
But then do you see where somebody like a normal person would say you're moving the goalpost? Where now you're saying, oh, it wasn't this ritual. It actually was a 9/11 ritual. It was a
But this is what I'm saying.
Venezuela ritual.
If you don't solve what the ritual is, you're gonna get it incorrect.
But then understand where someone's going to say it's a bunch of bullshit. Where it's like you're
It's not
picking
a
which
bunch of
ritual it
bullshit.
is.
It's not a bunch of
No,
bullshit.
I understand. Obviously it's not because we keep seeing patterns and these numbers always popping up. So obviously something's going on. But you
Okay, let me ask
cannot
you something.
say,
Let me ask you something.
go ahead.
Let's talk about the rituals that we nailed correctly, right? So if I'm making a video, for example, and I'm showing why the Astros are winning on a specific date. No. Actually,
Okay.
let's stay on the 119th World Series. Before the 119th World Series, we saw what they were doing with George Bush, right? And then when you watch the first game of that World Series, you see George Bush throw the first pitch. You know what that tells us?
Yeah, but
We
so
you
now
gotta
so,
let me
okay.
finish. You gotta let me finish. If we are making these predictions, right, and then we are watching game one, and we see George Bush on the mound throwing the first pitch, that should tell us that we are on the right path. Now, if I start off this and say, let's say I make a video saying, "Oh, I think the 119th World Series is a tribute to Donald Trump," and then guess what? When game one starts, we don't see Donald Trump on the mound. We see George Bush. And then we see George Bush getting interviewed by Derek Jeter and him talking about the 2001 World Series and stuff like that. See, those are the type of clues that we pick up sometimes after we made our incorrect prediction. Because they're always giving us clues. They don't stop giving us clues. They give us clues. The problem is if you don't put the clues in the right places, you're gonna get it wrong. It doesn't take away from the knowledge. It doesn't take away from what they're doing.
No, I understand where you're coming from, but I'm just saying from the factor of someone who's buying picks, you know, they're gonna say it's a bunch of bullshit if you don't win the money. That's it. And you could say,
But
you had the
that's a person with a low IQ because if even if okay, so let's say you don't make any money, but then okay, for example, in the NFL playoffs, right? I was really on the Rams to beat the Seahawks, right? But before the game was played, I said, you know what? This game is tricky because they have this 19 narrative that could really contradict all the stuff that we see for the Rams. So I still have to put out the warning out there, right? So when you're
got you.
watching the game, even if you don't make money because you end up betting on the Rams, you cannot say that this is bullshit after you see number 19 fumble the ball and in the very next play you see number 19 catch a touchdown, somebody who had unbelievable odds of catching an anytime touchdown, and he catches a touchdown right after number 19 fumbles, and they had a number 19 referee, and then the Seahawks end up winning, becoming 19 and 19, 19 weeks after the Bull birthday. Those are the things that you see for yourself and say, you know what? Even though Arthur got it wrong with the Rams, he was on point about the ritual because he talked about the number 19 and look at all the things that happened during the game.
Yeah, no,
So it's
I
not about making money. It's about looking at what we're saying and watching it transpire in the game.
yeah, I get it, but at the same time, like I'm saying, someone who's paying money for a service, then they're not really caring about all that, bro. They just
Well,
want the winners.
this is the problem with that, and I think I answered that yesterday in one of my live streams. You see, there's a guy out there. His name is Call Me Kinfolk, right? He
Yeah,
had
I watch all these guys.
he had the Dodgers beating the Yankees, right? And he said that the reason the Dodgers was going to beat the Yankees in the World Series
Plantation.
is because of plantation, right?
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
this is what I'm saying. If you are paying for a service and you have a low IQ, you're gonna think that, oh well, he made me money, so he must know what he's doing. But the people in this community who knows what they're doing is fucking laughing at him like, what the fuck are you doing? Okay, you make people money, you got it right, but that's not how you use this knowledge.
But I would say on a low, like you say, low IQ level, That's all that matters, bro. It don't matter what recipe you use. It matters how you make the cake at the end of the
No, no,
day,
no, no.
right?
That's just what I'm
You could
saying. That
say to him.
that's that's a dumb thing to say. Sorry,
Well,
and I'm sorry. I don't want to sound rude, but that's a dumb thing to say. It does matter. It does matter to get it right. That
but I'm
what do
just
you
saying
mean? It doesn't matter to get it right?
this is coming from somebody who this is coming from somebody who's just here to sports gamble and make money. At the end of the
Okay,
day,
well then
right? I'm coming
that's
from that mindset.
that's a
I'm
huge
buying
problem.
picks. I'm trying to use your knowledge to make money.
Well, that's a huge problem
But that's what
because
it is, dude. You're selling a
no, we're
service.
not. I'm not. Well, we're not selling. I'm
So you
gonna speak for me. I'm not. I'm gonna speak for me. Yeah, I am selling pigs, but I'm also selling
can't,
knowledge.
you can't, you know,
Say it again. I couldn't hear the last part you saying. Can you repeat that? Because
I
I
mean,
don't know.
that's something you could, you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I agree that some cappers are actually
It keeps skipping for
selling
some reason.
knowledge and
I can't hear you. It keeps still skipping. I can't hear you. I don't know. Maybe you want to restart your live stream or something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna remove you and just come back in because I can't hear anything you're saying. Yeah, this guy's. He's giving me a good. He's doing exactly what I wanted. I like these type of debates. He's being respectful and he's making some points. So please come back though, because there's something up with the audio on your behalf. Yeah, Fresh Prince, exactly. You see, even that year, there was a lot of people who liked the Warriors, but that's because they didn't correctly solve what the ritual is. And this is what I've always been trying to preach: unity in this community. Because I'm telling you, if we come together, we're gonna get it right. Not 65%, 110%. So the person that was just speaking with me, yeah, I want to finish off that little debate that we had. Yeah, but to answer your question, yeah, that's one of the problems. People don't care about the knowledge; they care about just making money, and this is why they don't care about paying for somebody like Call Me Kim folks Patreon because if he says plantation and he says the Dodgers are going to win and the Dodgers end up winning, then hey, that's all they care. That's all they care about. That's all they care about. But where are all the other people at? All the people who are so active in the comment section. Where you guys at? Go ahead, call in. The link is in the chat. Tell us why Gematria is not useful, why it's not profitable. Yeah, this is gonna be hard though for us to be a family. Yeah, definitely a good debate. Shout out to that person. He was making some interesting points, even though I disagree with a lot of things he said. But yeah, exactly. A lot of us are still winning with it. Like easy money, Thunder yesterday. Easy money, easy money. I just hope they win the fucking finals because got a big bag on them. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You don't have to bet every day. These people want to bet every single day. Like I get it, but damn, not every day is gonna be locks like yesterday's. What's going on? Thank you for joining us today. Hello?
hey, you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry, I had to connect to Wi-Fi. But yeah, no, I mean, I was in your Patreon for a while, and
Is it the same person?
yeah, same person, same
Okay,
person.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I actually found you through Zach, to be honest, and
Yeah.
I just would rather support you than him for obvious reasons. But yeah, dude, I use gematria day to day, but I don't think that it can be. that you got to be very cautious with it. I think, like you said, it's better for certain situations when you see certain numbers lining up, but it's very hard every day to try to use it.
It is hard every day to be successful at it every day, but like I said, you don't have to bet every day.
No, that's
Like
a fact.
for example, this 39 stuff, right, with the Western Conference this year. I mean, right now, let's just take a look at the odds right now.
Can I just make a point real quick for
Go ahead, go ahead.
are you also including, do you watch line movement or anything like that, or you just solely use Gematria?
Nah, I try to the important thing is to solve what the ritual is, and everything else
Okay,
becomes very clear. You see, right
got
now
you.
under negative 155 to win the championship, right? So this is
Got
what a
you.
smart bettor would do. Instead of betting on game 6, possibly game 7, game 1 of the finals, game 2, game 3, game 4, game 5, game 6, game 7, that's almost what? 9 different bets. Instead of doing 9 bets, you make one bet.
Exactly.
You make one
Way
bet,
smarter.
yeah, and you bet on the Thunder. And let's say you're gonna bet $100 in those 9 bets. Well, you take those $900 and you put $900 on the Oklahoma City Thunder to win the championship, because the narrative is very clear that the Western Conference is gonna pick up their 39th championship to New York, and
Got
SGA
you.
will be in the finals with 39 postseason wins. 39 rarely misses with New York. Okay, so that's a safe bet. So instead of doing 9 bets and then complaining about us going 1-8, you take those 9 bets and you put them into one, and that's how you make Gematria profitable.
Yeah, I hear you. I know. I get what you're saying.
So this is what I'm saying. You can't. I'm not here to babysit everybody and teaspoon and
Spoon
spoon feed
feed.
everybody. Yeah,
Yep.
I want everybody to use their own head. I'm giving you like a alley oop, but you still have to dunk it. You still have to lay the ball up. I can't do everything for you. I can't score your points.
No, I agree. I'll use gematria, but then I'll also look at other things. I'll look at line movement. I'll look at celebrities. I do think that celebrities signal stuff. Like you said about what's his name in the Texas game going to throw the first pitch out. I think that may be more signaling than gematria. You
But no,
know,
you still need gematria, because then you'll be able to see. Okay, so look, so they're doing this. Okay, so boom.
but then how
You
do you
know,
decide which perfect like with the Chiefs Eagles? How do you decide which one is more like which
That's
code
the thing. In those type of situations, you just stay. You stay
fall
away.
back?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
fall
that's
back.
how
You
I
fall
get.
back.
Yep,
Fall back,
yep,
because it's too double sided. Like for
yep,
example, if the Eastern Conference right now had 64 championships, oh, because 65 is a big number with Oklahoma City, then the NBA Finals will be very tricky, and I will stay away. I won't even go with the Thunder to win the championship. But
yeah.
because there's no other, there's not a big number a scary number on the other side, and there's just a 38 just sitting there waiting for it to become 39 on the Western Conference side. That's why I feel so comfortable with the Thunder, and that may motivate me to bet big money on them.
I got you. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. No, it's just another thing to check off. Hey, the number, the gematria matches. So, boom. You know.
Yeah,
Now,
but
so
but not every situation is gonna be that obvious. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, because sometimes shit's double coded, or there'll be how it works,
There'll
bro.
be numbers on the other side that could contradict what you're saying. Like I said, in the Rams game, there was a lot of things on the Rams side, but there was
Hmm.
also a lot of things on the Seahawks side that contradicted all the things that we saw on the Rams side.
And then you don't think that sportsbook liability has anything to do with these?
No, this is the work of the Jesuit order. They are the ones controlling everything. The casinos and everybody else is just pawns on puppets on strings.
Mm.
They have no say so. They don't control anything. They don't change anything around. Nothing.
No,
It's not up to
so
them.
because I'm sure you do too. You always have these conversations with friends, and they probably think, you're fucking whacked out and shit. And the common thing that's always brought up is how come nobody ever says anything. These athletes don't say anything or little shit like that. So
Well, I mean, that's an easy question to answer because, the other day I was watching the show and the boss of the show, I guess, the person that pretty much employed all the people on the cast.
mhm.
He walks in, right, and then they obviously know that he's doing something wrong, but they're all scared to say something because they know if they end up saying something that
They'll lose their job.
they lose their
Yeah.
job. And I think that's exactly what's going on in the industry, in the entertainment industry. And I think it's a little bit more than just losing your job. I think they're being threatened. I think they're losing more than just their employment. I think they're losing their life, sometimes their families, life. So this is not something you want to gamble with, something that you want to jeopardize. If you're being
True.
offered, if you signed up for this and you betray them, that's when you end up in the ocean, dead at 38 and something like that. I think that's what's going on. So
Yeah.
that's why they don't. These people are not playing around. Like,
No, and it's like, hey, would you rather be a third string cornerback in the NFL, or would you rather work at Home Depot? It's probably some shit
or
like
you
that too, right?
or do you rather die?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, to that point too, right?
Yeah, do you
But
want your family end up and burnt to sleep? You know what I'm saying? Like,
now, you don't think that with this stuff being more public on Twitter, and every day you see another Gematria guy coming up with codes. You don't think that now this shit is no good anymore because it's
well,
getting
the
so.
thing is, I don't pay attention to any of those guys. I might watch a video or two, and
Yeah,
I could tell from the first video if this guy is worth watching. So
yeah, who's bullshit, who's
yeah,
not.
yeah, exactly. There's a lot of con artists out there who want to mimic what they're learning, and then just to get a dollar out of the community, and eventually, try to get rich. But these people don't know what they're doing. They're gonna expose themselves. I don't even have to expose them. Like that Comey Kinfo guy. He's a pure example of that. I mean, making a video saying plantation is the reason the Dodgers are gonna win the World Series. I mean, eventually people are gonna catch on and notice that you're a fraud. You don't know
Yeah,
what
but
you.
then at that point he would say, "Well, I had the wrong script or something, right? Hey, we were.
Yeah, but anybody who has any level of IQ higher than zero will see
Yeah,
right
knows it's a
through that.
bunch of bullshit. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they'll see
got you.
right through that. Like, okay, that. Yeah, you did have the wrong script, but that script was way. That wasn't even close. That wasn't even close. Like there's
Yeah,
scripts that are close, that are convincing, and that's why a lot of us make mistakes. Like for example, the Eagles becoming 666 and 666. I don't blame anybody for picking that because that's something that they like to do. They like to pay tribute to that number.
yeah.
But if I say I think the Eagles are going to win or lose because Patrick Mahomes likes to eat cakes and cakes equals this,
No, then you're like,
that's
yo,
way
yeah,
off.
get the
You see
hell
what I'm
out of
saying? That's
here.
way off. That's like okay,
Yeah.
that's an idiot.
No, but I mean, listen, that Chiefs game was really they had a lot of crazy codes for all them players, and for that shit not to go down like that, and
Yeah, that's why I was so. That's why I remember that Super Bowl. I made a lot of videos about that video because I was like, damn,
oh yeah, you were because
how long have they been scripting this stuff? Are they gonna really fade that now? After because that's a lot of
oh
games, right?
dude,
That's over 1,200 games, right?
bro, I mean the shit with Patrick Mahomes alone, like I said, you would think. I mean, they probably are born in laboratories, but he had shit that was like, dude, you know, crazy numbers. But like you said, you said I remember strictly you were on the Chiefs first, and then you were switching it up at the end. You said, "Hey, don't go big and shit like that."
Yeah,
So,
yeah, exactly. Because I was like, okay, yeah. So you've been around, so you know.
oh, I've
Yeah,
been around for a while, bro. I I,
yeah,
I
I could
love to
tell. I could tell.
listen.
Yeah, because that's what I'm saying about like those double coded games. I'm like those type of Super Bowls you just want to stay away from. Even if you are gonna bet on it, just be careful because you don't want to like think about it, right? Let's say I would have faded the 666 and then they would have hit. I would have been the laughing stock of the community. People be like, "Oh my god, how did you fade that?" You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's at least you put yourself out there and you're accountable. It's not like you know what I'm saying. Like you know,
Yeah,
other
yeah,
people
but
who
those are
who
those are those are those are numbers that you don't want to play around
fade.
with. I'd
Yeah,
rather just stay away from that because they like to pay this number tribute to that number. Because I remember when the Astros won the World Series, it was the 666th game since the Astro World tragedy.
Oh yeah, like little shit like that, bro.
Yeah, you see, so they've been
Seeing this so many years and seeing these numbers, shit like that triggers alarms where I'm like, okay,
yeah,
you
like
know,
like
like
the, like the Celtics reaching the finals 666 days after the death of Bill Russell.
I mean, bro, the Bud Crawford when I saw that 42, I was like,
Yeah, Bud Crawford
I
42.
was trying,
So
dude, I was
imagine
trying to
like
take
imagine if
loans
Bud
out
Crawford
for
would have
that
became
fight.
41-1. But that's what I'm saying. Are
Yeah,
you really gonna be upset at anybody who picked them? And you can't be upset at anybody in the Gematria community for going with the 42-0, even if he becomes 41-1.
yeah, yeah.
Because guess what?
But
People will be like, "Oh, look, he lost his 42nd fight." That's what it was. You see, because you don't 100% know what they're thinking.
yeah,
So you can't be mad at somebody who went against him or went with the 42-0.
but then at the same time, you can't be mad at someone who purchases a pick and is wrong, and then says, "Oh, this is just bullshit." You know, this is
Well,
a
yeah, you
snake
could
oil
be mad. You
salesman.
could be mad because if we're putting out the knowledge and we're showing you both sides and we're telling you to be careful and then you still decide to put a bunch of money on it, that's
It's
your
on
fault.
you at the end
Yeah,
of the
that's
day.
what I'm
Yeah,
saying. So
hundred
that's why
percent.
when the Rams was playing the Seahawks, I made a video right before the game. I said, you know what? If you have a lot of money on the Rams, this is the time to hedge or cancel your bet because the Seahawks have this going for them. And
Yeah,
people still decided to put a bunch of money on the Rams, and then they was complaining, "Oh wow, the Rams lost. I lost 5,000." Nobody told you to do that.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and they want to cry at the end of the day, but it is a gamble, you know. But I'm to the point sometimes now where if I see a really, really good code, I'll almost fade it because, and I think sometimes that hits a lot in certain situations.
Yeah, so some of the obvious stuff, right? If you faded, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If you would have faded the 42-0, you would have lost. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
so Golden Age says it wasn't the actual world tragedy; it was the actual world album. Yeah,
yeah.
so from the release of the actual world album to the day that they won the World Series, it was 666 games. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But
Also,
then,
but yeah, they won the World Series on the anniversary of the actual world tragedy. That's what it was.
okay. But then it's like, yo, where'd you pick that out of? You picked that out of air. How come you didn't use the bridges collapsing, or how come you didn't? You found something that worked perfectly for what you
Well,
believed
no,
was
no, no.
the.
Like I said, they give us clues, right? They give
Yeah,
us
okay,
clues.
I
Like I
get what
remember
you.
one year when the World Series was in Houston, there was a news. There was a lady that came on the news and said, "Oh, it feels like we won the World Series." And then we started putting all the pieces together, and we noticed like, okay, so they can have the Astros win this many games against the Dodgers, blah blah blah, and they ended up winning. So again, you got to look at all the clues that they give us.
But that would be. Some people may say that's signaling. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's them signaling. That's not really gematria. You see
Oh
that
no, you combine that with the knowledge.
exactly.
You
Okay,
have to
so
put it, that's what I'm saying. It's all part of one big script.
yep, that's how I'll do it. I'll because I'm in a Discord for a long time with a couple guys, and everybody does their own way to decode sports. And sometimes you'll have the gematria, you'll have people who will watch influence online, shit like that. So, I think it is a good tool, but I think you have to be very cautious with it if you're new into gambling.
What's going on, Golden Age?
Yo, guys, what's up? Yeah, I just thought I'd chime in and kind of give like my game 6 breakdown. I'll do it here on live before I make a post. But one thing that stood out to me right now is the Spurs are on 127 wins in the regular season and playoffs against the Thunder all time. And it's funny you just had mentioned the bridge collapse because today is actually the opening date for the Golden Gate Bridge for pedestrians.
Mm.
Therefore, tomorrow, May 28th, will be the uh, opening date for vehicles to cross, which will be game 6. And the number that's highly significant, to all these bridge collapses, the number 128. Well, Spurs could potentially pick up their 128th playoff win all time against the Thunder, including playoffs. And this is when I tie in the whole Greg Charles Popovich aspect of things because he's been extremely tied to the
Wemby.
Spurs all season long. Yes, and Wemby, of course. Um, he was born January 28th, which is 1/28. Now, like I said, potentially they could pick up that 128th win and then force a game seven. I don't think they're gonna win because just because there's so much evidence, for the OKC Thunder to go off, to the finals. But I do think this could possibly go to seven.
None of you guys saw the picture of Chet with the shirt that he had on or whatever that said 7 on it.
Oh yeah, he wore number seven. So
Well, he was wearing an outfit when he was walking, before the game, and it said like 7 or some shit. Yeah, so I mean, I don't think the Spurs are done yet. I don't know. You know, I think the Spurs got a chance.
yeah, for sure. But that whole bridge aspect of everything, because there's a huge parallel with Coach Popovich in San Francisco because he was an assistant coach before he took on the head coach position for San Antonio. And he's extremely tied to the Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse. If you go back to March 26, it was a leap year, so therefore it was the 86th day of the year at 1:28 a.m. The bridge had collapsed, and there was a total of six casualties. Well, the Spurs are trying to win their sixth championship, and you could write that date, March 26, like 3/26, like 326. Well, his full name, Greg Charles Popovich, equates to 326.
Yeah, but the Spurs are not winning the championship, so
Yo,
Yeah.
Arthur, I don't know, bro. You gotta. They may go to the championship. I think they're gonna go. I think it's Nick Spurs, honestly.
I mean, that's what like a lot of. I've been on the Spurs to go to the finals too, but
see,
I think in the near future,
this is a pure example of people doing the using the gematria the wrong way. This is why people say gematria is useless.
because tied in with the whole bridge collapse or what?
No, because the fact that you guys still think that the Thunder are not going to win the championship, I mean, not winning they're not going to win the Western Conference or the championship. It just shows me like you guys don't exactly know exactly what you're doing, and I mean
I
that.
mean, it's the
I mean
SGA
that
thing
respectfully.
too.
I don't want to sound disrespectful. I mean that respectfully. SGA is going to pick up his 39th postseason win before he plays New York, and then the Western Conference is going to pick up their 39th championship when they beat the New York City Knicks.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It's
mean that's why I just think
that
this is
simple.
probably gonna be a game seven. I don't think they're gonna win.
Oh yeah, when and the Knicks' next win is their 223rd. That's the Gematria of Oklahoma City Thunder.
Mm.
Three, yeah.
Whether they whether they win in 4, 5, 6, or 7, that doesn't really change anything. The Thunder are going to win, and they're probably going to win next year as well. The 419 is the 81st prime number. Next year is the 81st NBA season. They've been paying tribute to the Oklahoma City bombing. I don't think we should ignore that.
Yeah,
The
100%.
whole bridge stuff, I get it, but that's not what they did last year. Last year, it was a clear tribute to Timothy McVeigh, and they're doing it again this year. There's a lot of connections
100%.
between 9/11 and 419.
And now
Exactly.
you don't think it's a business move where they say, "Hey, listen, SGA got his MVP. They won last year. Now we want to push Wemby this year." You don't think that has anything to do with it at all?
It's not about pushing MVPs. They can do that at any time during his career. The guy's 22 years old. This is
Mm,
about paying tribute to rituals that events that took place in history. This is not
got you.
about making players stars because they can do that at any time. The guy's 22 years old. He has his whole career ahead of him.
Yeah, but he's hot right now, bro. This is, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
This,
jump on the.
this- this is not about business, man. This is
Hey,
ritualism.
I'll tell
That's
you
where I
one
would
thing.
disagree.
Like, the Spurs could potentially win it next year too if we do get the news of Greg Popovich, his death here soon because this dude's like he's like on threads right now, right? Coach Pop. I do believe that he's going to be tied to all these rituals going on into the future, just like how Kobe Bryant is, you know. But yeah, it's just like that was the huge component for me, just to like validate the Spurs is Coach Pop. He has the most wins, regular season wins all time for the NBA. So it's just like he's definitely a pivotal figure on this chessboard. That's if you go back to for next year, it'll be 13 years since the Spurs had won their last championship. 41's the 13th prime. It'll be the year of the GOAT. Wemby was born in the year of GOATs. We all believe that LeBron will probably retire that year at age 42. Braun came into the league in 2003 in the year of the GOAT.
So see,
And
now you're using Chinese zodiac, right?
yes,
Okay,
it matters a lot. You know, the astrology, the Chinese zodiac,
I
gematria.
agree 100%. So I'm
Yes.
just saying now you have a. It's another formula someone's using astrology. So
Oh yes.
you
Like for
know,
instance, LeBron James, he's a Capricorn, but he's also a rising Gemini. The real King James was a Gemini,
Is
born
this
June
is
19th.
this what they're doing in the Discord?
What Discord?
and
Are these are the type of decodes that you guys are sharing on the Discord?
for me personally, they use different methods. It's some people will use astrology and Chinese zodiacs, gematria, celebrity signaling, and line movement. Those are probably most of the ways to sports bet.
I definitely use a plethora of all of them. Yeah, honestly, gematria is kind of the base, and then astrology is kind of like helps me paint a clearer picture. Um,
But
the
see, I
Chinese
don't.
zodiac, yeah,
You,
kind of it's kind of
you
like for a whole year type of thing. You know, you can kind of base it off the whole Chinese zodiac.
and you don't think that like I don't see how you guys don't think that sportsbook liability is should be like number one or number two when you're looking at these games.
The thing is, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it to you. This has nothing to do with money. It doesn't have anything to do with the sports book. This is ritual. This is coming from the church.
Got you. Okay.
This is more than I don't know how to explain it to you.
No, I understand 100% where you're coming from. You know.
If they make the money, money's a piece of paper. You understand that?
Yeah, but sports gambling is $1 billion industry, bro. This is a big thing. You know, this is huge now. It's not just about the money. It's also about, you got the youth hooked on this shit. It's like the new crack, bro. You
For
know,
sure.
It's not about money at the end of the day.
I mean,
This is why when these teams win championships, they go and terrorize the cities. Why would they need to terrorize the cities if they already took everybody's money?
well, not everybody sports gambles, but at the same time, that's why people, when shit happens, people just bug out, dude. You have large crowds. That's what goes down anywhere you go,
No, that's not what I'm
anywhere in
saying.
the
What
world.
I'm saying is why do they flood why do they flood New Orleans and then they have the Saints win the Super Bowl?
Well, those are things for sure I would agree with,
Because it's not about
on
money.
that.
It's not about money.
Hmm, okay.
Because why would they need to flood a city if it's about money?
Well, also the flooding has a lot to do with other things, bro. It's also gentrification, a whole bunch of other things, not just, sports ritual.
Why do they have to do a mass shooting at a parade after the Chiefs win the Super Bowl?
Someone could say that's for what gun laws and shit like that. You know, I mean,
Why at the Super Bowl? Why not just on any other regular day?
it's a huge event. It's a huge event, dude. Of course they're
They
gonna pull
kill, they
some
can
shit
kill a
like
person
that.
they can kill a person any time of the day.
Yeah, but if you want to pull a false flag
But I'm
event
saying
like that,
if it's for gun laws, at any time they can just pull out a gun and start killing people.
okay. So if you could do it if you're gonna do an event like that, would you rather do it on a regular Tuesday or would you do it on a
It
Saturday
doesn't
when
matter
it's
when
the
you do
Super
it.
Bowl
If it's
party?
gonna go viral, it's gonna
I
go
mean,
viral.
nah, bro, it's gonna go way more viral if you do it at a Super Bowl parade.
Oh my god! So you saying George Floyd was killed during the Super Bowl?
And I'm not saying that with George Floyd, but we were talking about a certain situation.
What's more viral than George Floyd?
I'm not talking about George Floyd. We were talking about a
Was Eric
shooting,
Garner killed at a Super Bowl at a World Series?
bro. That's not the situation we were discussing. You're probably right in when you're talking about those situations. I'm talking about if you're going to do a shooting, are you going to do it on a regular Monday or on a Super Bowl parade? It's a big difference, bro.
It doesn't make a difference because there hasn't been a shooting at a Super Bowl that was bigger than the death of George Floyd.
I'm not too up with the George Floyd stuff, so I don't know, but yeah, like I know there was other shit involved with that too. So like
All right, all right, you
I
guys.
get what you're
I
saying.
appreciate you guys joining us today.
No,
Yeah,
thank you for
man.
letting me talk.
Yeah, Arthur, for sure, bro. Keep it up, man.
All right. Hopefully, you guys don't bet too much money on those Spurs. Yeah. So, Topsy, you want to join us today? I know you have a lot to say in the comment section. Join us. Anybody else? I'll be here another 20 minutes. Ocho, you want to join us today? If you think he's right, join us. Talk about it. 'Cause if they want to do something for supposedly gun laws, they don't have to kill somebody at the Super Bowl. They can do it anywhere, any place. They don't have to wait for a Super Bowl parade to do that. Mm-mm. Yeah, we are far, far, far from reaching the masses. If the people in this community are still asleep, imagine trying to reach the newbies. Jerry McCain is a big part of the Oklahoma City bombing ritual, as John McCain was the U.S. Senator at the time. Okay. What's going on, Ocho? Ocho, you got to unmute yourself.
What's
Ocho,
good, Truth?
what's going on?
How you, bro?
All right.
I think he was right about what he said when it comes to like the bigger the event, how bigger like it would hit on certain aspects. Like we have shootings every day on regular Tuesdays. Me and you, we from the hood, bro. We see shootings all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
So
now
it
if those shootings, the thing is, those shootings are actual shootings. So those are organic shootings. If they
yes,
have a ritual of a shooter, some wild guy shooting out of his car, a sniper or something like that, and it was part of their whole script. It was
right.
definitely go viral. The DC sniper went viral, very viral. Have you ever heard of the DC sniper?
The DC Slayer.
The DC sniper.
When did that happen?
Well, that was years ago. Yeah, everybody had the whole country panicked. That was in 2002. It was a
Yeah, and that was that an organic shooter or was
I
that
know
like
that
some
was that was
ritualistic?
that was a ritual.
Yeah. Now, when they do stuff like that, of course it's connected to stuff, but we do know that everything is connected. It's all connected. They're connecting things to everything. So when they say that it's not just for the ritual things, I feel like they're using the wrong choice of words. Like, this is all a ritual, but the ritual is connected to multiple things, especially when they come to like gun laws and stuff like that. Like, they do want to control you in a certain way. And when organic shootings happen, a lot of laws do change around in our own neighborhoods. But when they do this on a grander scale, it gets it by to the people better. Like if you do a shooting at the Super Bowl, like all right, for instance, you do some plane shit where they can just remove one person from a plane, but they did this 9/11 shit and crashed into the plane and look how I mean crashed into the buildings and look how much they changed the whole dynamic of flying ever since they did that. You know what I'm saying? So like on a grander scales, that was a big ass event because of what the building was and how they did it. So like it does differentiate. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but with
This is
the
what I
certain
think. I
times
feel
they
I
would
feel
do
like
so.
if they really wanted to take our guns away, they would have did that a long time ago. I mean, what stops these people from doing anything? I mean, think about it. In 2020, they told us not to go outside, and we had to stay inside. I mean, these people have the power to do whatever they want at any time. They don't have to
Yeah.
They don't have to shoot anybody to take guns away.
No,
it's
I don't feel like
a
that, but I
law.
feel like they
All right.
that's
So
a
if
part of
Donald
what
Trump
they're
makes an
doing.
announcement today, it says Americans cannot they cannot own guns. What is going to stop that from happening?
Americans not having guns, they would have to go in and take guns from people. They have to go in and actually take
Yeah, they'll
people's
go into
guns, go door
anybody
to
who has a
door.
registered gun. They'll go into their homes and say you have to bring in your gun to the DMV or to your local precinct. You have to bring it in.
Or really, they would probably let it go, right? And be like, if you don't bring it in, if we catch you with it, we just giving you all these crazy
Exactly.
charges.
You're gonna get fined with a felony. Exactly. So
Mm,
if they want to take the guns away, they don't even have to do anything. They could just make an announcement saying Donald Trump announces that guns are not permitted in the United States. You cannot
right.
own guns. You have to turn in your gun by 2028.
Yeah, they could do that
Policy or
anytime.
prison. What is going to stop that from happening?
I don't think nothing could stop that from
Nothing will
happening. To
stop
be
that from
honest, they could do whatever they want. Like I
they can
agree
do
with that
whatever they
part
want.
too. They do whatever they want.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that when they do these mass shootings, I don't even think it has anything to do with gun laws. I think it has to do with
No, I don't know why they do them, bro. I don't know why they do anything because how can we explain why they did that top shooting? When they first did that, Zach was convinced that that was going to point to a Bills chip or something, or a lot of people did. If I'm saying that wrong, a lot of other people did think that that was pointing to the Bills about to go crazy and go to the chip, and they made it far, but they didn't win nothing, and
yeah,
they
but
never do.
also
So
think
it's
about this. Think about this. How many mass shootings have we already seen? Like
we've
just
seen a
give us
lot.
a
We've
random
seen
number.
millions. We've seen thousands. I won't say millions.
Okay, thousands. You don't think that's
Thousands.
enough? That's enough for us not to own any guns at all, right? By now. So that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't even think they're doing it for that. I think that this is deeper than that. I think they're doing it for some religious reasons. That's what I think. I think that's what they get out of it. They get some type of maybe some inducing fear into this. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I
I
don't even.
think it's
I
I
don't think it's
think
a
it's
reason to it.
more so psychological too
Yeah,
when it
I
comes
think
to certain
I think that's more closer to the answer than taking
yeah.
people's guns away. I think this is all about inducing fear in society, not necessarily
Yeah,
taking guns
yeah.
away.
I agree.
They don't
Inducing
have to
fear
do
in
anything to take
society.
guns away.
Yeah, because when these things happen, all you ever see is the mass, like the masses of people, they all be praising Big Brother or wanting
Exactly.
Big
Well,
Brother to help them. Or,
justice for George Floyd. You know what that means? We need that
that
means
means
go to
y'all lock these
jail,
people up.
arrest him. We need the government to help us.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
that means. It doesn't
Exactly.
mean. Well, I mean, what else? What does it mean when they say justice for Mike Brown? That means
No,
they
they
want this
just
person to
asking
get
for somebody to
incarcerated.
arrest these people.
Exactly. They want the government to come in and help them.
Listen, man, all these people agree with the government until the government do the government to them. You know, I see it all the time. You know, these people be upstanding gents in society until the cops pull them over and get them for a DUI. And then you realize what you really are, or they pull you over for an out tail light, and then you realize what you really are. So, you know, it is a psychological thing where people is under a brainwash and a cognitive dissonance where they're like, we're too comfortable, we're too entertained, like Monsters Inc. You know, they went from beating and killing you and enslaving you to befriending you and making you entertainment. And in the movie Monsters Inc., when they did that, the movie started with them scaring the kids. None of the monsters could get any energy. Only two monsters was able to get most of the energy when they was harvesting. So then by the end of the movie,
That's what you call truth in plain sight. I think that's what.
exactly, at the end
That's
of the
what I was
movie,
trying to.
they became comedians.
That's what I was trying to communicate to the last person that was on the stream. I don't even think it's about I don't the location where they do these shooting. I don't even think none of that really matters,
No,
man. Because
no.
at the end of the day, if they want to take our guns away, all it needs is one press conference and a law to be passed, and everybody's going to be turning in their guns. Otherwise, face the consequences.
Yeah. I don't know why they do these things. Because like even
I
here,
think you answered it. It's all to just keep people in fear.
but even still, not even just that, because if we take it a step further with the way that they're like killing people off, like for instance, we show how they killing people in our own communities, like smaller rappers, dudes who ain't even get that far, just local celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Like here in Philly,
Yeah,
I done seen probably like three,
I get
four, or five of them that just got killed and
yeah.
by the code. And I can't really explain why they did that, bro.
Well, I think that's what I'm saying there's probably a religious aspect to it.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
there is some type of like some goblin in a cave, just just sucking in all the energy and
It probably is
some
something
shit like
that we
that.
can't
You know
even
what I'm like,
fathom.
I don't know either. I don't understand a lot of it either. Like why sacrifice Biggie Smalls at such a young age when you can make so much money from him? Why make him so big to just kill him at at that young age of 24? Right?
You know what? We right. Like we hitting it on the head because to be honest, like it is like if we I don't really like to tie into the Bible, but when I think of evil itself, when I think of evil itself, and I ask the question of how could any of this happen, or slavery happen, or them enslaving us, as a whole and doing all of these evil things on the daily. I just think of the story of Nephilim and it being demons here. That's the only excuse I can give of them actually being demons running the world. Like I just can't. Then when you go back to what this man says, Roddy Piper with his movie, saying that that's a documentary before he get out of here, that like that's telling you too like these are demons. It's no other way because us as humans, we don't wake up like this. We don't wake up thinking of doing harm, controlling somebody's life. We don't think like that. We think about living and
Taking care of
getting
our
better,
families and stuff like
healthier, yeah, community, raising our families happy. We care about having fun on a daily basis, enjoying the time we have. That's what we think about. We don't think about what somebody else's future is and controlling their life and stuff. So who can think of that? Only the
and
only thing.
what's crazy to piggyback on what you just said. Even when you go to a foreign country, even the government over there in those countries don't even behave that way. They let
Exactly.
anybody be free and do whatever they want.
Exactly. And if they don't, I'm seeing. I just was on TikTok yesterday, and I seen. I can't remember where it is, but they are on the verge of rising up against their government and overthrowing them too. And I seen that happen a few years ago. Another country had rose up and overthrown their government. If that stuff that you just said don't happen in them places, them people don't play that shit. They get up and get together and say, "We're not going for this."
Because I,
You
you
know what
know
I'm
what,
saying?
I highly doubt that the Haitian government had anything to do with none of those earthquakes that happened in Haiti. I
I
think that's
doubt it
all
too.
being orchestrated from the Catholic Church, because these governments in these other countries they don't think about harming their own people.
No, no.
So yeah, maybe
I
these
mean,
people are. Maybe
I
you're right
think
about
it's weird that we under a severe brainwash in this country, but
it.
none
But
of these
I also
bombings
think
and
that there's a
stuff like
group of
that
people.
happen here.
There's a group of people who need to be removed in order for
Yes.
everything to go back to normal.
You know what? People need to wake the fuck up on the simple fact that they do all of these things, but at the same time as they're doing these things, they have events every single day. They're having basketball games, football games, hockey games, tennis matches, all that stuff. These people are taking flights every day. Nothing happens to these people when they flying state to state every fucking day. Nobody's shooting them. Nobody is bombing the White House. Nobody is bombing fucking just historical buildings like that. Why would they bomb places that regular people who have no control of anything are at? It makes no sense. It could only be a psychological operation if they're doing that. If they are really at a war, if I'm at a fucking war with you, why would I bomb somebody who got nothing to do with anything and say, aha, I got you? No, nigga, I'ma bomb you. I've
Bomb
been
the leaders.
arguing with
Bomb
you
the
at the
leaders.
meetings. Why the fuck wouldn't I bomb you? I
Yeah,
know where
exactly.
you live at.
Yeah,
I know
Donald
where
Trump.
you
Donald
stay.
Trump is there with his shiny suit, and yeah, his family's not being bombed, but they're bombing
Exactly.
people in Utah.
I've been trying to figure out why the Chinese people here in the Chinese store is not getting hit up by ICE. The Chinese stores is around here all over this motherfucker, but they not coming in there for ICE or none of that. Trying to figure out if they
Or these Canadians. I'm pretty sure it's
any of
all
them
illegal.
Canadians as well. No, none of these type of people, but
You trying
only
to tell me
Mexicans
Canadians
and
don't walk the border, don't cross that border? Come on.
a few Africans. Because I met a couple Africans in jail who did get. I met a Russian who was in trouble, but that was because if you catch a crime in this time of them doing that shit, they're trying to deport you if you from out of this country. But so I did meet an African and a Russian guy who was getting deported. But other than that, they're not running down on these people like how they're running down on the Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Like it's
What
just
do you
it's
think?
just a
What you
bunch
think,
of
Topsy?
bullshit.
Why you think this stuff is? Why you think they do all these things?
You said why I think so?
Yeah, why you think? Yeah, because I don't think it's just.
Um,
To be honest, I don't know why they're so fascinated, because they're so fascinated with evil. It's like sometimes I'm puzzled. Like, how can
I mean,
somebody be this evil to want to be doing this every single day, every moment of the day? Because there's a ritual going on every single moment of the day, every single day.
but that I don't know, man. I feel like like, do you believe all celebrity deaths are done by the numbers?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is very.
Like, hold on. When does somebody just organically die? Whether it's by natural causes or it's just an organic death, and how can
What I think,
how can you differentiate?
what I think is going on is I think even if they do die organically, they still find a way to report them dead on the perfect date. It's like you ever heard of
Agreed.
a celebrity who supposedly died in January, but they're reporting their death today. So they
Yeah,
even
we see that all the time. But I'm
They
saying
did
like
that with MF Doom.
when does somebody die organically though, and how can you differentiate between an organic death and when it's done by the numbers?
Well, we not gonna know because we're not them. We just the celebrities. We only going by what they're showing and telling us and giving us. So these lives that they're giving us, we don't even know if these people are dead or alive
yeah, that's
anyway. We
true. You
only
know,
see them if they present them to us.
But yeah, and that's my point. Like we don't know when a death is organic or it's done by the numbers. So
Right.
we can only like we're only
well,
assuming that all
we do know.
deaths
I
are done
mean,
by the numbers.
we won't know 100% of all of them, but most of the ones that they show on the mainstream, we can confirm whether or not they're rituals. Like the
Like
Kobe.
I think some of them are pretty obvious.
Yeah, some of them are just obvious. Yeah.
Hank Aaron died. Braves hadn't been to the World Series in 30 years. Hank Aaron died in the same year Braves won the World Series. The Lakers hadn't been to the finals in 10 years. Kobe died the same year they win the finals.
Yeah,
Like, I think those
exactly.
type
It's
ones
those type
are
of
Father,
dudes
obvious.
is
father, daughter
late.
thing.
Those are
Even
obvious. But
even
other ones
those
like
rituals.
Gene Hackman dying in his 90s or Queen Elizabeth dying in her 90s, like you could easily just attribute that to them just being old as fuck.
Yeah, but
Like it had nothing to
how
do
do
with
you
numbers.
know? How do you know that he was alive all this time? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. They can just be reporting it now.
And
Like
why did they
like for
wait?
example,
Why
Jack.
did they?
When's the last time we saw Jack Nicholson?
And like so when we think that these
Right.
people are dying by the numbers, like do we think that there's some people like I don't know, like moving in like the shadows, like killing people, like how do we think that they're
Assassins?
yeah, like how do we think they're approaching that? Like because
I think they do it. I think they do it like that though, bro. Because like they give you games like Hitman and shit like that, where they showing you they can do stuff like that, or
Ah,
people die with
just if
arsenic
you read the
poisoning.
reporting, you read the reporting. It says
Yeah.
so and so died peacefully in their bed.
Think about what Simple Truth just
so
shared
what
on
about
Instagram.
that means that they would have to catch them like by
I don't
themselves.
think they're
And
catching them. I think when once you agree to be part of these people, then you know what's coming.
Bro, on the shows that we watch or that they show us, they do all types
like
of grimy
I don't
stuff
know,
where
man.
these same people would
I
be
see how
doing
these
grimy stuff
athletes
to their own family.
I see how these athletes get on these podcasts and just run their mouths about things that happen in the locker rooms, and they do a lot of talking, man. And you trying to tell me that like they everybody that has walked through these doors to be in these positions to make a lot of money, you think that they can convince everybody to keep the secret that nobody is gonna like, and you can just have complete confidence that these people are going to keep
Or
the
not
secret?
all of them have
Like
kept it. Not
Yeah,
all of
not
them.
that's
all
hard
of
to
them
believe.
even
Not all of
play.
them have kept the secret. Larry Johnson has not kept the secret.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
hasn't.
but Larry Johnson, I'm not even convinced on him because he doesn't even explain how the games are rigged.
That
Like
goes to
if
show you. That goes to show you that even when they do speak out, they don't even come out. They don't even expose it all out.
but
Like
why wouldn't they just kill him? Because he ain't he's no
he
longer
hasn't really said
he's
I
not
much.
high
don't know.
profile
Maybe it
anymore.
don't work like that.
No,
Maybe it
How it
just
don't
what
don't
like
work like
they
that.
kill high profile people day in day out without hesitation,
the thing
and
about
he's
Larry
But
no
those
he's
are
Johnson.
no longer
people
the
who's a
person that he
part
once
of the
was. So
game.
wouldn't they just kill him?
No, the
I
thing
mean,
Like
about
they
Larry
probably
Johnson
are.
is
They probably
Larry
are. Who to
Johnson is
say they not? They're gonna do
he's
it
not
by the
giving us anything.
numbers.
He's not giving
what
us
what
anything.
huh?
Bro, when they
Larry
kill
Johnson,
all of us, it's gonna be by the numbers. When they kill Zach, it's gonna be by the numbers. When they kill Truth, it's gonna be by the numbers. This is
I
the field they stepped in. When they kill Larry Johnson, it's going to be by the numbers. I will promise you that. I'm
but
just
what I'm
telling you
saying
that.
is
We
if they
don't
didn't
know
want
when it's
him,
gonna happen or why they
yeah.
doing what they're
But
but what
doing,
I'm
but
but
saying is
they're
but
doing
what
it.
I'm
why are
saying
we so
is
convinced? Why are we
it,
so convinced that Larry Johnson has exposed anything? I mean, what has he? Why when he
I've
did that
seen a
interview?
few times. I've
Why,
seen a few times that he's spoken on it, and he's never like Like if
No,
you are,
he doesn't go
hold
into
on,
that.
hold on,
He did
hold
the
on,
interview
no,
with Zach.
hold on.
He
No,
he didn't
listen,
talk about the blood sacrifices and all the stuff that goes on.
No, but
And
he do
but
now.
but
Every
but
day he be on Instagram going in. I've got to hand it to my man. He makes me proud. I'm not even
yeah,
gonna lie because I don't see anybody who was in that position do what he does, and they do not speak his name ever. And he's one of the best Chiefs that ever play for the Chiefs,
yeah,
and
I
they do
agree.
not speak his name ever. You don't see them say his name. Period. They do not acknowledge that man. I'm telling you, bro.
I
We
agree.
don't never see them acknowledge that man, bro.
I
We
agree.
just see
I,
him going in. I see him going in every day on the gram.
Yeah,
He's
and
exposing a
and
lot of
another
shit.
point is I don't see him attending any of these ceremonies. Like you know how they bring former players into the Super Bowl, and
Yeah.
he's not
And
there
when
with.
a nigga die, he all over it. He drop a decode video himself. So I'll be seeing it, bro. He heavy on the
Yeah,
33
you're
right
right. He's
now,
really.
too.
That's what I'm saying. So not
Larry be
all of them
doing
have
it.
kept the secret. He's letting people know, like, yo, listen, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I
He
just
didn't
heard
start
Eddie
doing that.
Griffith,
but he's not exposing anything though. He's doing gematria what he learned from Zach.
and that's
Like
cool
get
because
no
everything is
no no
exposed,
no.
Topsy.
If give us the don't damn with Zach. Zach is an outsider. You are an insider. So show us what you seen within the inner
That's
workings
what I
of
meant.
this
That's what
machine.
I
But
meant
he
in the
he
beginning when I
said
said
little
he
stuff,
really
but
hasn't
like,
exposed anything because he hasn't given us anything that we didn't already know.
That's
right,
what I'm saying. That's
right.
exactly what I'm
That's what
saying
I
right
meant.
there. Like
That's what I
if
meant
you're
when I
in the
said.
inner circle, if
That's
you're
what I
in
meant
the inner
when I
circle
said.
and you know the inner workings of this whole machine, we don't want to hear what Zach taught us. Zach is an outsider. He doesn't know. Show
Yeah,
us what you
yeah,
seen.
yeah. That's what
Show
I
us
I
meant
what
when
mean,
I
you
but
said he
what
seen.
we
hasn't given us
saying
anything
be
new.
exactly what's going on. We already know. It ain't
No,
Yeah.
we
nothing
don't.
more. It's
We
like
don't
y'all
know though.
asking for some
We
We
don't
don't know.
know.
magic
We
or
don't know
We
something.
don't know,
there's a
bro.
lot
This
of
We
things we
don't
is
don't
know.
know. Like for example, where
We're
do they
not the
go?
we're not on the inside. We're
Hold
on
on,
we're on the outside
no, we
looking
not on
in.
the inside, but we see that
obviously,
this stuff
obviously, there's
was
people out
happening.
there, celebrities that are faking their deaths, right? We don't know where they're going. I mean, we can all
Exactly.
confirm that Kobe's still alive.
No, I can't confirm
No,
that,
we
man.
Come
can't.
on,
I
man.
This
don't.
is what I'm saying, truth. We can't confirm if any of these people are alive because they only are presented. We only see them when they're presented to
Be
us.
honest, man. Y'all
We
can't.
don't never see
Y'all
them
think
any
Kobe
other
died?
time.
I really think Kobe died.
I don't know,
I
bro. I
don't
don't
Be
know.
honest.
like
Be
this.
honest.
This
No,
is my
not in
approach
no
right here, bro.
helicopter accident. No, I don't
This
think
is
so.
this
No.
is my whole perspective on life, bro. Like when it comes to Jesus Christ, that's somebody that supposedly existed thousands of years ago. I wasn't back then, so I don't
Right.
assume or act like I know what was happening back then. I don't know
Exactly.
no Jesus Christ, and I'm not gonna act like I know Jesus Christ. And
Yeah.
that's my whole approach to this stuff too. I'm not within the inner circle of these people, so I'm not gonna say what's happening, what's not happening. I don't know shit. I can only assume what's happening.
You have. Come on, man. You have a sixth sense, right? You can tell when something is fishy.
No,
You
no,
don't
the
need
thing
to. You don't
because
need
it's
to
a
know
lot of times in life
100%.
where something seems like it's true, but you come to find
So,
out it's
what
not
do you
true.
think? What do you think? What do you think happened to Kobe Bryant?
I don't know. I don't. That's the point that I'm making. I don't know. I'm not going to act
So if
like
you
I
had
know.
to
I wasn't
choose,
there.
if you had to choose A or B, is he dead? A, B, alive?
I don't know.
You can't. You
It's
can't
just
answer. I don't know.
it's just like when people argue about if the Earth round or flat.
How can you answer? I don't know.
I've never
Listen,
seen the
bro.
Earth in
To
its
be
entirety
honest,
with my
though,
own eyes.
Topsy.
I don't
But to
know.
be honest,
It's not the
Topsy,
same thing. The
but
shape of the
Topsy,
earth and the death of Kobe Bryant, two different things.
Say it
but
again.
Topsy. All right, so think
Say,
about it
hold
like
on, hold
Knowing,
on.
this.
Let Arthur say that again.
knowing the shape of the earth and knowing if Kobe is dead or alive is not the same thing.
It's not the same thing, but you still don't know though. You weren't there when the plane crashed, or you don't know if he actually got on a plane. I don't
That's what
know.
I'm saying too. Yeah, we
How
don't
can
know
you
that.
how
What's
can
his
you
thought
say
if
that
he
you know
did?
Kobe not alive? Like how can you say that? It's not way possible.
Why we didn't get any proof that he did die?
They showed you the autopsy report.
They didn't show us anything. They
That's it.
showed us a
But
bunch of words on the
that's
paper.
not enough. The autopsy
They
report could be forged.
and that's my whole point. And like I don't even I'm not saying that I believe the autopsy report. I'm saying that there's not enough proof to say whether or not he did or didn't die. That's my whole
No.
point. I
Yeah,
don't
it's
pick
not
no
enough
side.
proof.
It,
It's not enough proof. I
it's
agree,
just like
Topsy.
it's just like with the shape of the earth. Literally, no one on this earth has ever seen the earth in its entirety with their own eyes to say whether or not
Exactly.
it's round or flat.
Exactly.
You've never seen the shape of
exactly.
the earth. You can only go by what they
What
tell
they're
you.
You do
saying.
realize
Yeah.
that
You literally have never seen the earth, bro. You can
let me
only
explain
go by
something.
what these people tell you.
Let Truth say what are you gonna say to Truth? What you say?
You realize that if you're like, for example, if you're on a jury at a trial, none of us really seen the crime, right? But
Right.
you the way you are able to conclude to reach a conclusion is
It's
by
through evidence.
by listening to all the data, all the evidence, and all the things that the prosecutor is showing you, right? And
Right.
that's how you become. That's how you go. You get to a conclusion and say, you know what, this person is either guilty or not guilty,
Right.
right? None of us see the crime. We didn't see when this person raped so and so or shot so and
Right.
so. It wasn't caught
Right.
on camera. Like the YMW Melly case, it wasn't caught on camera. There was no witnesses, but there's forensic evidence. There's things that they are showing, prosecutors showing the way
There's
the bullet went.
there's the
There's
lyrics of him
testimony.
telling on himself. There's the
Yeah,
lyrics of him telling on himself.
well, the
But
lyrics
that came
they
that
can't use the
song
lyrics.
came out before the
They
shooting.
can't use the lyrics. They can't use the lyrics in trial
That
because
song came
that's a
out before the shooting, though.
that's a
That's
form,
the thing.
exactly.
Like this
That's
stuff
a
that's
form of art
happening,
form.
bro. We can't really say. Like I lean
But
more
what I'm
to
saying
the
is, hold on,
side of Kobe
let
is
me
alive
let me finish.
because Kobe
Let me
seen
finish.
that show of him
Like
dying in a helicopter.
like
It's
for,
no
No,
for
way he
me,
did not
for
see
let me
me,
that.
finish. Let me
I,
finish.
It's
Let me
I,
no
finish.
way
I
he's
believe.
did.
Listen, bro. I believe in. I don't believe in theoretical or hypothetical speaking, bro. I believe
No,
in
just,
empirical.
let me finish my point. Let
Listen,
me finish my point.
listen,
Look,
listen, bro.
what I'm
Listen,
saying
listen.
is,
I
even
know
if
for a
you're
fact.
in the
I know
courtroom,
for. Listen, I
hold
know
on,
for a fact.
Topsy, hold
Go
on.
ahead.
What I'm saying is, if you're in the courtroom, you're not gonna see the crime, but you piece together all the clues to reach your conclusion. With the Kobe Bryant case, we had all the clues, we pieced everything together, and we can reach a conclusion whether the guy died or not, whether it's a
Yeah,
hoax.
but the thing about trial though, because I know about this. You have to have 12 unanimous jurors saying guilty or not guilty, and it's always it's a lot of times where some of them don't know, so they don't give a verdict, and
And
that's
they
that
can't leave until they do.
no, you don't. It becomes a mistrial, and you just
Oh,
do
they, oh
redo a
yeah, but
trial.
that don't happen too often.
It don't, it,
It happened to me. I had there was eight people saying I did do it, four saying I didn't do it, or four no eight people saying I didn't do it, four saying I did do it. I went to trial, bro, some time ago, and I
Did
know
they
how
Yeah,
this works, bro.
did they have
Mistrial,
cameras? Did they have
mistrial.
cameras in
huh?
the courtroom?
What you mean cameras in the courtroom?
Yeah, was they recording the trial when you was on
Yeah, they
trial?
record the trial. What the whole point I'm making behind that it's not everybody's going to always say yes, I believe this happened, or no, I didn't believe this happened. It's going to be something to say I don't know, and it becomes a mistrial. You have to have 12
Yeah.
unanimous saying I didn't do it,
but
12
I
unanimous
think
saying I
in the
did
case
do
of
it.
Kobe Bryant, I think you're choosing to say I don't know just for the sake of argument.
No, I don't know. I wasn't there, bro. That's just like boom. This conversation right now is happening. I know it's happening. You know it's happening. Ocho know it's happening. Like I can attest to that. I know this conversation is happening. This conversation is without doubt happening. What I can't prove is that Kobe Bryant died or not because I wasn't there. Like one is a theory, one is empiric. Like that's how I move about life, bro.
What
It's
happened?
either I know or I don't
Okay,
know.
so
I'm
whether
sitting
or
here
not
holding a
you
water
confirm,
bottle in my hand right now. I know for a fact I'm holding this water bottle in my hand. I'm
so
shaking
whether
it.
or not
I
you
can
can
feel how
confirm
cold it
that or
is.
not,
I know
you
it's
do
happening.
agree that it was a ritual.
Say what?
Whether or not you can confirm that he's dead or alive, you can't confirm that it was a ritual. Yes.
Without doubt. It's not a coincidence that the Lakers didn't appear
What
in the
happened to
finals for
Topsy?
a
I can't hear him
decade.
no more.
And then out of the blue, when Kobe died, they go to the finals and they win. And then you look at the way it aligned. He was 497 months, 3 days, 4973 to 666 prime number. No way that's a coincidence considering the
Topsy
history
mic
of
went
Kobe.
mute.
Yeah, I think he's doing something.
Oh,
I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that yeah, you just have to
No, I'm
use
still here, y'all.
yeah. I think that
I just believe in like what's concrete, bro. I can't speak on something that I wasn't a part of. I wasn't there. I can't speak on if Kobe is dead or not. I can't tell you
I
whether or not
agree.
Jesus Christ ever existed.
I agree.
I never met no Jesus. I don't know nothing about that. I don't believe that a human being walked on water or a human being died and was dead for
a
3 days
lot
and
of
then came back to
stuff to
life.
me
I
that's
don't
been
believe in none of
presented to
that.
us.
Like it has to fit
You
within the
know,
realm of
living
reality
on
for me
this
to believe it. And I have to
place
experience it.
Well,
is
you
I don't
what
can't
know
I've
whether
say
the
that
earth is
though,
round or flat.
Topsy. You
we
can't really say
never
that. You
seen
thinking
more
too.
than half of the stuff that we've been taught and told.
say that again.
So everything that we learn living on this rock, everybody, majority of everybody memory is something that they heard or was taught. More than 50% of your knowledge is what you heard and what was taught. So
And it's all
basically, you're
it's
saying you
all
don't even
theoretical.
know
If you
your
didn't
own
experience it
life.
yourself, if you
If you
didn't experience
saying,
it
"Oh,
yourself,
I don't
you
know
can't
if he
speak about
died
it
or if
empirically.
he did
You
die,"
can't speak if you
we
didn't
don't know
experience something
everything that they
yourself.
taught us in school was true.
Yeah, but if you didn't
We
experience it
don't know
yourself, you can't
if it
speak
really
about it like
happened.
it's
They just
gospel,
said it
like you know
happened,
for a
and it
fact it
probably
happened.
never happened.
Yeah, but
I just don't.
I didn't see who invented the car, but I can come to the conclusion that the car was not here before man.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Topsy,
saying?
that's like saying
Right,
you don't know if slavery happened just because you wasn't here when slavery happened. That shit
right.
really happened. They really
But
was doing
you
that
can
shit,
only speak
bro.
about it theoretically,
But
though. You
as
can't speak
far as
about
Nah,
it
like
they
trying to
really
prove
did
in
if
that
empirical
somebody
shit,
terms.
died or
bro. They
not,
really did that. That's not no
we only could go
theoretical
by what
situation.
they
It's
show us.
theoretical if you didn't
That's
experience
the
it
thing,
yourself.
though,
It is
Topsy.
theoretical.
Propaganda.
Topsy,
That's it.
you thinking too
And
like
like a
too
lot of
absolute.
celebrities, you know what I'm saying?
No,
I
yeah, yeah,
really
hell yeah.
have
I'm an
Hold
faith
on,
that they
absolutist. If I
not
don't experience it
hold on,
myself,
EV.
I
Let me
don't, I
say
don't,
this. Hold on,
and
I
EV. Can
don't
I say
speak
this?
on it.
and
Can
If
I?
I don't experience it
just
myself, I don't speak on it,
relocated
bro. I don't
somewhere
know.
else. I
We
don't know
can't
if you
all
heard
speak at the
about,
same time.
a whole underground city that's been built underneath America through the tunnels and stuff like that. We don't know who's down there, but it's down there. There's people down there. There's a whole city down there.
But you can only speak about it from a
They probably
theoretical
just not
standpoint
up
because
here
you never
where
experienced it.
everybody else is. They just down there
That's what I'm saying, though,
that life.
Topsy. We
What's that?
can't really speak like this
Like
because
like
our
when
own.
Pop
Hold
Smoke died, I
on,
don't believe he
I
really
can't
died.
speak it.
When Nipsey, they showed him, on the fake stretcher and the fake ambulance. I don't think he dead. Just
Yeah,
like
I'm saying
you
so
proving
you
my
don't have
point.
to
You
see
proving my
you don't
point.
have to see that if he died or not. You can tell by the shit that they're showing us that the shit is a hoax.
right,
Exactly.
Like George Floyd, the ambulance gets to the scene, and they don't even try to give him CPR. They just roll him over to the stretcher, put him in the ambulance, and leave. Like those are
right.
not things that look realistic. You don't
Yeah.
have to
That doesn't
confirm
mean
if
it's
he's
not
dead or
real though.
alive.
That
The
doesn't
things that
mean it's
they're
not
showing
real
us
though, bro.
doesn't look realistic.
You can
But look,
watch
that's what I'm saying,
movies
Topsy. It's
and it
we
look
can't.
real,
Oh,
Go ahead,
and that's
Ocho.
all acted. You know what I'm saying? And these fake deaths that they got, these so-called celebrities, they don't look real. They don't look as graphic or real as you watch
Yeah,
in a
and it's always
movie.
the same thing. They're also showing the camera vision. The camera's always blurry. It's always the same bullshit. It's always the same story. It's always on 33rd Street or 38th Street. It's always the same shit. That's how you can.
exactly.
That's how you can piece together. Like, okay, this is one of those. Another one of those
I'm not.
hoaxes.
We're not saying that it's not a ritual, but that
I'm
doesn't
trying to
mean that the
come
person didn't
like
die.
I just
That
want to
doesn't
know
mean that the person
why.
didn't die
You know
though.
what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
but
why
if I'm saying is
why
if he
is
did die,
nothing?
why all the mystery? Why all the confusion? Why the blurry camera vision? Why all the secrecy? Like why do they have to hide? Why does Kobe have to have a private funeral if he's really fucking dead? Why nobody?
Right.
How you trying to tell me none of his fucking star players went to Kobe Bryant's funeral? It was a private funeral. Only like 4 people went. How?
Right.
He's
Four
Kobe
people.
That's
Bryant.
wild.
It was
He's
a lot of
Kobe
people that
Bryant.
went to his
You trying to
funeral.
tell me LeBron didn't go to his funeral? Shaq, Michael
LeBron did go
Jordan?
to his funeral.
No, they didn't
Right,
go.
LeBron did go to his funeral,
Not to the private one.
right.
bro. He had a lot of people at that funeral.
No. He had that was the memorial where when Michael Jordan was crying, oh Kobe, oh this and that. I'm talking about the private one on February 7th, 2020. There was supposed to be just a handful of people that went. Nobody else had
27. Ritual
Yeah,
27. So
yeah,
that's what I'm
yeah.
saying,
the
bro.
38th
Like
day of the
I'm,
year. Yeah.
I'm just
I'm
saying, like,
on.
bro,
Listen,
like,
Topsy.
how can we say whether or not something happened if you weren't there firsthand to
But that's
experience it
the thing,
yourself?
though.
But that's
And
what I'm
I
saying.
agree,
Why all
Topsy.
the
I agree
mystery?
with
If
that
he
level of.
died, why not just show us a fucking funeral? Why show us the open casket? Why hide that from the public? Kobe Bryant is a public figure. You
Bro,
already made him
but
public.
how many celebrities have said
Hey,
they
yo, I
this is a
can't I can't
private
hear Topsy. I see something moving, but I can't hear him.
I can hear him.
who?
We
Yeah,
all
You
hear
can't hear
him. I
me?
hear
I
him.
don't know.
I don't think you
Yeah,
hear us.
yeah, that's probably you, bro.
But Topsy,
And I see the other person,
what I'm
Ocho, and
Topsy, what I'm
I
saying
can't
to
hear
you,
him
bro.
either. I hear you though,
You
Art.
can
I
Go
hear,
hear
ahead,
you.
Ocho.
I can hear
What
both.
what
Go ahead. What you were saying?
what I'm saying is like we thinking too absolute when it comes to certain things. Yes, I agree, Topsy. I am 100% on the side of I can't speak on much things that I haven't seen or experienced myself. I don't go by a lot of stuff that was written and given to me by man, right? But our whole existence itself. The fact that we are even here is something that we can't explain. The fact that I'm talking to y'all on my phone through the internet waves while y'all are where y'all at, and Simple Truth is where he is, like we can't even explain
We
how
don't
this
even
is
know
possible.
how this shit is
What
working.
exactly? We can't
but you know for a
explain it.
fact that it's happening though. You know for a fact that it's happening
Yes, because we're
because I can hear
experiencing
you,
it. Yes,
you can hear
but
me.
life itself, us being here and coming in the way it is, and the design of everything, and how everything is this and that, we can't explain how he did this stuff. All of this detail and
Yeah,
all of
what
this,
what
not just
who
the
decided
entity
our
that
gender?
created all of this.
Like
We can't
where
say
did all that shit come from? Who decided
it
what gender we was gonna be or what
Who
family
decided what?
exactly.
Who
We
decided what?
can't say that it's
our
not
gender?
happening just
Who
because
decided
we
our
wasn't
gender?
there.
What family
We
we
can't
belong
say
to?
that.
What location we was
We
gonna
can't
be
say
from?
what?
Who
We can't
decided
say that it didn't
our
happen
gender?
just because we wasn't there.
I'm
We
not
also
saying that it didn't happen. I think you miss you taking my words out
Who
of
came up
context.
with this
I'm
12
saying that
months?
if I
Why we
didn't
ain't got
experience it,
13
I can't
months?
say whether or not it
Why
happened or it
Ethiopia is the
didn't,
only
bro.
country
That's all
with
I'm
13
saying.
months?
Like
What you were saying on top of you guys, just one at a time, so that way we can all hear.
Yeah, that's what
EV
I'm saying.
can't hear
I
us.
can't hear nobody talking besides you, Art.
Yeah, he
You
can't
wanna
hear
maybe
us.
just come back in and then
yeah, just leave and come again. Yeah. What I'm saying is, if I didn't experience it, bro, I can't say whether or not it happened or it didn't happen. And I think y'all are saying that, you saying not to be absolute, but how you're ultimately saying, you have to pick a side. Either it did happen or it didn't happen. I feel like you don't have to. If you don't know, you just don't know, and you play neutral. You
Right.
just don't
yeah.
know.
But I was the reason I used the courtroom example is because in court, you have to make a decision sometimes.
No, you do, and one of your options is you
But
don't
not
know.
in. But how many times do you get to see like the actual crime happen? Very rarely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna say I think like like I can't stay neutral on certain shit because I feel like
Yeah, you can't.
Kobe
There's
knew
certain
when he had to score 81. Kobe
I,
knew. Kobe knew
I
when he had to
I don't
score
know about that, man.
41 and
Because
leave with
look,
4.1 seconds left.
you
He
you
knew
you
that.
you
So what
trying to
I'm
tell
saying
me
is
when Devin Booker broke his nose that he knew that was going to happen?
probably because why did
Nah,
they
man.
have the
Hell no,
girl
man.
wearing Steve?
No,
Why
no,
they had the
nobody
why
can
did they
act
have
like that, bro.
why did they have the girl? Bro,
Or
we
last,
watched
like,
oh my god,
listen,
Topsy. Hold on, Topsy. We got wrestling out here where they use fake blood all the time.
nah,
Who's
man.
to
Like
say they ain't
they
use
showed it
fake
plain.
blood then?
They showed it plain as day when the dude ran his head into the guy's nose, bro.
Well,
Like that's
so
not.
explain why Steve Nash wife or the owner's wife was wearing Steve Nash with a broken nose on his shirt.
exactly like see what
Why
happens to
was
wear
that
that shirt
there?
that day.
Yeah.
Like
I can't
Explain
explain
that.
that, bro. I can't. I
That's
just
what
you
I'm
just can't.
saying.
You can't
She
convince me
don't
that a
never
person.
be there any other day. Tati,
Yeah,
she never
I can't
there.
explain it,
her
bro. But
wearing
you
that
can't
shirt
convince
though,
me that
you gonna have
a
any other
person
shirt
just
on.
you can't convince me that a person just decided to run their nose into somebody's head, bro.
They
Or
play
earlier
no,
last
but
round,
that whole thing was planned. I don't know why
nah,
they did
man.
it, but it
You know
was
how painful
planned.
that is, bro. You know how painful it is to hit your nose, bro.
Yeah,
Like to get
bro.
hit
We
in the
got
nose.
yes. You know how painful it is to stand there and let a man smack you, but they got people doing that. They got niggas
But,
standing there and letting them slap each other
man,
for
that's
money.
slapping though. I'm
So
talking
these
about letting a
people will
nigga.
do anything for
Mic
money,
check.
bro. They
So
will
so
do
so so
anything
so
they
you
tell them
believe
to do.
so you believe last round when Wimby fell on the floor and hit his head like that on the ground, you think that was intentional?
It
That was a
Yeah,
probably
part of the
wasn't.
script.
yeah,
It probably wasn't. That's
yeah,
probably a part of the
This
real
man said,
aspect
yeah.
of these
Somebody said, yeah.
things.
You actually
yeah.
These
believe
things are.
Yo,
somebody
yo,
I'm not
you
gonna
slammed
got
say
him?
yeah. I'm gonna
I
say
think I
it's
think I
probably
think
the real
Tati,
aspect of these
you
things,
keep
but it didn't
you keep
change the script.
I think you keep underestimating the power of these actors.
No,
what's the difference?
I don't
What's the
think we know
difference
enough.
between somebody getting
I don't
paid to
think we
go
know enough
MMA?
because I
What's the
think we can all
difference?
agree that how
Yeah,
can
exactly.
they
What is the difference between
do
what goes on, what happens in the MMA than what happens in the NBA?
Yes, they
say
getting
what?
paid for it.
In the MMA, they get punched in the face and all that. But what's the difference?
I'm talking about this man Wimby slammed his head on the ground. You trying to tell me that's a part
That's
of
the
the
same thing
script?
that goes
He
on in the
purposely did
MMA.
that? Come
No, it's
on, man.
probably not. But it didn't change the script. The script and the game ending stayed the same. Now that happening, him falling, maybe tripping over somebody, that can actually happen because you're running up and down the court. But that's probably the real aspect of things happening. But not when you have placed the owner's wife with Steve Nash with a broken nose in a shirt only at this one game when this happens and she's sitting right in the eye shot of the camera, right behind. Only
So, so,
one time
so,
ever does
so
this
what about
happen. That's planned, bro.
so,
That's
so what about Joe
planned.
Theismann? What about Joe Theismann bringing his leg? We clearly saw his leg snapping too.
I
What
seen I
about that?
seen Hayward,
Joe,
Gordon Hayward do the same thing. That's probably real. He
Yeah, I
probably
mean,
really
same thing
fell,
happened
broke
with
his
Paul
leg.
George.
okay, then. So how are they doing that then? If this is a part of the script, because
But
33 years
but
later they
was the
had Alex
owner
Smith do
wife
the same
placed
thing.
behind them with a
I want to
shirt
see
on
the
with the
script.
fucking nigga with a broke
I
No.
want to
leg?
see the
No.
script for proof.
Explain
They just
explain Alex
fucking
Smith
broke
doing the
their
same.
leg.
Explain Alex Smith having the same exact entry as Joe Theismann on the same part of the field, same team against the same person in the defensive position. How is that possible? Like you can't explain these things right here. Joe Theismann really snapped his leg in two. Alex Smith really snapped his leg. Like it showed it.
Well,
It
you
was
can't
plain as day.
prove that.
So
You
maybe
you
that.
can't
How
So
you
pick a
can't prove
side.
it?
maybe
They
You
showed
got
it.
you
You
got
maybe
to
can
the
go right
question
coach
now
of
that.
the
on
other
YouTube. Go look
team
at it, bro.
told
What you
that
talking
guy
I
to
about?
mean,
go over
you
there
know,
and break his
I've
leg.
seen
Why
on
did they go
TV
go
they
attack
show
his
people
leg?
going to the
I
moon.
mean,
I still
can
don't
we
believe
just
that
say
shit.
some things is authentic and some's
Bro, they
not?
showed it on live TV, the man's leg snapping in half. You can go look at it right now
So
on
All right,
YouTube,
so
bro. What you
look,
talking about?
Topsy, think about it like
They
this.
they have
Who?
they have really good fucking CGI technology, and they probably had it
CGI,
back
man.
then
That's
too.
that's that's
No,
amazing
listen,
right there.
Topsy.
Live
Think
TV
about
did
it like this,
CGI.
Topsy. Topsy, think about it like this. How who's to say that the coach of the other team, that defensive player you're talking about that snapped his leg, who's to say the coach ain't tell him to do that? Now, when I
How-
say that,
You
I
you
say
you
how
you
many
can't.
plays before him snapping his leg did they attack that running back's legs or whatever position he played his legs? How many times? We don't know. We didn't think about that until he fucking broke his leg. Now, how
You
many
can't
times did
purposely
they
snap
If
somebody's
attack
leg
his
in half,
legs
though,
if
bro.
he
before
broke
that?
his leg,
You
That's
can't.
what I'm
He did.
saying.
It showed it
If
on
he did,
TV,
no,
bro.
he
The
broke his
man's leg
leg.
was
But what
broken
we
in half. It
saying
was
is,
dangling. You seen it dangling.
who's to say they wasn't attacking his legs? They could have said, "Yo, every time y'all tackle this nigga, tackle his legs. Try to
So
break
how do you
his
know it's
legs."
gonna work
They
though?
will
How do you know it's
try to
gonna
do
work?
that shit.
This is live television. How do you know it's gonna work? How can you have
You don't
complete
know.
confidence that it's
You
gonna work?
don't
Okay,
know. I
I got
can't
a
Exactly.
say that.
question
I
for
That's what
you,
I'm
can't say
Topsy.
saying.
you
I got a
don't know
question.
it's
I got a
gonna
question.
work.
that
Hold on,
fucking
let me
Kirk
tell you.
dude got shot on live television. You can't prove it went one way or the other with him
Yeah,
either.
that's what I was about to say.
Exactly.
How can you
Exactly.
prove that these are actual injuries?
Right.
You can't. You say you can't prove Charlie Kirk
Exactly.
got shot.
Yeah, we
You
You
don't
just
you
said you
know.
can't
can't prove
prove he
I
Charlie
got
Kirk
know
got
shot.
shot.
No,
You
I
just seen the
wasn't
next,
there.
huh?
you wasn't there. You
prove
didn't
it.
see him, right?
Yeah, you weren't there,
So
bro.
so you saying
You
that
wasn't
you
there.
didn't see that big ass
Oh,
hole
you're
in his
just
neck?
watching TV.
But
You're just
That's what I'm
watching
saying. You're
TV and
watching
believing
it.
shit.
You're
Yeah,
watching
I've
it
been
through a
seeing a
screen.
million videos of people showing how
Yeah,
that
I
shooting
can
was
show you a
fake.
bunch of stuff. Al Pacino got shot in Scarface.
He got shot
Yeah,
in Scarface,
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. It's a
yeah.
movie, bro.
Oh, it's
but
a
that's
Come
what
on,
movie.
we
man.
Oh,
watching.
so
We
it's
That
not
was
Oh,
watching
even
that was
live
just
a
being
movie.
silly.
TV is also a world stage.
We
Right.
watching live movies. They do live. They do
Uh-huh.
live skits. They do
Hey,
live
Ocho,
shows.
I'll give you that, Ocho. I
Broadway is
wasn't there.
live.
I wasn't there, so I
Yeah, we
can't say
wasn't
whether or not
there.
that happened. I give you that. But what I'm saying is, how do you get Joe Theismann's leg to snap like that, bro?
How do you
On
know it's a
national
real
TV like
Props.
that,
I
injury?
don't know,
How do you
Props.
and
man.
then
know?
33 years
Television
later,
props.
Alex,
I
huh?
don't
Yeah,
know.
it could be
Stage props.
it could be something there, something that made his leg appear that way. We don't
Man,
know
he
if
You
it's
just a
weren't
real
there,
injury.
bro.
slave.
You
They
don't
don't
know.
care what they do to him. He's just
I
a
mean, of course
slave.
I
They
wasn't
told
there,
them
bro,
niggas
but
to break his
I,
leg.
Could have even
I
been
don't know, bro.
Break that
CGI.
man
It
I
legs.
looks
think they're
pretty real to
20
me, man.
years
The
in
man's leg
advance
was
with the
dangling.
CGI. They're always
Yeah,
20 years in
think about it.
advance.
All those injuries happened before they even introduced AI to us.
So
Think
if
about
it's
how
CGI,
amazing
bro,
AI
hold on.
looks.
If it's CGI, then
They
how are
they
the
had
players
they
able
had
to
the
see it?
AI and CGI before fucking they even released it to us.
Hell yeah,
So what about the
Yeah,
players on the
bro.
field then that's actually seeing it happen? Their reaction to it,
They are a
still
part of the
acting, man.
script.
You don't
We
even know if
can't
they
go
really.
by nothing they
bro.
say because
This
they a
is a
part of that
You're gonna
shit, man.
believe.
so
You're
so
gonna
Fuck
so
all
the,
of
believe.
so the
them.
so, so the fans are a part of the script too.
No, the fans is just the fans.
Oh man, so the
But
fans are
People
reacting
see.
too though.
I
Like,
agree with you, Topsy, on his leg breaking, but what I'm saying is they
you,
probably told him to break his leg. That's what
to
I'm telling
actually
you.
say
also,
that that man's
you
leg
can't say
snapping
his
is
leg
CGI is
is
crazy,
broke. We
I
don't
and
know
don't
if
especially
think
it's
that
broke.
was CGI.
No, no,
Come
no,
on,
no.
man,
I'm
like that's
saying it's
nonsense, man.
possible. I
That's
ain't
that,
making
that
no claims. I'm just investigating and thinking of possibilities here.
But just
I'll
think
think
about
of
it
a million
logically though.
different
You got
possibilities.
players reacting
I'm
and you
not
got
gonna
fans sitting
just
there
pick
reacting
a
at it.
side. I ain't gonna just pick a side and be like, oh, he really did it.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel you. I'm with that too. I'm with that too, bro. I'm with complete like just being neutral about it, man. But I'm just looking at what they show on TV, and then I
You're
see the
not
players react,
neutral.
and I
You're
see
picking a side.
I'm seeing the fans react, huh? No, but I'm still not picking a side, bro, definitively, bro.
Cobra.
I don't know.
At the end of the day, I don't know none of this, bro. I can't tell you what is what unless I experience it myself.
This is the
I'm just
thing,
saying, going by what we've seen
what
on
you're
the
looking
TV,
at. This
you
is what
see
you're
the
looking
fans
at.
reacting and you
This
see
is
the
what
players
you're looking
reacting, bro.
at. The fans
How can
can't
that
see
be CGI?
the fans can't see what's
Nah,
going on
fuck the
with his leg.
CGI
The
argument.
fans are
That's
reacting
bullshit.
for players
Really
falling
Yeah,
can't.
before
they're
Hey,
reacting.
were
anybody
you
else.
there when JFK got shot and all the people on the streets were crying? Did you see those reactions?
Yeah, I seen their reaction. Yeah, I seen the way his wife was trying to get out the car.
Stop. Man.
So you
That's
believe he got shot?
I mean, what else am I to believe,
He
bro?
really got shot because of the reactions, right?
No,
what I'm saying. You're going
go back
about
and go back and listen to his conspiracy speech that he gave. Then you tell me whether or not that it was scripted or not, bro. These people wanted
Nah,
him
bro,
dead, bro.
nah. We can't
Where,
Have
say
you
bro,
ever
that,
where,
heard of
bro.
crisis
Cause
actors?
Kanye West
Have you
come
ever
out
heard of
every 2
crisis
months
acting?
and say some shit
bro?
Have
like
you
The
ever
that.
heard of
man head
crisis
splitting
acting?
open, bro.
look how I'm gonna show you how
Have
he
you ever
talks.
heard of crisis actors and acting?
Yeah,
Yeah.
crisis
No?
Yeah,
actors and crisis acting has nothing to do with a man getting his head split open. The
But
man
that's
head
what
was
you
split
wasn't
open.
Oh.
there.
Oh,
You
the
seen that through
reactions. They weren't
video.
crisis actors, is what you're saying. They were 100% not
Crisis
crisis
actors are
actors in
people
your
that
world.
was at 9/11, the scene of
Say that.
9/11 or something like that.
No,
Like
no, no, no,
I
no, no. It's not just 9/11. It's a tactic we've been using as human beings for a very long time.
so you
Get the
trying to
fuck
say
out
that
of here.
everybody that was out there that day of like in
You're
Arlington,
judging
Texas,
reactions. You could be reaching conclusions from some actors giving you a reaction. You're too close-minded to see
all I'm
that.
saying, bro, the footage shows that the man's head split open, and now you can no longer find that footage on
Oh, the
YouTube. And
footage
like,
shows. Well, I've seen footage of man landing on the moon. I don't
no,
believe
you
that.
didn't.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
don't
that's
believe
completely
that shit.
different, bro. That's completely
No, it
fucking
ain't. It's
different.
Well,
not
it's
the
not.
same.
Yes,
No,
it
it's
is,
it's
man.
the
You talking
same.
about? No, it's not,
It's
man.
the
You talking
same.
about a
You're
person going
looking
to
at
a whole other
TV. You're
planet.
looking at the world stage, and you're reaching conclusions. You
Yeah,
believe in
but
that shit.
they still
You're
show you the
taking
footage
the
of the moon
Kool-Aid.
landing. Hold on, man. They still show you the footage of the moon landing. They don't show you the footage of JFK getting his head split open no more. You can't find that no more on the internet, bro. It's very hard to find. So why would they
Oh,
wipe
you
that from
can't
the
find it no
internet
more.
if it wasn't a real thing?
Since when? Because I swear I could
that
They
just look
that
it
wiped
up
could
it
be
Go
from the
find it.
real.
Go
internet,
please,
my
please go
ass.
find it. You cannot find that footage on the internet. You cannot go on YouTube and find the footage of JFK head splitting
since
open, bro.
when?
You can't find
When
it.
they take that off?
It could
Go
be
Bro.
find it. Go
real.
right now while we on this live stream. Go find it right now. You can't find it, bro.
It could be real, but why? How is it lined up
Doesn't
with
prove anything.
Abraham Lincoln?
How does that not prove it? Why
Man,
wipe it from the internet? Why wipe that from the internet?
it was just on the
Maybe
internet
It,
though.
because
Why do they do
I got one.
anything they
Maybe
do, bro?
because the CGI
Yeah.
they used back in like
Homeboy keeps
what
saying this.
the
Bro,
however
I
long
can't
ago, the
take the
50s or
CGI claim
whatever,
serious, bro.
maybe
If you
that
talking about
shit they
CGI with a
used
movie,
is
I entertain
easily
it.
I'm
But when you
watching
talking
the
debunkable
about
now.
video
Wait,
CGI
you
right
with
ain't let
now
me
bro.
on
motherfucking answer your
YouTube.
question. Maybe the CGI they used back then is easily debunkable and they faked that shit so much that we could tell now, so they got to scrub it.
So let me ask you something. Do
Possibility.
you believe
I'm
you believe
watching it right
you
now on
believe Miles
YouTube,
Garrett?
bro. It's
Are
right
you
here.
one of
I
those
just
people?
watched
Are
it.
you one of those people that believe Miles Garrett is Kobe Bryant?
No, fuck
I don't
no.
give a fuck about Kobe Bryant or Miles Garrett. I
Yeah,
don't.
that
The
shit don't
celebrities
matter.
are JFK's a distraction. They're all the world stage, and you're reaching beliefs from them. That's
No,
what
Exactly.
I
I've
ain't
And
reaching.
I
I ain't
just
concluded.
reaching
watched the
nothing
video on
because
him getting
I'm
shot.
completely neutral
It's
about
on
all
there.
of it. I'm just saying like
No,
certain
you're not
situations, man.
neutral. You're picking
You
sides. You're picking sides.
no,
You
I
ain't
ain't
on
picking
the
no side.
fence.
I
No,
just
I ain't
You
watched
are
picking
the
no
picking
side.
video.
sides.
Just search it on
All right,
YouTube. Just search
Kirk
JFK
did. You don't know if
assassination.
Kirk got shot then, right? Or did he get
I
shot?
don't know. No, I don't know. You're right. I don't know.
Okay.
My whole stance is I don't know, bro. Point blank period. I'm not picking no side. I'm not saying that celebrities
So
are
can you
actually dying. I'm
admit
not
that
saying
you don't know if JFK got shot or not? Just admit
yeah,
it
I
right
can
here.
admit that. I don't
You
know.
don't.
I'm just going off of what I
Okay,
see.
thank you.
But in reality, I don't know. I don't pick no sides when it
Thank
comes to none of this shit, bro. I don't know. Unless I experience it myself from an empiric standpoint, I don't know, bro. And that comes with
Yeah, that's a
religion,
little too
politics,
neutral.
everything. I don't know,
I
man.
think you need to
Like,
be a little more responsible with your words when you're talking to me, though, because you might have accidentally deceived me with some of your claims earlier.
I mean, you take it how you take it, bro. I can only express how I feel, bro. I don't know
Constructive
what you're talking
criticism.
about. Okay, constructive. That's awesome.
I
Awesome.
think
Constructive criticism.
this whole I don't know because I wasn't there. You have to get rid of that mindset because, like I said earlier, you're not.
Nah, man,
I
you can't
disagree.
speak.
That's what I am. That's what I am. I don't know. I wasn't there, but y'all trying to program shit into me, and I got to question each and every one of you.
Ain't nobody trying to program nothing, man. I'm just going
Yeah,
off of what I seen.
Yeah, you
sometimes
told me that Joe broke his leg. You told me he broke his leg.
exactly.
You
You
didn't say,
confirmed it.
in my opinion.
Yeah, you
You
confirmed that
didn't say, so you could be deceiving me, and I got to question you. That's all
No,
I'm
I
saying.
can't be deceiving you because I'm
Just
not
like
in
how
the
I
circle
think
of
the
these
reason
people.
I jumped up, Simple Truth was saying that Kobe's not dead. Did I hear him right? Did I hear you right, Simple?
What I think Topsy is doing, Topsy is believing what the media is saying. Because if the media is saying that so
Yeah.
and so themselves, he's coming out and say, "Oh, look, this injury happened." You don't even know if the injury happened.
Yep.
And then when
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know.
so
So
why
let,
did
let
you
me
why did you
let,
say
let, let,
why
let
did
me
you
let me
say
just let me just reword that, bro. Like, cause I don't want you to take my words out of context, man. Or I may be saying it wrong. I don't know, and I'm not
All
gonna
right, so
act
what
like I
does
know,
that
bro.
matter to
why does Devin
anything?
Booker
What do you
why does
not
Devin Booker
I
knowing
get
if
respect
they
bro?
that.
done
See?
stuff or
He's doing it
not
on purpose.
matters to anything. They still doing rituals. They still using gematria. They still using numerology. They still doing spiritual
Allegedly they're
warfare.
doing that.
Really?
We don't
Is
No,
know
that
for
they
what they're
sure.
are.
doing?
No,
Can you
that's
prove
what
it
we
to
be
me?
watching them do
Can
it
you
every
prove it
day,
to me?
nigga. How many
Huh?
bets have you won while using gematria and
You're just fucking
numerology?
putting together patterns. You're just putting together patterns
Oh
and
my god,
coincidences.
bro. All right,
But but
bro.
I
but
could fucking
All
find
right.
numbers out of any fucking.
exactly,
Give me a
exactly,
Okay,
and that's
so
that's the point
Kobe
I
give
be
me
trying
scored
to
a
make too.
81,
page.
Like
Give me a
y'all,
page
his
to
big
read, and I
game
could
was
pull
just a
up all
pattern.
types of numbers and spin all types of narratives to what
and
my
that's the
mind could
point that I
make
was
it
making
bend.
before, bro. I'm not nobody, and my son was born on
Gematria
the
is a
201st.
complete waste of
My son
time
was
unless
born.
you're grifting.
My son was born on the
What?
201st day of my age,
Actually
bro.
What are
false.
you
Am
talking
I a part of
about?
the elites? My
What are you
son was born on
talking
the 201st day of my age, bro. Am I part of the elites?
Nope.
No, bro, that's
You
organic
could be, but
gematria.
that doesn't prove
I
that you're
seen
part
that
of the
happen with
elites.
my kid
No,
before.
But that's what I'm saying though.
it's
Like
just a bunch of numbers that are
this is
manipulating
what this
people's
community
minds.
does, bro.
Hold on, Shizzle. Are you
I
trolling
agree
or
with you 100.
Shizzle, hold on. Because
Yeah,
you
he
just said
trolling.
something that really bothered me. You saying that gematria is useless unless
Yeah,
you're
he's
right?
trolling.
I want to know because that's what the point of this video was. We got off track. Why do you say that? I want you to explain.
That gematria is useless.
Nah, I want to ask Shizzle.
I have seen
Who?
it benefit people that collect money from dummies on YouTube, and just
Hold on,
by
who you
giving them
asking, Simple
stupid
Truth?
But
patterns
that's
with numbers.
just them.
It
That's
gets
just
them
them.
paid.
Who you asking that, Simple Truth?
No, that's all it's good for. That's how it'll benefit anybody. If you want to get good with numbers, you can manipulate people's minds and collect donations. That's
That's
how
false.
it'll benefit you.
That's
No,
false.
that's
You are
benefiting
not
those people
trolling no
that you're talking about.
establishment. You ain't exposing no establishment. I'll tell you that.
What do you
Numbers,
mean?
what? Come on.
What do you mean we're not exposing any establishment? Yes, we are.
All right,
I
begin.
I,
I want to see
I
you
don't know,
troll the
man.
establishment for the first time. I've never seen you do it. I've
Say,
seen you
say,
for
you
Because
years
haven't
though.
seen it for what?
it,
Say it again.
I feel
Troll
like
the establishment.
I feel like
Say it again.
I feel like
Hold on, Topsy. Hold on. What you said, Shizzle? Shizzle.
I said that you don't troll the establishment. You don't call out the establishment. You do run
What do you
some
mean? What do
weird
you
little
every?
scripts that they want us to believe.
What?
What do you consider trolling the establishment?
Anarchy.
Oh, this guy right here,
Yeah,
It's the only
bro.
way.
Give us an
Listen,
example.
man. I don't know
Give us
what's
an
wrong with
example.
y'all
Okay,
people,
well, you
but
roll with the
like,
establishment and make money off the dummies by promoting it. You're promoting all these sports teams.
No,
You're
we're not.
promoting
No, we're not. We're
actors. You're
exposing
see,
them.
y'all
promoting
be
the world
worried about
stage
the
and you make
wrong
money off
shit,
of it.
bro. Y'all
You
be
make
worried
money
about the
off of it
wrong
and you
shit.
act like that these world stage people are actually the fucking elites. You don't even know who the fucking elites are.
Yes, we do know. It's the 201 crew.
Who?
The 201
The
crew.
201 crew. Prove it. Prove it.
We done it. We
Man,
done
why
it
y'all
multiple
don't
times.
go to Scott Tissue and say y'all exploiting everybody who got to take a fucking shit? I just don't get this shit, bro.
hold on.
Y'all
Let
be
me
worried about
You
the wrong
don't get
shit.
trolling the establishment. We're trying to troll the
No, what I'm
establishment. Well,
saying,
I want to
not
hear
that,
about the
not
201.
trolling the
Let him
establishment.
explain the 201 and how they are the true elite.
hold on.
Please.
Let me make a let me
He's
give you
done
an
that.
example why I think
Listen,
gematria.
listen. Hold on.
Hold on. Let me give an example why I think gematria is legit. I
Tommy,
see.
you're not gonna be able to do that, Tommy. Trust me.
No,
Let
Let
him
me,
talk. Let him
I'm just
talk.
let me answer this guy's question. Okay. For the last 8 years, I mean, even if you don't consider me doing a good job at it, even Zach has been doing it since what 2013. So that's what 13 years going on 14.
Oh, you're
So
good with numbers. You're
just
good with
hold on.
numbers.
Just hold on.
What?
The numbers that they use is what confirms that they're the ones behind it all. because they code
Who's
their numbers.
using them?
I just told you the 201 crew. Do you know who the 201 crew
How do
is?
you know? Where are you seeing this? Fox,
No,
NBC? Is that where
when
you?
We
they
see this because
when,
we practice this shit on a daily
they come up with
basis.
an event
What are
201.
you practicing? Show me the scripts.
Oh my god,
Oh,
man!
you haven't
Where
seen
did you get?
How long you been watching Gematria
Yeah, he's
videos?
weird.
it's
Yo,
weird.
let
How
me make
long
it.
you been watching this?
Go ahead, Tommy. My
Let,
fault. Go ahead.
let me make this. Let me give you an example
You
right
a
quick why I
year
think
in?
Gematria is legit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. The way you speak, Tommy, gets me annoyed. With
No. See, you get it confused, bro. I didn't say that Gematria wasn't legit. I said it's not consistent, that you can't win consistently off of it. But what I'm saying is there is something to Gematria. An example of that is when John Harbaugh was fired by the Ravens, they fired him on 180 wins. And then the next team that he's coaching is who? The New York Giants. New York Giants in the ordinal cipher equals 181. I don't think that that's a coincidence. And then
They
to
did the
to,
same with Doc
to,
Rivers in
to,
Philly.
to, to give even more validity to that is the fact that when the Patriots went undefeated that Super Bowl season, they went 18-0, and then when they lost in the Super Bowl, they fell to 18-1 against who? To the New York Giants, 181. So I don't think
Mhm.
that's a coincidence. But what my whole point is that I do not think that you can win consistently off of it, because some days numbers will hit and some days the other days numbers won't. That's my whole point.
Can you
I'm not saying that
define?
there's not
Can you
nothing to
define?
gematria. I
Can you
think games
define?
are rigged, and I think there's something to gematria, but I
Top,
do not
top,
believe that you
top.
can win consistently from it.
Hold on, Tom. Can you define the word consistent?
Consistent means it happens consistently. Consistently. That means for every
All
10 pick,
right, Topsy, hold
for
on.
every 10 for every
Topsy,
10 picks.
hold
Hold
on.
on, hold on.
Hold on. Topsy, when you answer a question, you can't answer a question with the question. I need you to define what is the meaning, what is the definition of the word consistency.
Right,
Don't say consistency means to be consistent. That doesn't define the word. Go ahead.
right.
How does that not define the word, man? That definitely does, bro. Some
No,
days the numbers will hit and other days it won't.
define the word consistent.
Google it so everybody can see it. You don't need to hear it from my mouth. Google it
But
so
you
everybody
can't
can see
Oh,
what
the
the
say
word
thing
that
is, I
though,
know
means.
I
Tati.
know the
That's
definition.
saying, oh,
I
I
think you
I
don't know
didn't
the
win with
definition.
my code, so
I
it
don't know what
ain't
the
it
word
ain't
consistency
real.
means.
I don't know.
No,
I think you
you
don't know
just
what
was
it
on the
means.
wrong
I
side.
know the definition of consistency. I'm asking you. Do you know what the definition of the word consistent is?
Consistency, bro. Something that happens consistently.
You're defining the word with the
With
word.
the word, yeah, you can't do that. But
Bro, well, if you want a better definition, instead of us wasting time on me saying it, put it on the screen so everybody can see
Okay,
it and I can prove my point.
you just proved to me that you don't know the definition of it.
I
This is
don't
why.
know. What you tell me what's the definition then?
Okay, consistent is something that goes in a pattern form. In a pattern form, it could be anything. Something that you could do repetitively in a pattern form.
Okay,
I'm gonna put the definition on the screen.
thank you. Thank you. Now you gave yours. Now let's see what it say on Google. I'm saying that for every 10 picks,
Hold on. Let me show you. Zoom in. All right, the word consistent means staying the same over time, right? Pattern, like a pattern, or being in agreement with facts, principles, or prior statements. It
but
describes. Hold
it doesn't
on,
say
hold on. It
it doesn't say
describes.
pattern, bro.
Can you hold on? It describes things that are unchanging, dependable, and free from contradiction.
Free from contradiction. You hear that key word? Free from contradiction. So if Coles is hitting one day and then they don't hit the next day, they're contradicting themselves. That's
no,
not
because
free from contradiction.
That's not
codes
what
hit
that is.
every day. Codes hit every day. You just was on
And,
the
and,
wrong
and Coles and
side.
Coles also
That
miss
don't
every
mean just
day.
you can't
Why
say
did
just
why,
because
why
you lost that it ain't happening. Just because you
no,
lost, you was
I
on the
win
wrong
betting.
side.
I win betting. I
Hold on.
win betting. And I can
That's
prove it.
okay, bro. That
You
don't
guys just
matter. What
I
I'm
can send
saying
tickets.
is if you lose,
hold on. You guys just don't, you gotta you're over speaking over each other. I told you guys not to do that. Consistent means staying the same over time. If something is staying the same over time, that is a pattern. Something that's staying the same over time. For example, celebrities dying over and over and over again around the number 38. That is a consistent pattern. The problem is you keep speaking and you're not listening. If something is staying the same over time, like for example, these shootings happening on Wednesdays and Saturdays, that's a pattern that keeps that's staying the same time and time again. It's staying the same again and again and again. Like the number 39 in New York. That is a consistent pattern with New York. That's why SGA is about to go to the finals on 39 postseason wins. And that's why the Western Conference is going to win the 39th NBA championship. That is a consistent pattern with New York teams.
Okay, so pattern. You established that. My question is, if Gematria is so consistent, how come no one is rich from this community, bro? After 13 years,
Because
you should
it's not this. Oh my God,
because it's
bro.
not what?
You think
Because
they
it's not
want
what?
you to be?
Go ahead, Topsy. Answer me.
They want you to be. You think they want you to be rich? You think they want you to get this money? You think they want you to get out of the cycle that they have us in? No, they
Of
don't
course
want
they
you
don't,
out
bro.
of it.
But if
So
Gematria is
they
what
do
y'all
these
claim it
rich.
to be, if
Bro,
Gematria is what
listen,
y'all
they
claim it to be,
do them.
somebody should be rich by now, bro.
No,
It's
listen. All
simple.
right,
Hold
look,
on. Let me answer
Topsy.
your
I
question.
decode home runs every day, bro. And even when
Nobody call no home
I
runs every
go,
day, bro.
listen, bro,
I'm in
listen.
Discord, bro. I'm in Discord. Don't nobody call home runs every day, bro.
All right, listen,
That's
bro.
cap.
I
That's
decode
cap.
home runs every day. I
What is
look
Then,
you?
well,
for
you
How
home.
should be rich
do you
then.
define the word
Just
If you
let me
catching home
talk,
runs
bro.
every day,
You
you should be
answer.
rich.
You're not even listening, bro. You answering just to answer. You're
yeah.
not
I'm not
listening,
answering just
bro.
to answer, bro.
You're
I've been in
not
this community for
listening
a
because I
decade,
didn't
bro.
say I win every day. I said I decode home runs every day. That's two different things.
Yeah, you're
I
not
never
listening.
said I win every day. I never said that. So just listen for a second. What I'm saying is I decode these home runs every day. And I call some every day, but I don't win every day. Now when I see the other people who do hit, I go back and I try to decode them and see why they hit so I can learn from my mistakes or learn how to do this better in the future. And yes, it makes you get better. But what I'm saying is, I always see when these niggas hit a home run that they did it by the numbers, bro. They did it in some way. They may not have used gematria, but they used numerology, and it's always according to the date's numerology. I've been seeing that, bro, every
I don't know,
single
bro.
day.
I've been in Discord for a
Just
little
because
minute,
I
bro.
didn't win, but this is what I'm saying. I'm not in Discord no more. It's too many clowns. Discord means conflict. Why the fuck is niggas still on there? What I'm saying is, these things that's happening, these people are hitting home runs, and it's by the numbers every single time. Just because you didn't call it, don't mean that it's not by the numbers. You have
I'm
to
not arguing
learn
that,
what
bro. I'm
they're
not arguing
doing.
that. Well, my question was, if Gematria is so consistent, why hasn't this movement produced a millionaire by now?
It is consistent, but people winning are
because
not
they don't want y'all
consistent.
to be rich.
That's the difference. They are consistently doing this every day, but that don't
And,
mean people are gonna win every day because
and
they're
what?
doing it in different ways. There's different combos every day. There's a clown who never hits who's gonna hit that day for some reason.
I
There's
feel they
days
know
where
y'all
only the
watching
heavy hitters hit.
and y'all
They
knowing,
do
and they
weird
always have
shit,
a plan
bro.
B.
It's not
Because
designed for you
sometimes
to
when
get
the numbers
rich.
line up and we think it's
Uh,
a lot,
uh,
it don't be
uh,
a lot.
hey, Simply, you just put up on the screen that somebody saying that I was a clown because I'm giving my take. Like
Hold
that's
on.
an ad hominem
Somebody,
attack.
somebody,
Like
somebody said
my,
that.
my opinion, my opinion is my opinion, bro.
Hold
Like
on, hold on, hold on.
I don't have to be in accordance with nobody.
Hold on. He said you sound like a clown because of this. Because you're very
Yeah,
defensive. It sounds like you're going against the grain, and I agree with that. I agree with that comment.
it sound like what?
That you're going against the grain.
No, bro. I'm just not. I,
That's what the clowns do. You're just arguing to argue. You're not really
but
making
that's
any
that
point.
that brother. That's an
Hey,
ad
Yeah,
hominem
because
you
attack
I'm
just
not
though,
saying,
understanding
because
what your
saying,
what your point of any of this is really though,
yeah, you're,
my
Topsy.
you're
Like,
whole
saying,
point is that we don't know, bro. That's my whole point. We
we
that's what
don't
don't
I'm
we
know
saying.
don't
You keep
what
we,
saying
though.
this
that.
Is
You
they
community
keep saying,
doing
this
this?
community
hold
you
on,
see,
man. That's what I'm saying. You keep talking over us and shit. Like one at a time. The same. You use words like consistent, and then I give you the definition, and then you realize that yeah, gematria is consistent, but then you go into
no, it's not, man. I didn't realize anything.
also just define to you why there are it is consistent. Just because somebody doesn't solve it consistently, that doesn't mean that gematria itself is not consistent. Everything they do is consistent. That's why they
Yes.
murder people by the 38 code. That's a very consistent pattern. 39 is a very consistent number with New York teams. That is a very consistent pattern. That doesn't mean something being consistent doesn't mean it's going to happen every single time. That's why I asked you. You don't know the definition of the word consistent, and you don't know because the way you're speaking. Consistent
Right.
doesn't mean every single time. It just means a pattern of time.
All
Something
right, so
Exactly.
over
can
and
you tell
over like
can
a
you tell me
pattern.
why this community hasn't produced a millionaire yet?
First of all,
You
you don't
don't
know
know
people's
that. You don't
pockets.
know that though.
You don't
You
know
don't know
how much
that.
I've made this week. You don't know how much the Ocho made this week. You're just making
So
stupid
Yeah, you
remarks.
don't know.
You don't
You
know how
don't
much
know.
Zach made. You don't know how much I betted on the Thunder in the beginning of the season. You don't know that.
Yeah, I
so
bet
so
everybody think
I
I'm
don't feel like
homeless.
so
coming on here. I don't feel like coming on here. Look, hold on. I don't feel like coming on here and be like, you know what? I made $50,000 today just to make Topsy happy. Look at all the money I made.
it's not
I don't
about
feel like
making
doing
me
that.
happy. It's about gaining more people to the movement.
I don't. I don't. People are not.
What better way
People.
to
No, it
attract
ain't.
Hey,
more
No,
people
it
to the
ain't.
people are
Because
movement?
the
still
people come to
people.
the movement.
Hold
Don't
on. Hold
even
on.
join.
Hold on.
Okay.
There's been millionaires. Being a millionaire, it doesn't prove anything. Anybody can become a millionaire at any point of their life. You can go to the
Nah, man.
store. Hold on, Topsy man. You can go to the store, put $1 on the win floor, and then boom, you hit the jackpot. Now you're a millionaire. Has that not happened?
Bro, how often does that happen though, man?
But has
That's
it happened before?
that's not even realistic. We talking about
No, but I'm
gematria.
asking
That
you,
doesn't
has it
even
ever
relate.
happened? Has it ever happened where a person takes $1, goes to the store, and wins the jackpot?
Yes, bro, but that's not
Okay, so
that has
stop.
nothing to do with gematria.
It does. It does. Because that's what? If I go to the store and win $1 million, and then I come on here and say that I won this $1 million off of Gematria, does that prove anything?
Bro, you can prove it by providing tickets.
Oh man, that's crazy. That's the
That don't make
thing.
sense.
This is
That don't
why it
make
don't
sense.
No, it
matter.
doesn't make sense
Nobody
because
wants to
here we
expose
are
this
year
shit.
after year exposing the ritual. That's what matters. Showing the videos,
Yeah,
even
that's
if
what
it's
matters.
even if it's after the fact, even as if it's after the game is over, if you're still able to show the real reason the team won on a specific date and why this team was playing against that team and what it has to do with this city and how is it connected to this tragedy. You're proving that in the video, then Gematria is consistent. All right. This is
Yeah.
how Gematria becomes inconsistent. Right. If let's say the NBA finals concludes, and then we realize that, you know what, this has nothing to do with the Oklahoma City bombing. There's no numbers to support the tragedies that happened in Oklahoma City on April 19th, 1995. There's nothing to show that. But if we are able to show, oh look, um, the Pacers lost Game 7, and the Thunder scored 194 points, like the date 19/4, and they finished upsetting the Thunder on the anniversary of the Timothy McVeigh execution. That's a consistent pattern. That's us showing that Gematria is consistent. That's us exposing them. That's why they scored 194 points in that Game 7.
194 points.
You're not making any sense when you say that
Yeah,
Gematria is not
this is
Hold
the
on.
thing.
consistent.
Y'all be
You said
worried
some
about the
hold
wrong
on, hold on.
shit,
You
man.
said
Y'all be
somebody scored
worried.
194 points?
Game 7, the Thunder. It
The
was
Thunder scored 194 points.
There was 194 points scored in that game. Sorry
In
about
the
that.
as a game
Total.
totals. This what
Okay.
I mean about the shit y'all be worried about. Be the wrong shit.
Yeah,
Like y'all be
he
worried
wants to
about the
correct me
wrong
like,
shit.
oh, you was wrong. They didn't score 194 points. I made a
Exactly.
mistake.
Don't
I made a
nobody be.
mistake.
This is
If
why
you
it's
add up the
hard to
two
get on
scores,
here and
it was
expose this.
194 points.
This is why it's hard to get on here and expose this shit because
Yeah, there's
people
too many
come in this
randos.
community when they see us. If I just get on the joint and show you that I'm winning tickets, people only gonna come here caring about winning tickets, like y'all
Exactly.
already do.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
not
You
gonna
guys don't
come
even
here wanting
care
to
about
expose nothing.
the
They
actual
just
shit
want
that
to
matters.
win.
Nobody even cares about. They don't care about the fact that they're paying tribute to something that killed hundreds of people,
No,
something
they
that killed
don't. They
thousands
just
of
care
people.
about winning
They care
money
about, oh, but you said the Pistons. What happened to the Pistons? First of all, fuck
to
the Pistons,
entertain.
fuck the Knicks, and fuck the Thunder. Why are they paying tribute to something that killed so many, that destroyed so many families?
Exactly.
So when you come on here and say Demarcus not consistent, you're basically trying to dismiss all the wrongdoing that they're doing.
Why you ain't laughing about that in the comments, Sports Gematria? Fucking weirdo. I don't get it. Like, who do you people be?
Yeah,
And what do
they
y'all
want sports,
existence be?
they want accurate sports information, but they don't want to worry about the shit that's really fucking killing. Yo, how many people died during 9/11? Like, what the fuck? That shit was right next door to me, man. Like, I can fucking see the smoke from my window.
Right.
Bro, when you get on here and you say that you're the GOAT and you're the expert decoder, and then
Okay,
when you're
so
wrong,
how am I
you
not? How am I
huh?
not when I'm making $40,000 and I'm showing you the fucking ticket? How am I not the GOAT? How am
Who
I? Who
cares
else is doing
about
that?
that though?
Who else is
Topsy, why do you
doing that?
care
No,
Who
about
else
no,
is
that?
that
doing
matters. That matters.
that? All
What
right.
like
Why?
when
That,
so
Why do you care?
hold
hold on.
on.
Like, okay, hold on. The problem is, if I'm not the GOAT, who the fuck else is even doing that? I can call myself the GOAT all I want. That doesn't mean that I am. Maybe you disagree, but I feel like I'm the GOAT when I'm able to expose these people's riddles and turn 10,000 into 40,000. That makes me feel like the fucking GOAT. So if you have a problem
I'm
with that, that's up to you. But I feel
I
like
don't
the
have a
GOAT.
problem. I don't have a problem with that, bro. I don't
But
have a
that's what
problem
I'm
with that at
saying.
all. No,
When I'm able to make $100,000 in a month, I feel like the fucking GOAT. Because guess what? I wasn't able to do that before I had this knowledge. When I'm able to go 24 games straight, I feel like the fucking GOAT. Because nobody else is doing that. That's unmatched. That's why I feel like I'm the GOAT. That's why I use that terminology. Making $40,000. I used to work at TSA. I wasn't making $40,000 in the whole year.
but who gives you your props for the 24 game win streak though?
I mean,
Before anybody else.
you give me my props, but then you take it away.
No, I don't take it back, bro. I just hold you accountable. You can't get mad when somebody gives you props. You cool with somebody giving you props, but then when somebody holds you accountable, you get mad. You
Who
can't get mad,
cares
bro. I'm just
about that though? Topsy, why do you
hold on,
care about that?
hold on, bro. I'm talking the simple truth. Hold on. I'm saying that you get on here and you say that you're the GOAT and you're the expert decoder, and then when somebody holds you accountable for being wrong, you get mad
No,
about
you
that.
don't hold me accountable. You start trolling. That's not holding me accountable.
That's not
Yeah,
trolling, bro.
y'all
That's
been
telling
on
the
This is
some
how
truth.
you hold me.
bullshit.
This is how you hold
You
somebody
can't.
accountable. You be like, Arthur, you need to be careful next time. Don't fall for this. I know what you do. I know that you know what you're doing, but just be careful because they're doing this and this and this and this.
And that's the way it
That's how you
started,
hold.
bro. And then when I
That's how
said,
you
when I hold on, hold on, and
not be in the comment section talking about, oh, what happened to this team? Ha ha ha, and then put in emojis. That's somebody
yeah,
trolling.
but
That's somebody
yeah, but it didn't start. It didn't start like that though, bro. It did start off as me saying like constructive criticism, and then like you took offense to that, and then after a while, like after you continue to take offense, and you calling me out of my not once in 8 years or however long it's been I've been following you, bro, and we haven't seen eye to eye. Not once have I ever called you out your name.
I
Never said.
do agree that I was wrong on that, and I
And
do.
that's what I'm saying. Like I'm just simply holding Gematria accountable, bro. It's not even towards you. It's just Gematria as a whole. And I'm not talking about the news. Yeah, it's consistent with the news and how it lines up with the rituals. But I'm specifically talking about sports betting, bro. Like if it's so consistent, like so it should have produced a millionaire right now. And if not a millionaire, somebody
Let
could
me
be.
put this person role. You're too busy trying to correct or trying to humble me. You want to humble me. You want me to be humble.
Yeah,
Nah,
I agree.
nah, man. I just question things,
You're
bro.
more focused on that instead of
No, man, I just
giving up
simply
your
question stuff,
promises.
bro. Like I'm not like completely sold. Like it's some people in this community, man. Like I think they off their rocker, man. Like a lot of people, like I think they get too deep in the rabbit hole with this stuff. I think stuff is rigged, and I think they do rituals, bro. But I think some people just go too far with this stuff. They a little too deep into the rabbit hole, and that's
Why
my
do you
whole point. Like
care? If they are, they are, bro.
no, it's
That's
not
their
about me
life
caring
and
about
their
them.
path.
It's not about me caring about them. It's about making sure I'm not going that deep into the rabbit hole,
So
bro.
you don't
That's the
watch
whole point.
them. You don't watch
So
them. Just like you said,
it,
Simple Truth called you out your name. Why you still watching on some
it,
man
Nah,
shit? And I'm
because
not trying to start a
I
beef
didn't
or
call
nothing.
you
I'm
wrong.
just asking you
I
as
don't
a
even call
man.
you about your name.
because I'm
What's
not a
that? What's that
sensitive
thing
ass.
you say, Pappy?
I'm not a sensitive ass bitch, bro.
Nah, but
Like
what did I
I
say?
just
What did I
call it what
say?
it is.
When I called you out
So
your name,
you,
what
I
did I
mean,
say?
it is sensitive to start trolling instead.
Yeah,
That's
but
It's
all
I'm
not.
it
It's
saying,
is.
not. I'm not trolling though. I'm not trolling.
yeah,
That's your.
trolling me. Listen,
That's your
hold on,
example of trolling. That's not.
But
hold on,
that's what he
hold on.
said. He felt like you was trolling him.
Yeah, trolling me,
And I feel like you
and if I
trolled me
respond,
before in
hold
Discord.
on, hold on, Joe, hold on. If you troll me and I respond with if my response to that is fuck you or suck my dick or some shit, you can't be mad at that because you started.
Bro, because I never said nothing offensive to you, bro.
Nah,
Those are fighting words, bro.
Exactly, big brother.
Those are fighting words, bro.
Evie. Have I ever called you out your name?
Huh?
Nah,
I never Evie. I never called him out his name. You know why? He's never trolled me ever. He's been here since like 2020, I think. In the
yeah.
6 years, he has never said anything negative to me. Never trolled me ever in 6 years. Never.
Exactly,
And
money man love.
I've never called him out his name. So I don't just do that.
Yeah, bro. But you doing that
So
like
you
when
just
somebody
weird
challenges
for me to
you.
call him
When
out your
somebody,
name.
yeah, bro. But when somebody challenges you, bro, that's not. You shouldn't take offense to that,
No,
man.
no, no, no.
It's not. It's
You're
not
not.
challenge. It's
Yeah, that's
trolling.
not a challenge, bro. That's trolling.
How, that's not trolling, man. I'm saying that Gematria is not consistent, and then you take offense to that. That's nothing to take offense to. That's
No,
my
no.
opinion.
If I ever called you out your name, it wasn't because of that. Because you've been saying that this whole video, and I haven't said anything to call you out your
Bro,
name.
please, bro, if you can, please go back and look at all the where I left comments on your shit, bro. You'll never see anything where I said anything offensive to you. I just simply challenged what the things that you were saying. And there's nothing wrong with that,
Oh,
man.
the thing is, if you're on the Sports Gematria's video saying that all the Gematria people who sell pigs are scammers and frauds, that includes me.
I never said that. Not once did I ever say that.
I've seen you
I said it about Zach. I said it about Zach. Now,
well,
if Zach wanted,
I've
if,
seen
if,
you
if
in the comment
eh,
section,
no,
and then I've
I've
seen you
never
go,
said that, bro. I never said all Gematria people are scammers, and not once have I ever said that.
on chaotic truth live
People
talking
just
about
worry about the wrong
Gematria's
shit,
bullshit
man.
and
I've
whatever.
never been on Chaotic Live Truth. I mean,
Well,
live.
it was somebody with your name then.
Yeah, bro, it wasn't me, bro. I didn't do that, and I never said all Gematria people are scammers.
And
I said it
when
about
I
Zach.
told you about the name, what did I say? What word did I use?
I feel like if Gematria is so consistent, why ain't
No,
Zach better?
answer me. What did I say when I
What
called you out your name? Because I don't even remember disrespecting you ever. What did I say when I called you out your name?
shit? You didn't call me a clown. You told me to suck your dick.
I didn't tell you to talk about this. Hell no.
Yes, you did, bro. Yes, you
Hell
did,
no. Hell no. I would never say that to you.
bro. You said it, bro. You said suck
I
my
know
dick,
fucking
top.
I never
Yes,
told you
you
that.
did, man.
Hell no. Hell no.
Yes, you did, bro. Bro,
Hell no.
on everything, bro. You said that, bro.
I dearly apologize. I would never say that to you. I don't think you ever got me that mad to me to say that. I only use that
Yeah,
word for
yeah, yeah. You got mad because I said that I don't support your Patreon, and you felt like I was directing that towards you. I don't support no Gematria Patreons. It's not a personal thing. It's just,
that will get me upset. Yeah.
huh?
That will get me upset if you're promoting people, if you're saying stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, but I would never say nothing like that to you, dog. Like
What would be the reason for you to even say that?
I think more of
What
you
would be the
than that.
reason for you to even say I don't support so and so's page? Like, who cares? Who actually?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
but
worried about the
somebody
wrong
did
shit,
ask me though.
Topsy. I ain't
That's
gonna
what I'm
lie.
saying. Somebody did ask me that though. You didn't read the comment prior to that. It was on your live stream for the Super Bowl live stream, and somebody asked me that.
I'll get it. I'll get it. I'll get it.
Yeah, I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm not like,
So look,
uh,
it's not even me. Like, look, this is the audience, right? So Topsy, you are like, that's what I'm saying. Like, if I call you a clown, then there's other people who probably feel the same way.
so all right. So when somebody says something about you from the audience, are they right?
Yeah, but it's multiple people saying the same thing.
There's multiple people saying the same thing about you too, bro.
What they're saying. I'll post it. What they're saying. I don't see anything saying somebody calling me a clown. I don't see
So
anything.
Man,
people not hold you
this is the
accountable for being
problem with the
wrong.
truth community itself. Niggas be
Well,
worried about the wrong shit because they too
I come on
comfortable.
here. I come on here, man, and admit that I was wrong. I don't care about being
No,
wrong. Being wrong makes me better.
no, I can't agree with that, bro. Because you get mad when people hold you accountable for being wrong. Like,
No, I actually
You was
love.
telling
I
people
actually
that the
love.
Pistons. You was
Yeah,
telling
yeah.
people that the Pistons is coming out of that series, man.
Only a clown will say Gematria is consistent. Um, when I'm wrong, every time I'm wrong, I usually learn from my mistakes, and I don't make the same mistake again. Like for example, that Eagles Super Bowl with all the 66 stuff, I learned from my mistake. That's
Yeah,
why I was
Exactly, big brother is
when it
watching.
showed up again during with the Rams game.
Exactly.
yeah, you do own your mistakes, bro. But you do also speak heavily on the team as if they're convinced. And when somebody entertains anything outside of that, you get mad. Like the dude that was entertaining the Spurs, like that's his opinion, man.
That's not
Like we,
there's something that's like okay, hold on, Topsy. Like for example, right? Let's say the Thunder do advance to the finals, right? And there's a clear, obvious ritual here with the 39 in the Western Conference, right? If they,
yeah,
do you really want to listen to anybody saying that the Knicks are going to win the championship? Like, there's certain times where there's like, okay, this is a fucking lock. If you're going to the other side, and you're just a fucking idiot. That's what happens sometimes with me. All
hold
right.
on, say that again. What you say about the Knicks? You said what about the
If
Knicks?
somebody brings me a narrative for why the Knicks are going to win the championship, you really think I want to listen to that?
But it's their opinion, though, bro.
No, but do you really think the Western Conference is not going to pick up their 39th NBA championship?
I'm not arguing that. I'm just saying like that's their
As
opinion,
long
though,
as
man.
you've been in the community, as long as you've been in the community, do you really think that 39 is going to miss with the Western Conference this year?
I'm just saying, bro. That's their opinion,
Answer
bro.
me, man. Just yes or no. You really think the Knicks
Yeah,
have a chance?
it can hit and it probably won't hit, man. Like I'm not arguing that. I'm saying that you can't get mad at somebody because they're giving their
No,
opinion,
but
bro.
there's certain
That's all I'm
narratives
saying.
that there's like, okay, if you're going against this, then you're just an idiot. If you're going against this 39 riddle with the Western Conference this year, you're just an idiot.
I guess so, man. I just don't approach it that way. I respect everybody's opinion, bro. I am not gonna treat nobody like that because Yeah, I guess, man. Like that, I don't see how that's fair, bro.
Obviously, used to support Gematria. He's just going against him now because he's outlandish. His outlandish decos were losing, and people were accepting. Oh my!
I agree with that too, Topsy. Because what the fuck, bro? Because you saying it don't work every day, but it
Somebody
do
said, "Yeah,
work every day.
outlandish deco." Like, I'm sorry to laugh, but look, I don't even know who this person is. He wrote that shit. Like, he's saying that you're mad because your own decos haven't been coming through. That's what it is,
He
Tati.
he
Let us
he.
know.
he
Is that what it is?
I think Topsy still supports Gematria. He always on the live. He always on
Yeah, he
the
does
channels.
support. That's what
Exactly,
makes me mad.
exactly,
That's
bro.
what makes
He
me mad
What
about
supports
does
it.
it,
that tell
but
you?
but
Like
at the
if I
same
was
time,
really completely
at the
against
same
Gematria,
time,
bro, I wouldn't
right?
be here, bro.
Consistently here. You're
At the
consistently here to use that
but
Exactly.
at
So
the
what does
same
that tell you?
time,
That I do believe in Gematria, bro. I didn't say that. I'm saying that it's
yeah.
not consistent, bro. I've been doing this for a decade. You don't think I don't believe in it? Come on,
there's
man.
nothing, there's nothing to believe.
Say what?
There's nothing to believe.
There's nothing to what?
There's nothing to believe.
Yeah, I know.
Uh,
I don't believe.
Yeah,
I know.
I know this is real.
Telling the next man
Yeah,
pockets.
I know. I don't believe. I don't like that word believe.
Me neither. I don't like
I
that
don't
word
believe
believe,
Milwaukee's gonna
bro.
win the
With
39th
lie in the
seed.
middle.
Yeah, right.
Look,
Exactly.
this person, I
Always
don't know
I
who this
lying.
trust
person is, but
things.
this person has been nailing
Right.
it all chat. He said, if you use the information correctly, you will win consistently. Yeah.
You will
what
exactly.
can they send in some screenshots so they winning tickets? Can
Man,
we see
who
that?
cares about that? Nobody care. I don't care what they doing with their money or
Man,
how
that's
they
what the
winning
man
or
just
how they
said.
getting
That's
it,
what the
bro.
man just
What I
said.
know
Prove
is
it.
every
Prove
single
it.
day I see this shit. Just
Anybody
now,
can hop on.
listen,
Anybody can hop
nigga.
on here and say.
Just now,
Anybody can.
earlier today, just now,
Anybody can
before.
hop on here and say that if you do it,
Listen,
use it
bro.
correctly, you'll win. All right. Well,
Listen,
show
bro,
us.
before I
Show
got
us.
on here,
So
Instagram just showed me for no reason some killer with the last name Soto, and Juan Soto just hit a home run. Now I'm telling you, I see
Ocho, you
them
remember
doing
that
this
day?
weird shit every
No,
single day.
Ocho, you
Shit like
remember that
this is
day? You
happening
were saying,
every fucking day, bro.
Ocho, you
They are
remember that
doing
day?
this shit.
Ocho,
Yeah,
you remember
I'm
that?
not arguing that,
And it's
bro.
four
I'm
date
talking about.
numerology.
I'm talking
Listen,
about
bro,
winning off
it's
of. I'm
four
talking about
date
winning.
numerology. It's
I'm talking
four
about winning
date
consistently.
numerology, and he
I'm talking
wear
about winning
22.
consistently.
He
I'm
wear
talking
I,
about winning
22 on
consistently.
four date
I
numerology, bro, and he hits a home run. You
Yeah,
cannot
I'm not
tell me
arguing
they're
that, bro.
not doing this.
I'm not
I
arguing
got a
that.
question,
I'm saying, are you
Topsy.
winning
I got a question.
consistently?
I got a question, Topsy.
Go ahead.
If you see somebody showing you tickets consistently, right, and then they
Yeah.
putting that winning behind Gematria, what is it gonna do for you? What's it gonna do for you?
It ain't just doing it for me. It'll do it for newcomers. They'll believe in the movement even more. What better way to
What
It,
prove to people that
movement,
this
it
though? What
wait.
movement?
Gematria ain't a movement?
It may be a movement to us, but you're not even moving as if it's a movement. You're worried
Man,
about the
you can't
wrong
tell me,
shit,
bro.
bro.
You can't tell me. I'm isolated from family members and friends behind this dollar. You can't tell me I'm
This,
not.
this what I'm
I don't
saying.
push this. You
You
crazy?
worried about the wrong shit. The
I
All
be
I
on
know
major
is,
newcomers
all
platforms
I know
pushing
is,
gonna be
Gematria.
worried about
I
the
all
done
I
been
wrong
know
on
is,
major
shit.
platforms pushing Simple Truth channel and Zach channel. You ain't telling me I ain't a part of it. I've been
so
doing this shit for a decade.
all I'm saying is that I don't know what else to prove. Like, I mean, I've shown tickets. I used to bet. I'd be even a bigger better. Like, I used to
Yeah,
go
yeah, Arthur. I'm not talking
7,000.
about you though, bro.
I sold now.
I'm simply saying if this is what we claim it to be, then how come more people can't step up and show like, yo, like look how I'm winning, bro.
Haven't I shown
You
that
ain't telling
though?
me this ain't real.
Haven't I shown big tickets before though?
That's just you, bro. I'm talking about other examples. The people that be in the
They don't
comment
want to
section
work.
defending and having me.
Nobody in this community wants to work together. Everybody wants to be like doing their own thing. I've
No,
been
a lot of them just scary. They'll say what they gotta say in the comment, but they won't hop on here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true too. But none of that really matter, Topsy. You saying like for us to show these things for the new community
Yeah,
or
bro.
new
Like
members in the community, but we
what
done
better
those
way to
things.
recruit people?
Once you
But
saw
listen,
the
bro,
Yo, if you
we've done those things. I've shown my winning tickets before, and niggas just troll you. Even when you're showing a winning ticket, it doesn't matter what you're showing. To new people coming in, when they see that
hey,
you're winning or whatever, when you show
that
this
don't mean
stuff, or
nothing.
when they
All
use it
right,
themselves and win. Listen, Topsy, when they use it themselves and win, then they will see that it's true. You know what I mean?
all
You
right.
don't have to show winning tickets every single day, letting everybody know how much money you getting, just to
It
show it's
persuade
true, bro. None of
it
that really
persuades
matters.
people
You
though.
shouldn't be worried
Listen,
about that.
I'm in a server on Discord, bro. It has over 30,000 members in it, bro. And how I got to that server is somebody sent me a winning ticket of one of the guys in there. The dude put $1,000 on a 3 home relay parlay and hit for $170,000. And I was like, yo,
I got to be a part of that. And that's how you can recruit people to. You're not telling me that won't sway people.
Yeah, but you got some people. You got some
Yeah, and
people.
that's probably even fake. He probably ain't even really do
Yeah,
that
you
shit.
can't combat this system though without money. You need that. That's a prerequisite. You cannot oppose these people. You ain't got no money, bro. What is we
But
talking about? You need that.
Not
you
really.
got a lot of people
Yeah,
who
People
yes,
are
you do,
not
really,
using
bro.
this money to
We didn't need
oppose
money.
these people, bro.
We
You
didn't
don't
need
need
money.
money to
Hey,
oppose them.
you remember what
All right,
happened?
well,
People just not
how come
opposing them,
how
just
come this
changing their
movement
own life.
how come this movement hasn't gotten any further then?
People don't
If
have
you don't
balls.
need money,
People don't have
you
balls.
need
People don't have
resources, bro.
balls.
Yes, you
People don't
do.
have balls. Ocho, no homo. Ocho has balls because he showed up to the 9/11 gathering. I can tell the
Yep.
people who got balls in this community.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Y'all not showing up. Y'all not
Ocho,
showing
where you
up
from?
when we do these
Ocho, where you
gatherings.
Huh?
from?
Y'all not showing up.
Ocho, where you from?
I'm from
Where you
Philly.
from, Ocho?
He's from Philadelphia. He was like
I'm from
3 hours
Exactly.
Philly.
away.
Not
He
too far
showed
from
up.
New York.
But he showed
He's a
up.
he's a lot closer to New York than I am.
There was people from New York that didn't
Nigga,
show up.
I was living in my car at the time too and drove over there. And
Yeah,
not to
bro, but
mention,
you're a lot
and
closer.
I ain't even gonna
You're a
lie.
lot closer
I
to New
put a
York than I
fake,
am.
I put a fake license plate on my car to even drive over
He
that
committed a
bitch.
felony.
So I
And
made a lot of
how
stops.
far is Philly from New York?
It's
3
only
hours.
like about 2-3 hours driving.
A lot closer than I am, bro.
There's
Yeah, but
people in
nigga,
New
I
York. There's
broke
people in
laws
New
to do the
York. No, I
shit. So
mean,
fuck you niggas talking about.
you're
And
probably
I was
off,
living in my
like
car,
you're saying.
nigga.
Bro,
Like,
Like,
I,
bro, there's
yo,
people in New York that
bro,
didn't show.
I've strained relationships behind Gematria, bro. Family members, friends.
we all
I've been
have.
okay
We
then. So
all
you're not
have.
You
like
don't think I have?
just because a person didn't show up to New York, doesn't mean that they're not for the cause, bro.
No, we're not
I
saying that,
mean,
but
but
we
that's what it
saying
takes.
that niggas be going
It
harder
takes us
than
coming
us.
together physically. To be honest with you, if we
And
don't come
what
physically, it's not gonna happen. Ain't not
what
gonna happen.
impact does that truly have though? I can
I don't want to hear. I
recall a
don't want
lot
to
of the
hear. I
time.
don't want to hear. I don't want to hear this distance shit because Zach came from the West Coast.
Say what Zach has resources, bro.
He came from the West Coast.
The thing
Zach
is,
has
though,
resources.
Topsy, the problem with
Everything's
society
an excuse,
is
yo.
not gonna be fixed
Oh,
That's
through
he
not an
got the
excuse,
money.
money.
bro. Zach, out of everybody in this community, Zach is the one
Oh,
that's rich. What are we talking about? Of course he can do it.
Topsy. Do
if he,
what though? Do
he was
what?
right, but
Buy a lawyer?
well,
Like
yeah,
what the fuck? What like
driving to the East Coast, you have to be rich to do that.
Bro, when Zach went all the way from the West Coast to the East Coast, bro, he not only did he do that, he
He
also
saved a
put
lot of
people in
money.
hotel rooms.
He
Hold on,
wasn't
bro.
working a
Hold
bunch of
on. He
money.
also put people in hotel rooms. He paid for people food. That's because he has the resources to do that. Not everybody has that, bro.
right? That's true.
So you
But
trying to
what
tell
we
me you need a
saying
bunch of
is
money to drive from the West Coast to the East Coast?
Huh?
Nobody's asking you to put people in hotels. You don't have to do
But
what he did.
but you're asking why Zach was able to go from the West Coast to the East Coast because he has the resources.
Topsy. The problem with work with the world is not gonna be fixed through money though. That's the thing. Money
Bro,
is
but
like the number
if you
one
want to,
problem with the fucking world.
if you
It's
think
not
that
gonna
you
be
can,
fixed.
if
I
you're
want
gonna
to.
oppose these people, bro, you need resources, bro. That's just what
Yeah,
it
but
boils down
what
to.
do you mean to oppose them? Like impose them how? That's
Like
the thing. You gotta
if you want to impact real change, you have to have resources.
okay, but in what way though? If you want to impact real change, you gotta
Money,
change
resources. That's what
yourself.
I'm talking about. When I say
Yeah,
resources, I'm talking about
Topsy, to
money.
stay on the subject with the money, right? You was like, oh, why people don't show their money or whatever, whatever. When Art was trying to show his money or a winning ticket, everybody started trolling him, saying, "Oh, that wasn't his ticket. That ain't his ticket. He ain't
It
really
definitely
make that.
wasn't
He
me.
ain't really
It
make
definitely
that."
wasn't me.
And that was people who's in the community. You know what I'm
Yeah.
I
saying?
didn't troll him.
Those people in the community. So how the newcomers is gonna see that when the people who's in the community and
No,
he just
but
show
that's
a small ticket and everybody
that's
like, oh,
Arthur
that
though.
ain't
That's
yours, that ain't yours, that ain't yours. Who's in the community? Like
That's a
that's
good point.
crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Even
So
when I used to show
him
big tickets,
trolling.
people were like, "Oh, that's fake money.
Damn, see, I
Oh,
it.
can't
that's
Won't.
not."
hear
No,
music.
It wasn't toxic.
It
It
was.
wasn't toxic. It wasn't toxic. I
that's
came to
what.
your
But that
defense
doesn't
twice.
matter,
When you
Topsy,
said,
just because you
listen,
didn't do it.
hold on, Arthur. When you sent me the video of you with the I don't know what that was. It was like a whole bunch of money. Like you had a stack of it. You had it on your shoulder, and
Yeah.
somebody was trolling you saying they want yours. I went to your defense on the comment sections on your platform, and I went to Discord
But
and
that's
was
what I'm saying.
defending you.
If you can make 100,000, you can make 1,000,000.
And that's what I'm saying, bro. So you're just one lone situation. I'm talking about everybody else in this community that's been around probably even lower than you. How come none of them can step up and show like, yo, I made 100,000, I made $1 million,
They're not
huh?
doing it. They're not doing it the right way.
I don't know, man.
They want to know
That's
what's
what
going
I'm
on.
saying, Topsy. You worried about the wrong shit, bro. Fuck about niggas
What,
making a
what am I
million
supposed to be worried
dollars,
about
bro.
then?
If I make
Please
$1 million off this
enlighten
shit,
me,
I ain't telling none of y'all niggas. I ain't telling none
man.
of y'all. And I'm
Bro, I'm
like
gonna
real
tell
with
you.
you, bro.
I'll be
I'm
honest
gonna
with
tell
you.
you, bro.
Not telling
I'm
none of
about all
y'all.
that shit. Ain't nobody taking shit from me. I ain't worried about that.
I'm not
Yeah, but
showing
I'll be honest
nobody.
with
It's
you.
not about
If
that.
I
It's
make $1
not
million,
about
I'm
anybody taking from
probably
me. It's the fact that I don't
not
want
gonna
to
come on
show
here.
none of y'all niggas nothing no more, bro. It's no
But
point to. Y'all worried
what better?
about the
But
wrong shit. None of that
what
matters. Me winning
what
a
do we
million dollars, how does that
what
help you?
please? All right, well, please bestow upon us your knowledge. What are we supposed to be worrying, concerning
We
ourselves with then?
supposed to be concerned about our fucking selves. That's what we supposed to be worried about, ourselves. We supposed to be learning ourselves and growing as
And how do we do that?
ourselves. You're
And how
supposed
do
to
we do
be
that?
changing yourself. You're supposed to be worried about the negatives in your own self and changing that. If you want to see the change in the world, you have to change yourself. That's
Bro,
it, bro. People too
that's
worried about everybody else and not minding their own fucking business. Yes, we are
nah, man.
exposing the Jesuits as we should because they're evil. But too many people is trying to call us evil for even exposing the shit more than the fucking stopping the evil. Niggas is
Who
worried about the wrong shit. Sports
who?
Gematria dedicate his life to trolling this community, bro. That's worried about the wrong shit. Niggas is exposing real life shit. Niggas is changing their own lives off this shit. Niggas is really learning, bro, off of this. Soon as
And
they gave us
and
these,
and
listen, bro, listen,
and people
Topsy,
are
Topsy,
dedicating
just listen,
their
bro.
free. People are
Topsy, just
dedicating.
listen.
People are dedicating their free time to exposing something. They could be doing anything else, but they're choosing to use their free time to expose the tyranny. How is that not honorable?
Exactly. And they exposing evil as they should. Niggas is not
Instead
worried
of
about. I shouldn't be worried about the next man.
what's your mantra?
Hubbard can do
Why you
what
don't
he
go on the
do.
stream,
I,
Swift?
Hubbard making money off of this community. I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because if he wants to make a living off of dedicating his life to doing this, he has the God-given right to do that. It's no
sports gematria
problem
don't
that people is
s-
giving him
s-
$5 for that. Y'all
sport
don't
sports
feel like it's a problem. Listen, y'all don't feel like it's a problem that you paying the electric company for your electric, and it's a conductible resource. Y'all don't care about you got to pay to wipe your ass to shit. To waste
because
your
you
own toxins, you have to
because
pay
you
to do
because you
that
got
shit.
to
Listen,
because you
y'all
have
don't
to.
worry about that though. Y'all worried about Hubbard being the scammer. None of that shit matters, bro. Nothing matters what Simple Truth is making off the community. I don't give a fuck. These niggas
And
is
sport
doing evil shit to us. People is
and
not getting together and stopping that. They worried about exposing regular people who live in regular fucking lives. This is insane.
Who
Niggas is
don't have
trying to.
who
This
don't
nigga
who are not
simple.
who are
Listen,
not
bro.
planning.
This nigga
bro,
simple truth
They're worrying
been
about.
doing his thing for the
Hold on.
longest.
Ojo.
And
sports
this
gematria
nigga
don't troll.
sports
He don't troll.
gematria make
He don't troll
videos
nobody but
trying to
Zach.
drive a
Sports gematria
nigga
don't.
crazy.
Hold
He
on,
That
never
hold on.
said
shit is
anything about
crazy,
Simple Truth.
bro.
Yeah, but
He never
the
said
thing is,
anything about Simple Truth.
He
That
may
man
not
never said
have. He may.
anything about
No,
Simple Truth.
I
Never.
seen him say shit about Simple Truth on the video. I
No, he
seen him
didn't, man.
show
That man ain't
and
never
made
said
a
nothing
joke
about
about
Simple
us.
Truth.
Bro, he
Nah, he
make a
didn't.
joke about all of us.
He
I'm
never
talking.
said anything about Simple
All right,
Truth.
listen,
listen
bro.
again,
Listen,
Tati. This is the
Topsy.
thing.
I don't care. I don't care if he ain't say something about Simple Truth. He talk about the community, period.
Yeah, exactly.
No, he don't. He talk
He
about Zach.
clowns us,
He
bro.
Hold
don't
on,
talk
He
hold on,
about the
Tati.
clowns us.
community. He talk
He
about
just
Zach.
tried to
He
clown
does
us,
not
bro.
talk.
He just
I
tried
don't
No,
to
he
know. I
don't,
don't
clown
know
us
man.
if I agree with
He
earlier.
you.
does not talk about the
Nah,
community.
he
He
never
does not
said
talk
Bro,
anything
about
he
the
about
just
community.
Simple
said.
Truth.
Hold on.
What happened? Is it froze?
Time.
What I'm
Even if
saying
you
is
hold on, Ocho, hold on.
Lord.
I'm muted. Even if you don't agree with some of the things Zach has done, you gotta admit, like dedicating 13 years of your life of your free time to educating the masses.
Can't hear it, bro. It's going in and out.
Yeah, I could agree with him on that. Yeah, because
Simple Truth, you there? This shit is
I
acting
think
up, bro.
Planning.
yeah,
Oh
I think it
shit.
froze up.
I don't know why the internet's doing that, but can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you
Yeah,
now.
yeah. We
What
hear
I'm
you.
saying is, okay, Zach, okay, maybe you guys don't agree with some of the things he has said in the live streams or some of the things he has done with the money he's supposed to be raised for the community, blah, 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 blah. Okay. But this is the thing Zach is not doing. Zach is not planning mass shootings. He's not planning ritual sacrifices. He's not walking around terrorizing the masses. He's exposing them.
Yeah,
How is that not honorable? And we all agree that we are all against that, right? We are all
right.
against hurricanes
Yeah.
and all these things, all these terrorist attacks and all these mass shootings and all these racial divisive stories. We are all against
Yeah.
that.
So why are
So,
we
so
sports betting then?
why try to bring down the only person with the biggest platform in this community, even if you don't agree with all the things he's done? Scamming. Listen, nobody's obligated to
I
send
don't think.
anybody
Yeah,
So why are you sports betting then?
money to this person. You know that
it's
there's a chance
to
that
capitalize off of the knowledge. That's the sports betting comment.
But it's not consistent though. That's what Twapsy's
It don't
talking
have to.
about.
It don't have to be consistent, but it's more wins than loss.
It is consistent. Y'all just not winning consistently because
Nah,
y'all
bro.
not
It
on
ain't
the
No,
right
no,
side
consistent,
I
of the
bro.
win.
fucking
What
bet.
No,
about the
That's
Topsy
Pistons?
it.
wins. No,
What
Topsy
about the
wins.
Pistons?
Sim True. I can send you my screenshots if you want to. Topsy wins.
Nuts.
If
That's
Okay,
Gematria
cool.
was
Topsy, you
Right,
consistent, the
win.
right,
Pistons would
right.
have
We all
won.
Okay,
win with the knowledge,
Why
bro.
didn't
I
the
win
Pistons
with
right,
Yeah,
easy
win?
time.
I
Like,
don't bet no $100, bro. I make
right.
$1,000 wagers. I
My
wins. So
Why
we can
didn't
get
the
it out of the
okay.
way.
My
Pistons win if
that's
point.
good,
Gematria's
My
bro.
consistent?
We proud of you.
my point is, if you didn't have the knowledge, you wouldn't be sure to win. But because this knowledge, even if it ain't consistent, like you winning 20 times in a row, if you win more than you lost, it's a win. That's
Nah,
how I
bro.
see it.
I've done more winning not using Gematria, bro.
What?
Yeah, I can send you the tickets, bro.
I can't say it. No, that's cool for you. But
Yeah, that's
on my
cool.
point of view, I win more with Gematria than I did when I didn't know Gematria.
And
You know what I'm
I ain't
saying?
got no problem with that, bro. If it
All
works for
right, so
you,
Topsy,
awesome.
you making thousands. Why you don't just take Zach place and make your own joint, build up, and get community and take the same
Yo,
idea? You don't have
What
to
you
Ocho,
wait
mean?
on Zach to
Ocho,
do it.
What
Ocho,
like a
Ocho,
Patreon? What? I don't need no Patreon. I'm making
No,
money.
no,
Ocho.
I don't mean
You
Patreon.
know,
I
you
mean you
know,
feel like he got resources to do certain stuff. You
you
can
know
do
what world we
certain
live
stuff.
in.
You just said you couldn't get across to New York because of whatever. But now you
Ocho,
saying you making $1,000 bets and really hitting. So
you know
Yeah,
like,
what
and
we
really
living
why
in,
smash
you
it
right?
don't make your own John and build up and do it
Man,
because
You
yourself,
know
people
what
don't
bro?
we
care.
living in,
I said
right?
it. I said it earlier, bro.
But
I've
that's what I'm
strained
saying. So
relationship.
why you worried about what
Hold
Zach and
on,
them
hold
doing?
on. I've
If you
strained
feel like that.
relationships. I've strained relationships pushing Gematria, bro. But from
so
friends and family, bro.
Arthur, let
And
me ask you a
hold
question.
on, bro. Hold on. For a decade, bro, I've been pushing this shit, trying to get people to see this, bro. And they still don't care. A decade
Can
later.
you hear
So
me?
why would I even waste my time, bro? I'm just gonna
So
focus on
so
the
that's
things
what
that
I'm
I can
saying.
control,
But you
bro.
said we need resources to get after these people.
Yeah,
Hey,
So
yeah,
how we
because
gonna get after
I,
these
people
people?
believe in money, bro. Like when Alex Jones got in the position.
wait. Not. It's not people believe in money because Zach didn't start out with money
Arthur, can you hear
when
me?
he got a Patreon.
yeah, I hear you.
Say
He
what?
didn't start out. Zach didn't have money when he started his
Yes,
Patreon.
he did.
Why
Zach
don't
did
you
have
ever
money coming to the
decode
community.
NASCAR?
This man had a weed business.
Why don't you ever
Zach
decode
had a
a
weed
Right.
PGA
business, bro.
Tour event?
Okay.
Why do
So
y'all care about that?
All you
That's what I'm
decode
saying.
is you pick OKC the favorite all year to win the finals.
Simple truth. Please mute this idiot. I don't care about none of
Man,
that shit. Please.
Hold on, let me
Please,
nah,
answer.
bro.
fuck
Let
out of
me
Please,
here.
bro.
You're a
let me
clown,
Please,
answer.
bro.
bro.
Get
I
off of
feel you. I
Arthur's
Please.
feel
dick.
you. I'm trying.
Get
Hold
him
on.
out of here with that
Get
bullshit.
off of Arthur's dick.
Nobody
I'm
on
asking a
Arthur
simple
Dick, bro. You
question.
just a weirdo.
I'm
Nobody want
asking
to
a
hear
simple
that weird
question.
shit.
Let me
Smile don't
answer.
be on the net no
Okay,
more.
hold
Y'all is
on.
so fucking weird. It
Hold
don't
on.
make
Hold on.
no
At
sense.
least Zach decodes NASCAR.
Okay, hold on. Let
Oh
me answer.
my God. Why do
Let me
you
give him his
care
five.
about
Let me give
what
him
the
his five
fuck are you
minutes. Let me give
talking
him his
about?
5 minutes of Sean Fame.
Man, that is...
Hold on, you guys. Hold on. Go ahead. Steve, you got 3 minutes to say anything you have to say. Then
Hello, I can't hear you, bro.
you can't hear me. Hello. Can you hear me?
Hello, I can't hear you, bro.
I don't know why you can't hear me. I can hear you. Can you hear me now?
You
I'm
guys
sorry.
are up here clowning Topsy and shit when he's telling the truth.
Go ahead, guys. Seafood, say what you gotta say.
All you guys do is give the heavy favorite.
Why you talk like that?
Favorite.
And here's the thing: at least Zach decodes NASCAR. You know,
Yeah, we've done that over here too. What else you have to say? Seafood. All right, he's gone. He's out of here. I'll give him a chance. He doesn't want to talk.
Yes,
Yo,
thank you, bro. Like, what the fuck,
Yeah,
man?
that's my comment section all the time.
That's what I mean,
This
though.
is the stuff I have to deal with.
Yeah, people be worried about the wrong shit. That's
He
what
said
I
pick your
mean. These are
favorite.
the people who come into the
Seafood. If
community.
you're watching this, I picked the Thunder to win before Game 7. I didn't know who the favorite was for this season. All right, so and if I have the favorite, why you keep telling people that the Spurs are going to win the championship? Seafood. Anyways, guys, finish, you guys.
Yeah, learn your own shit, dog. And if y'all feel like these niggas is doing it wrong, how about y'all do it yourselves? Listen, bro, y'all can't keep making excuses when niggas like Nature Boy had people out here literally praising him and he was doing nonsense. He had people give him all of their money. So you can't tell me it's not possible for you to go out here and build your own community and do what you're saying these people need to do.
First
So
of all,
like,
and if you think about it, the Spurs won Game 1 of that Western Conference Finals, so that means the Spurs were the favorites to win to win the championship after Game 1. So teams become favorites, and then that doesn't mean a team is going to win. The lines change. So
yeah, bro, like
all
I
all
see
right.
this
So,
shit
so
being
question,
used against us every
question,
day
question.
in
I got
all
a question,
aspects of life.
Arthur.
yeah,
Arthur,
go ahead.
out of everybody that's within your circle, family or friends, how many people study gematria outside of you?
Well, I don't talk to my family even for other reasons. I just talk to my mother and my daughters.
What friends?
I don't really talk to much people in my family anyway.
What,
Um,
anybody else on here outside of yourself? Within your circle, friends or family,
that doesn't
study
matter.
gematria?
You know why that doesn't matter?
Yeah,
You
that
said
don't matter.
I kicked you out because you can't hear me. That doesn't really matter. We have enough people in this community to make a difference. We don't even need our family members to contribute.
I
I ain't
don't.
gonna.
I don't. I,
I ain't
There's
gonna lie.
55 people watching this stream right now. 55 people, right? That 55 people, if he was all together up right now, we'll make some noise. We'll make some
Yeah,
noise. That 55 people.
yeah.
so what about when Zach went out to go pound pavement
It
and
wasn't.
barely anybody?
And
Hold on,
we did make noise. They had a bunch of cops. You
Topsy.
remember Ultra how that shit was? That shit got hectic.
bro.
Yeah,
They had
yeah, I
a
People
bunch
remember.
of cops there for us.
people barely interacted with Zach at his
No,
pound of
no.
pavement
You
meeting.
didn't see the part
Topsy, they
where they
had the
had the
army out
police.
that
Yeah,
bitch.
I
they
seen
brought
all
out
of
the
them.
heavy hitters. They brought out the
I,
heavy hitters for
They
us.
had the army out there when we was
Yo, they
there for
brought out the heavy
9/11,
hitters
nigga.
for us, and it wasn't there for anybody else. They was just there standing right in front of us.
Yes. I seen niggas with army fatigues on full uniform. I'm like, why are they here?
They was just staring at us, trying to see if
Why
we
are they
gonna act.
here?
And Zach was doing his thing. Another guy was doing his thing. They was there. They had the
A
cops out
lot
there
of
for us.
weird shit happened that whole
And there was only like
weekend.
20 of us out there.
Nigga, a lot of weird shit happened that whole weekend.
So
when
think
I
about it.
seen Zach,
They're scared of the reaction of 20 people.
Topsy, I
but when
already
I
explained
the
why
few times the few times
Topsy,
I
I
seen
already
Zach,
answered your question
hold
when I
on, the
first
few
got
times
on here.
the few times I seen Zach pound the pavement, I didn't see barely anybody interact with him.
This what
All
I'm
those people
saying,
that was out
Topsy.
there.
You want to know why?
Because he
Because
wasn't
of what
there.
I said when I first got on here. Niggas is too fucking entertained, too comfortable. You know why it was the uprising back when slavery happened? Because niggas was literally enslaved. They was being beat, killed, raped, and tortured in front of their families. That is
What uprise?
niggas is
What
gonna
uprise?
rise up. Niggas
What
gonna
was the
rise up for
uprise,
that. Listen,
bro?
bro, the uprising was niggas was running away, fighting back, killing slave masters, and they got out of slavery eventually,
And
right?
yet we still
What I'm
no, we
saying
didn't.
is,
No, we didn't,
what I'm
man. That's not true. That's not
Topsy,
true,
listen
bro.
for a second,
No,
bro.
no, because
Listen.
that's not true. That's not true, bro. We
What's
did. We
not
It's
went through
not.
true?
four. We went through
What's not
400
true?
years of that shit, bro. And they didn't really let us go until the Emancipation Proclamation, bro. What are you talking
Okay.
about?
What
I
I'm
don't
saying
believe none
is
of that. I don't
niggas was
believe none of
fighting
that.
back
I don't
that
believe
whole
none of that.
time. Niggas
I think,
wasn't
I don't
just
believe
not
none
I
of
think
that.
doing
all that
shit.
shit was capped too.
I don't believe none of that. I don't believe no slaves came over here on ships
Fact, I think all that
by
shit
the
was
number.
capped.
I don't
All
believe
that
that
shit is
either. I
fake.
feel like slaves was getting
People,
enslaved
black
everywhere
people
in
been
here.
here.
What I'm saying
Especially
is,
when
bro,
Harriet
Black
people
Tubman
people,
made
went through shit
201.
differently back then.
Harriet Tubman
It
was
was
a
a
black
201
people
agent.
reason for
been
people.
here. Been here. They killed Martin Luther King because he was saying, "Yo, what we gonna do about the people that was here?" That's why they killed them.
Listen, dog.
They was trying to talk about the
And think
people that
about it.
been here.
Isn't Harriet Tubman a 201 agent? Her name is 201. So
My son was born on the 21st birthday of my age.
how do we know that Harriet Tubman was actually a real slave? Like fuck?
Yeah, all that shit is fake, man.
All that
All
shit
that
is
shit is
fucking
fake.
Yeah,
All
we
that shit
don't
is
know. But what I'm
lies.
saying is slavery happened and they was killing and beating and torturing niggas.
Slavery ain't
What I'm
happened.
saying is motherfuckers was running away and trying to uprise. Eventually it stopped in that type of way. And it's the reason why it stopped. Because if that continued, they would never be running shit the way it is now. They're running shit the way it is now because everybody is too entertained and too comfortable. Nobody cares about getting these people out of office, getting these people out of authoritarian positions. They care about
because
changing their own lives, getting
because
money and changing their own lives.
yeah,
Nobody cares about changing that. They still
because look
believe in these
be,
people. These
because look
people
what happened.
still believe. No, listen, bro. These people still believe in these people. They still love these characters. They still think that they're on their side, no matter how many rituals we see them do. I
That's
just
not
seen
true for
that
everybody.
Morgan Freeman did a ritual with a 33-year-old girl that was his granddaughter that he was probably had an affair with because the woman that
That's
was
not
her
true for
mom said
everybody
that
though.
he was having an affair with her and she died at 33, sacrificed. What I'm saying is, bro, these people love that man. People think he's God. They show him as the black Jesus in movies or black God in movies. He
Who's
played
That's
as
this?
not true for
God
everybody
in
though,
a
man.
movie,
You
bro.
think Arthur is God?
Hold
They
Who
on,
don't,
got
bro, listen, bro. What I'm
hold on.
saying is things
All
don't
right,
change
okay.
because people are
Can
too
you hear me
entertained.
now, Sifu?
If y'all wanted to change,
Yeah,
build
I can
your
hear you
own
now,
shit and
Arthur.
start a
All
I
right,
revolution.
don't know why you kicked me off the show, man.
let me talk to this guy real quick. Because he wants his 5 minutes of fame. Go ahead, Sifu. I'm gonna give you the floor. Go
Come
ahead,
on,
Sifu.
dog. You ain't got to kick me off the show like that, bro.
No, because you couldn't hear me. That's why I kicked you off. You can hear me now, right? Can you hear me?
Because here's the thing, bro. Like,
Can you hear me?
I've been on your Patreon before,
Can you
bro.
hear me?
You don't decode NASCAR,
Are
and you
you
don't
able to
decode
hear
any
me?
PGA Tour event.
Oh my gosh. Are you able to hear me?
You should be able to use this
What the fuck?
knowledge
This guy's
to
retarded.
decode anything.
You're retarded. You're retarded.
You know how many NASCAR races I win, and I
All
don't
right.
even.
Good for you. Good for you. You see that it be times like this. That's when I use the suck my dick word. It be people like him. I don't just say suck my dick. Like you gotta be one of those type of people for me to use that word. Oh my fucking god, bro.
Like this is what I'm saying though, bro. Like, everybody just because somebody doesn't study gematria doesn't mean that they're not aware of what's happening in the world, bro. You can go on these major platforms and go to the comment sections, bro, and you can see a lot of people are aware of what's going on. Not everybody, but a lot of people know, and not everybody knows gematria, bro.
Yo, this is how he said NASCAR. NASCAR.
That's crazy. Yo,
Yo, offer. Who the fuck is offer? That's not even my name, bro. My name got an F in it, man. The fuck? They call me offer.
Oh my
why
god.
is he so obsessed with NASCAR? Why is he so obsessed with
Right. But at least he goes NASCAR.
that? That's
Like,
wild.
damn, bro, you mad that we ain't giving you free picks on NASCAR?
Yo, he called
Like,
me
what's
offer with an
up?
F. I never heard my name be pronounced with an F before. That's crazy, son.
Ain't that how y'all up north niggas talk?
Nah, he's not from
Nah,
the US,
No,
bro.
we don't talk.
He from like England or some shit, bro.
Oh no, a little bit, but not like that. This nigga talk like a
yo, but
fucking
I feel
4-year-old.
there's a
You
lot of
put a W
weak-minded
in
people.
NASCAR. You put a W in it. How?
Oh, that's probably like some Massachusetts shit.
Holy shit.
Hey, but hey, bro, you hear what I'm saying though? Like, it's a
About
lot of people. It's a lot of people that's aware of what's going on in the world, bro. Just because they don't study gematria, don't mean they don't know what's going on, bro.
And guess what? They're still not doing shit.
Huh?
no.
Yeah,
There's a lot of people in the community that's still not doing shit. That they are not in this gematria community, and they ain't doing shit. They're not doing any
yeah,
gatherings. They're not doing
because
any
because
protests.
people
They're not doing nothing.
because look at all the people historically that have challenged the status quo, bro. John Lennon, Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, like the list is endless. All
All
of them got
pawns.
smoked, bro.
Yeah, but all of them are
yeah,
None of them
but
pawns.
all of them was
scientists.
working with them. All of them
Exactly.
working
All of
with
them are
them
pawns.
So why would they get smoked then if they working with them?
because just like JFK got
It's just like
smoked, he was working with them too.
rappers.
Because you went against the grain,
So
nigga.
so who is out here challenging the status quo that's not working with these people?
The
Exactly.
scientists that they just
Nobody.
killed off.
No, Zach
Nobody.
me.
Everybody
What
that ever
what
challenged
what No,
Everybody that ever challenged the powers that be was working with the people. Come on, man.
That's true. I
They
mean,
got killed off.
I'm not working with these people. I've been here 8 years, millions of
yeah,
views,
but with
millions
just
of hours
knowledge.
put in.
Knowledge is power. What we gonna do with it? We got the knowledge. We know what's going on. Then what's next? What's next after that?
I don't know because for the longest time people begged for these people to release the Epstein files, release the Epstein file, release the Epstein file,
Wow.
and they finally released the Epstein files, and ain't nobody did nothing about it.
We have to do
Exactly.
it. We have to do what we did on 9/11. We have to do it more often.
But they asked
This
for that, and then they asked these same people to do something
it's
about it instead of doing
it's a
something about it
big machine that
themselves.
we trying to go against, and
Exactly. I don't see how
the
you can win
machine,
against these people.
yeah, the
The-
machine been
These people
established.
control the international banking cartel, so they got the biggest wallet. They control
They
the military industrial complex, so they got the biggest
religion,
gun, and
the
they control
religion.
the major media platform, so they got the biggest voice. How can you oppose that?
Yeah, it's
First of all,
that's
there was 20 people at that 9/11 gathering, and they had fucking military. They had SWAT team. They was treating us like we was fucking Bin Laden and Saddam Hussein.
no. They was just looking at y'all. They wasn't doing anything besides
Nah,
Why
because
would
being
they be
we wasn't
there?
behaving. We wasn't
Why would
behaving
they
by
be
right,
there?
them.
right. Of
So why?
course, if
But
y'all,
Why would they be there?
why was they so intimidated by us though? Like,
because they feel okay, they were intimidated by y'all, so they put their forces to be for y'all to be intimidated by them. That's why right
Exactly.
now you're even mentioning them.
but that's
So
what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
know.
20
I didn't
people,
know.
20 people got them, nervous enough to do that.
So
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 imagine 2,000 people. Well, 2,000. You're trying to tell me like 2,000 people are not gonna, and we don't even have to behave violently. We just 2,000 people would get enough coverage where we could get on the TV and start letting the world know what's going on. That's
Right,
how you have to do it. Just
like
like how they did it, and they live.
like like
They
like
live.
like the
Like,
like the Black
they
Panther
gave us the
movement.
answer, and they live. If you don't
Like the
reach the masses through the TV, you're not gonna get the vote. You're not gonna get the word out.
but at one point in time, Zach was getting hundreds of thousands of views, even millions of views.
But
Like
if he
if
wasn't on TV, that's not the same. TV coverage is different than internet views.
so,
Even
what's the
still, I
point?
don't feel
So
like
what's the
people
point of
gonna
then
do
talking
shit.
about the news on the internet then?
But this is the only platform that we have. We don't have a television channel. This is the only outlet that we have so far.
Well, I feel like the internet is
and they
more
control this,
powerful than TV now. The thing is
control
So
that
this.
if they
people not
control it, it
gonna
ain't no
do
point
shit
then.
because they
All right,
too comfortable.
okay. So how many people you think are watching the Channel 7 News at 8 o'clock at one time?
Probably like
A lot
over
of people.
two
A
million.
lot of
I
people.
say over two
Think
A
million.
about
lot
it.
of
That's
people.
2 million concurrent viewers. That's like having 2 million people on a live stream.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, how can you
Yeah,
oppose these people?
YouTube is getting more views
We fighting an uphill
than
battle, bro.
TV, but
And
No,
we at the bottom.
we need to get the coverage. We need to, because think about it. There's 2,000 people. People are like, yo, what? Why are all these people here? What's going on? People gonna start
But
the
asking.
things
at
that
one
need
point
to
in time,
be
Zach used
done
to have
can't
that
even
though.
be talked
At
about
one
on
point in
the
time, Zach used
internet.
to have that
That's
on
the
his live
thing.
stream.
The things that
2,000.
need to be
Yeah,
done
but
can't
Yeah.
even be talked
how
about
many
on
of
the
those
net.
2,000 are gonna agree to gather up? How many of them are not gonna make excuses saying I don't have enough funds, or it's too far, oh I'm busy, like how many? Like I'm
But
saying, those
but that's
2,000 people,
but that's actually
we need
that's
2,000 active people.
that's actually the reality for some people though, bro. Some people can't afford to make it to the gathering.
That then they have nothing to complain about.
No,
Exactly.
but
Quick
you but
pickup
what you
date.
mean they don't have nothing to complain about?
No, you can't complain if you're not trying. You can't complain.
Yeah, but that's not the case for everybody. But some
Also,
people
just
can't
told you
afford it, bro.
he didn't have the resources. He didn't even have the permission to travel, and
Who?
he did it anyway. He made it
Who
happen.
that?
Ocho.
Also,
Who did?
he didn't have
Me,
the right plates. He didn't have the
nigga,
right
I
places.
asked my
He
cousin for a
jeopardized his
license
freedom.
for a plate.
He literally jeopardized his freedom to be there.
Yeah.
But how did you put the gas in that car?
How'd I put gas in the
You
car?
put
What
Yeah,
when I
to get
got there?
to commute for 3 hours.
well that
Oh, well,
you can put
I
$100.
was doing DoorDash. I was doing
Yeah,
So
DoorDash.
you had the resources, bro. So
Another
you had the
way
resources.
I was
you trying to tell me you
risking
don't
my
have
freedom.
$100, Topsy, man? Stop, man,
No,
Top,
stop.
I'm
you
not
just
talking
said
about
you
me.
bet
I'm not talking
thousands of
about me. I'm
dollars.
speaking
We
in
talk about
general.
You just said
In
you bet
general.
thousands of dollars, bro. You just
Yeah,
said
Yeah,
you're
a
that.
lot
not
of
hearing
people.
me
A
though.
lot
I'm
of people.
speaking
Nobody
in
trying to hear
general,
that
bro. I'm
bullshit.
not talking about just me.
A lot of people's living check to check. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Exactly,
bro.
bro.
And I ain't gonna
You
lie,
can't think
people from the
okay
community
because you
gave me
got it,
money to
somebody else
put
gotta
gas
have
in
it
the
too.
car. You
Some
heard?
people don't have it. Some people.
Okay, so how many people you think are in the gematria community just in the East Coast, from Philadelphia to Massachusetts to New York, just in those
Ain't no
three states?
telling. Ain't no telling. But a
And
lot
you,
of people that call in got that up north accent, so I would assume a lot.
Yeah, a
I
lot of
say,
people.
I say, on any given day, I look at your stream and you be having like about 50 to 60 people watching. So I'll say probably like 100 people tops.
from the East Coast.
Really, yeah, who's really into, you know what I'm saying, trying to hear new information and trying to decode different things that's happening, on a daily basis. I say about 100.
Okay, that's a start. I mean, I think and you know what's funny? This is the sad part. Out of the 20 people that was there on 9/11, like
Uh-huh.
almost 90% of them were not from New York. They were a lot of them were from Texas, California,
Oh
Seattle.
wow.
Yeah, no. The majority of them wasn't even from New York City.
Yeah, it was a man who got robbed there who wasn't from over this
Wow.
side. I
Yeah,
forgot where he
there
was
was only
from.
like three
Remember?
of us from New York. So
That means they
Wow.
had the resources.
But
Not
you
everybody
got
got
the
the resources, bro.
resources. You got it
Yeah.
too, nigga. You been betting
And
thousand
plus, and
dollars
plus,
and
y'all did it
whatnot.
on
You
a
balling.
Yeah,
significant
yeah,
day.
I didn't have the
Something
resources
that happened
then.
like
When
that.
it's been years since somebody did a pound to pay.
I didn't have the resources then either, bro. I took DoorDash money and drove there. And when I got there, I actually asked the community for money to get to put
I
gas in
don't
my
even remember.
car.
I don't even remember spending that much money. Like
I asked,
you know,
yeah.
$20.
Actually,
I bought
Zach
a
paid
meal
for shit. Zach
and
paid for
I
everybody to
paid
eat dinner.
transportation.
bro,
I
you're in New York though, bro. You're already there.
It's
But
if I if I plan,
you still need money, bro, to travel, bro. Like
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
you
Zach
proving my
paid for
point.
his. You
You
still,
proving my
yeah, because
point.
I had
I
to
know, but
pay
I'm saying
tolls and all that shit.
I still made it happen. Is what I'm saying. Like I didn't have to go. I didn't have to do that.
no, you
Yeah,
didn't.
bro. And just because somebody don't attend there, bro, don't mean they're not down with the cause, bro. It's people
What
that
it's gonna take though, Topsy, to be honest with you,
is
that's what
as long as you pushing,
the
as
if
long
the whole community is broke.
as
Guess
long as
what?
you
There's nothing that's gonna change.
as long as you're attempting to spread the knowledge, it don't matter how you do it.
It doesn't matter, Topsy. You
No, it
actually for
don't,
change.
man.
You're not asking
If
for
it,
spread, you're not asking to spread the knowledge. You're asking for change.
well,
You're
how
asking to
come
bring
nobody has
it down.
how come nobody has done another pound of pavement movement if it's so effective? Then
Well,
come on, man.
there's a lot of egos, right? A lot of crews divided, right? There's a lot of people who were probably at that gathering who are not getting along anymore. That's one problem.
But it's a lot of people that are getting along though. So what about them?
Well, that's what
Oh,
I'm gonna say.
when I made three announcements to gather up, and only one person showed up to one of those gatherings.
That's
And
crazy.
the other two times I had to go by myself. That was when Kobe died. I had to go to Philly by myself,
And
and
you know what I think that is? It's because
the city I had to go by myself. So I
you,
made
you,
videos
you-
and I was saying, "Listen, who wants to gather up? Nobody shows up. I'm gonna force them."
and I think that's because most people in this community they're not willing to really be boots to the ground with this. I think this is more so entertainment for most people in this community.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you really want change, then you have to make it happen. Go get a loan
Yeah,
or something. If you need 50,
and
$60,
that's why I start that's why I start racking my brain about it.
that's what I'm saying. If you don't want change, then you just don't want change. You can't stop. You gotta stop making excuses. Because guess what?
I used to get in full blown arguments with people about
Homeless
this.
people, you know what? When they're hungry, they don't make excuses. They go and collect cans and they gather enough cans so they can get a meal. You gotta make it
Yep.
happen. You gotta make it happen.
Yep.
But that's again, what if some people it's not that serious for some people? Some people just look at this as entertainment.
Why are you worried about that though? You need to
What you mean?
find the
Why worried
people
about it?
who
I'm explaining
you
why
need to
most people
find
don't
the people
participate. I'm
you need to
explaining why most
find
people don't participate.
you need to find the
Yeah,
people
I
who
don't look
will
at this as
participate
entertainment.
then, bro.
I think this is like real
I think most
knowledge.
people in this community look at it as entertainment, though. I
Well,
think that's
go
why you
find the
don't see
people
more
who
support.
don't. Find the people who
Like
don't
every time I
and
hear
build with
about
that.
Gematria and I know about it especially after I watched the movie They Live, that's how I feel. I live my life now. The Gematria is the classes for me.
And EV, out of everybody what's in your circle, family and friends, how many people outside of you study gematria?
I only know who I'm talking to right now, who I see right
Exactly,
now.
exactly. And
I ain't
that's
gonna lie
most
to you.
people in this community, bro. Most people in this
Anytime,
community, they're the only
All right.
ones that
Let's
studies
ask you
gematria
something.
within their circle.
anytime,
How many people you think are into conspiracy and are into like exposing the
the
cabal?
truth. Well,
A lot of
when
people,
like
a lot of
when
people.
Exactly.
a
So
lot, because when I
even
start
people who never even heard of gematria. Gematria is just a layer.
Right. But they
Exactly, and
always
that's why I
say
don't understand why I don't understand why we be trying to make it seem like this is the end all be all.
We
it's
Why
can't
do we
even
not.
try to
worry
make
about
it seem like this is the end all be all?
It's not. It's
It's
definitely
not.
not.
It's so many layers to this.
It is.
I see.
Listen,
So I'm talking
bro.
about it's so many channels on YouTube that talk about this stuff, bro. I can give you a handful of channels that be talking about this shit, bro. And they don't use it. They don't talk about gematria, bro. They use other angles.
Yeah. They use astrology. They use Chinese astrology. They use regular numerology. It's the
Gematria is
same
not the
thing.
end all be all.
It's not. It's not. It's definitely not.
All right, so we'll figure this shit out because I do think we need to have these discussions more often because
Exactly, bro. There's nothing wrong with it, and ain't nobody got to be offended or nothing, bro. This is what it's
I
about.
don't I don't remember offending you because you've been saying the same thing for 3 hours and I ain't offend you not once. So and for me to offend you, you have to say
No,
something.
I'm just speaking in general. I ain't talking about just you. I'm
All right.
speaking in general. People that get offended say Topsy a clown and all of this and that.
Oh
That's
no,
cool, bro. I'll be a
the
clown,
thing
bro.
is,
But at the end of the day, I'm still gonna have my opinion, my nigga. I'm
yeah,
still gonna have my opinion. It ain't gonna change.
saying Gematria is not consistent. It's definitely a clown remark, even if
Yeah,
maybe
I'll be more specific. You can't
Right.
win.
Right.
You
Right.
can't win
Right.
consistently using gematria.
Okay. Okay. Now, when it comes to winning and losing, yeah, it's not consistent, but the decoding part is consistent.
It's consistent. I give you that. Yeah, it's
It's all
consistent.
across the board.
It's not a
Even with the
coincidence that John Harbaugh was fired on 180 wins and he'll
right,
pick up his 181st win with New York Giants equals 181. No way that's a
exactly.
coincidence.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I give you that.
I'm happy
But
you.
to be able to
So
win consistently with it, no, I don't think you can win consistently with it.
Well, you don't have
yeah.
to bet every day. That's what I said in the opening. My opening statement was try to avoid betting every day. Just wait for the
Yeah, I
next.
don't bet every day, bro. I don't bet it. It's probably been like a month since the last time I bet. I
Yeah,
don't bet
Yeah.
every day. I'm really waiting on football.
I'm just waiting for the Thunder to win the championship, and then I'll collect a little nice little paycheck, and I'm good. I'm good until whenever I see something else that's really solid.
Right.
Facts.
Right. You see, so when it's like that, then yeah, it could be consistent. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah, if you're not a
bet on the
degenerate.
truth,
If you're
yeah,
not a degenerate, if you're not betting every day, yeah.
right, right. And then you
Pound
win, and then
pavement
you can say,
movements
"Oh
ain't
yeah,
gonna
it's
change nothing,
consistent."
bro.
Because I only
All
bet
right,
when I know I'm gonna win.
let's talk about that for a little bit. You think pound and paper is not going to do anything, to, Ojo?
I don't think pound pavement
I think
movements
it
is
would.
gonna do nothing. And I'm
I
saying that
it
because
might cause people some consequences and harm,
Yeah.
but
okay, but this what I'm saying.
I
I don't
think
think
pound and pavement does make a
I just feel
difference.
like if there's 1,000 people
okay.
just they saying something, people are going to be like, "Why are those people there?"
Oh, then
The
it's going to
reason
be a
why I
viral
don't
internet moment. If 1,000 people who thinks with the same like mind and trying to expose what's really going on, yeah, it's going to be viral on the internet. 1,000 people,
the reason why it don't work is
because
because
you got stupid shit
oh
that
man.
go viral on the internet, and in this
Yeah,
case,
like
it wouldn't
today,
be
one of those
stupid.
today one of those streamers. I don't know. I don't know his name. I think it was either I Show Speed or one of those guys. He was here in the Bronx, and there was like 400 people chasing his car,
Right,
and that was
Weirdos.
viral.
How
That was
come it
viral.
didn't go viral when Conor McGregor talked about it? Then he do a gematria decode.
they
He got
don't.
millions.
But he didn't speak about Gematria. He wrote about Gematria.
He
There's
wrote
different.
about it.
He
Yeah,
didn't. He didn't make a video explaining how it works and how his wedding was all ritualistic. He didn't go into that. People are reading it and not even they're just liking the pictures because they
Yeah,
like
he
the
probably
wedding.
ain't even post
They
that
don't
But
shit.
even know what they're reading.
there are
nah.
some streamers that have talked about gematria. There's one black dude, young black dude. He got a decent following. He made a rap song about gematria.
Jalen Brown just talked about gematria.
Yeah,
That's
Jalen
what I'm
Brown
saying. Like,
Listen,
said he
bro.
said he uses
so why ain't it
Gematria
going viral then?
Pound pavement movements
because
ain't
people
gonna
don't
work,
know what they're
bro.
talking
And the
about.
reason why is
They don't know what that.
because
They don't even know. They don't understand what he's saying.
You know what I think it is? I think some people feel like they need a little bit more proof than just numerical alignments. I don't think that's enough for some people.
I think people brainwashed to not give a fuck. But
But
this what
it's
I'm
Nah,
easy.
saying,
It's
bro.
like
Pound
1, 2,
pavement
3.
movements
How
don't work because we
I
watching
don't like.
them
That's why I don't
because
ignore
get
you
us.
why
saying
people
because
don't understand
this
it.
is ultimately what gematria is. Gematria is saying, see, look at these numbers, see how this aligns with this, and this word equates to this. That means that there has to be some type of secret cabal controlling things behind the scenes nefariously. That's not enough for some people. Some people need a real smoking gun to believe it, bro. That's just the reality of it. Do I believe it? Yes, but some people need a little bit more than that,
And
bro.
that's what I've been saying. They too comfortable, everybody
Yeah,
too
but
entertained.
if you have these type of discussions, then you don't really need the smoking gun. Because guess what? One of the times when I pounded pavement right after Kobe died, a lot of the people that was there never heard of the word gematria, but I was telling them like, look at all these 41s. Name equals 41, blah blah blah. and they started listening. Like, oh shit, this is interesting. And then I asked them the question, like, can you really? Are you guys really convinced that he died in that helicopter crash? I mean, did you guys see anything? And people started putting two and two together, like, oh shit, you know what? It is kind of fishy. But the Gematria helps them confirm it, like, okay, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. These words equal this, and this number showed up here, here, and here. If you have a discussion with people, it will definitely raise some eyebrows and make people ask questions.
Yep.
I think some people don't even need that though, bro. Like I remember looking through the comments when Kobe first died on major platforms, whether it's ESPN, Fox, whatever it was, and people were saying that was fishy that Kobe died, bro. Right when or the Lakers won the championship, or just the fact that he died. A lot of people were saying, man, something is fishy about that shit.
If you don't
Like
think we
something
make a difference, you gotta
people
explain
already suspect.
why are so many. Why is it such a viral thing now that these athletes are using the word script? Oh, the script. That was
Right.
not
That's not new though. That's not new though. They've been doing that.
Yeah, but they
not
never
going
used,
on
nah,
before
they
us,
never used to
dog.
say
All
that.
this community
Yeah,
that was
they never
not
used to
going
say
on,
that.
man. That was
Yeah.
not
They never
happening.
used to say what,
The
Script.
then
script.
they,
You heard Dennis Rodman say the script or
Yeah.
bro.
Scottie Pippen? They
I've
never
heard
used
people
those
say that
terms.
before, bro. Before this
What
movement,
about
I've heard people say
players?
that.
Actual players talk about how the games are scripted. You never heard them say any of that.
Recently,
And
yes.
it's been
Recently.
happening recently, yes, now. But I'm talking about like the players before
Nah.
2013. Have you even later than that, even before Kobe died in 2019, you never even heard players say that shit.
Never.
Yeah, I've heard. When the Patriots lost to the Giants, I heard people say that.
Players?
Not players.
I ain't hear nobody say that like in the
Hell
90s,
no. They just
early
Bro,
started.
matter of fact, it was a reporter that said something about
Yeah, the
how
reporters. I'm talking about the actual players.
of the
Like they
players.
making it a trending thing now to say that the games are scripted and make fun of it. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah, they had these people say that shit.
oh
and
this
you
is
know what's
Kanye come
crazy.
out every 2 months saying some bullshit.
But see that right there is kind of contradicting though, because one
He
minute
a part of it.
y'all will say that these players have to sign NDAs and they're not allowed to say so,
no, but
and
they're
then you
using it. They're saying it in a
I ain't saying
mocking way.
all that.
They're
I
saying it
know
to
that
try
them
to
niggas a
dismiss
part of it.
that it's actually scripted. You
Right.
get it?
what
Nigga,
you mean?
Cat Williams a part of it,
Well,
but he's sitting here
they're
acting
making
like he
fun of
not.
the scripting. They're like, oh yeah, the games are scripted, blah blah blah.
They're
But they're doing it in
trolling,
a mocking way.
basically. Right. They're trolling,
Yeah,
basically.
they're
Yeah,
I
these
trolling.
definitely
niggas a
believe that.
part of it, dog.
I definitely believe they was trolling when they said that when that 22 video you made or showed, they was
Yeah, that's
definitely
what I'm
trolling
saying.
on that.
Before you would never see a video like that be made.
Yeah. And I think LeBron led the first time he went to the finals with the Cavs, he was 22 years old.
Yeah, you
Right.
wouldn't see videos like that be made. Now they're obviously trolling us now, talking about
Yeah.
numbers and shit, and why numbers is the reason the teams don't
Yeah.
win. You
Yeah,
never
they
Exactly.
see
Look
wasn't
at
doing
the
videos
that.
like
actor
that,
They
they
bro.
wasn't doing
used
that.
for that
Yeah.
clip.
But because
Look
the
at the
internet
actor
is
they used
so
for that fucking
accessible
clip.
and
Who
everybody is
was that? Who
starting to,
was that?
gain the knowledge, they just do videos like that now.
Yeah, I definitely think they be trolling.
Yeah, they're trolling. They're trolling.
Look at
Yeah.
the actor they
Also,
used
But
for
that
that
right there
clip,
tells you
bro.
that tells you though that they're not worried about us, bro. Because if they were, they wouldn't do stuff like that.
no, they're mocking us. They are worried, but they're mocking us to try to dismiss anybody coming across our information. Be like, oh yeah, this is that shit that ESPN was talking about. Oh, this is the shit Jim Carrey was talking about. They're mocking us.
Yeah, they're smart. Like they're really like
Yeah, they're
geniuses.
clever. They're like, okay, so if anybody comes across this and think that this is, let's turn it into like a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the way they get up
When
day
anybody
in,
talks about it, it will look like a joke.
the way they get up every day in, day out without hesitation, bro. Like they don't seem to be concerned with us at all, bro. They do this shit without hesitation.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
And-
they're I wouldn't say they not concerned. They're concerned because if they wasn't concerned, then they wouldn't put out a video out like that to troll us if they was concerned. But they knew
yeah,
it was gonna
exactly.
happen.
If
And
we
look at
matter
the
at all
actor
these
they
people,
used for the clip.
why would they even make a video? Why would they make a movie and put in Zach's quote in the movie? Like,
Right.
why even do that if they have no concerns about us?
Nah, they have concern. They concerned.
That one right there,
No.
I'm still not convinced on that one. I listened to that video over and over. I couldn't hear what they was saying. Everybody was saying what he was saying,
You see,
Topsy, you be on some
this is what I
bullshit,
mean about
bro.
you, man.
but I didn't hear it, bro.
Oh,
I didn't hear
You
that.
be on some bullshit, bro. You
You on some
believe in
bullshit.
them
You
people?
gotta
Topsy
let
on some
Topsy.
bullshit.
You gotta let Topsy be Topsy, man. Because
But
you
I'm
can't
not
tell.
even
You
being.
can't tell.
I'm being honest with you though, bro. I didn't hear
No,
it.
you can't expect someone to think how you want them to think. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
This
But he's
is
Thank
saying,
his
you.
opinion.
no.
Everything he's saying this opinion. It's not
No, no,
even
no, no.
factual.
Edie, what he's saying is in the movie, in that movie, he's saying that they
Eatington.
didn't use Zach's quote in the beginning.
No, I'm not saying he didn't. I'm saying I couldn't hear it.
Oh, but it sounds like Zach. That's all I
Bro,
gotta say. It
on my
sounds like
son's
Zach.
life, I
We
couldn't
all
hear it,
know.
bro. On my son's life, I couldn't hear it.
All right,
God
that's
said,
you,
bro,
bro.
God
You
said,
couldn't hear it.
he said Gematria is the
Niggas
practice of
heard
putting numbers into words. There's nobody in the world that says that.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
else.
Zach.
Yeah, I couldn't
That's
hear
Zach.
that, bro. I
Oh,
couldn't hear that.
I
I'm
heard
just
it,
being honest
nigga.
with you. I can sit here.
heard it.
I can sit here and
Fuck.
lie to you, bro, for the sake of like not being in a contrarian. But I'm being honest with you, bro. I couldn't hear that, bro.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
heard
well
it.
I'm
that's
just being
cool,
honest.
nigga. I heard the shit.
I heard
we
it.
all
So
heard
he
it.
make a
I'm not
lot of
denying that. I'm
statements
not
as if he
denying
be
that he didn't
debunking
say that.
something.
I'm saying that I couldn't hear that, bro.
All right, well, what is that? Debunking it because you ain't hear it? Like,
It's
I
not
don't like
debunking it.
you
It's just giving my
No,
honest
making
that's
opinion.
just
statements
his. That's his. Yeah, that's his
It's
opinion. That's his
exactly,
opinion.
bro. Thank you,
and
man. Thank
you
you for
making
understanding,
Nah,
bro.
statements
it's
as
That's
his
just
if
my
you
honest
opinion.
debunking
opinion,
All
bro.
stuff,
right,
bro.
let me
Just
play
not
it.
you
Let me
ain't
play it so
hear
you
it
can
don't
hear it.
mean nothing.
How
That's
many
my
times you
honest
heard it?
opinion. I'm not finna sit here and be a yes man or lie to kick it.
Yeah,
That's how I feel. I
No,
didn't hear it, bro.
Well, you didn't hear it, but it was heard by countless others.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm saying I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, but when
All
you
And I'm
right,
say
not
but
I
going to
didn't
agree.
hear
it,
it,
I'm
but
not
it
going to agree
happened,
because
bro.
everybody else said that they heard it.
right.
Well,
You.
that's cool,
you
but it
make
We
it
all
happened.
seem
grown
like
men
it didn't
here.
happen.
We could all agree to disagree. If he say he
Thank
didn't
you.
hear it, then you just gotta respect
Well,
it. That's
he
it. I
didn't
know I
hear it,
heard
but
it.
the shit happened.
It did happen though, Topsy.
I'm
Yeah,
not
just
denying
because
it,
you
bro.
ain't
I'm
hear
not
it, don't
denying it.
mean
I'm
it
not
didn't
denying that
happen.
it didn't happen.
The thing is, when you say I didn't hear it, you're making it seem like there's still it's
No,
questionable.
I'm not, bro. When I say I didn't
Nah.
hear it, I just didn't hear it.
Like
That's
you
just
That's
trying
it's
to
that's
simple as
debunk
that.
it.
All right.
yeah. That's
It's
Like
just
you
simple as
trying
that,
to
bro. I didn't
debunk
hear it.
it.
Why would I sit here and lie?
But you
Just
said
for the
no.
sake of
You said you heard it multiple times and you didn't hear that part.
no, I didn't. I said I listened to the thing multiple times and I couldn't hear what everybody else is saying, bro. I didn't hear it. I couldn't hear that. I couldn't make out what he was saying.
You want me to play for you? I can play for
Yeah,
you.
play it.
Oh.
That was established. It was 1956. Of course, that was the year Tom Hanks was born, the first celebrity with the virus.
Okay, do you hear the guy giving out a 56 decode?
I heard him say Tom Hanks.
Did you hear him say 56?
Nah, run it back.
Oh man, what's going on, Topsy? I don't know.
Of course, they keep looking at that lab in Wuhan, China. If you look at that lab in Wuhan when that was established, it was 1956. Of course, that was the year Tom Hanks was born, the first celebrity with the virus. Mr. Sleepless in Seattle.
If you value your life, you should think twice. Because the people of Eddington like guns.
Your pain is not a coincidence. You are not a coincidence. We are not a coincidence.
And I'm speaking now to deny my husband's announcement yesterday, which was false.
Eddington, New Mexico, despite its meager population, is quickly being co-opted in online circles. I'm ready to continue leading our town and fighting the pandemic and the racial and economic.
Okay, what did you hear?
Not nothing about Gematria.
Yeah, I actually ain't hear it on that time.
Wait, he said,
Come on, man.
okay, this is what I heard. He said the lab in Wuhan, China was the word.
I heard that.
It was established in 1956.
I heard that.
He also mentioned how that was the same year that Tom Hanks was born.
I heard that.
Why would he be making those connections? I mean, that's a decode. That's a decode.
Nah. Y'all said he said something about Gematria, bro. I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he said Gematria is the practice of calling numbers into words.
I didn't hear that.
All right, let's see if I can play it. You have to. It's in the background, so they speak louder than the actual. Saying.
Yeah, they double the voices.
So are you telling me that when I put the caption on, it's gonna say that?
Nah.
When I go watch the movie and put the caption on, it's gonna say that?
Looking at that lab in Wuhan, China. If you look at that lab in Wuhan when that was established, it was 1956. Of course, that was the year Tom Hanks was born, the first celebrity with the virus. Mr. Sleepless in Seattle.
Mr. Sleepless in Seattle. I mean, that's exactly how Zach talks. Zach calls him Mr. Sleepless in Seattle.
Yeah, the dude sounds like Zach a little bit, but I want to hear him say something about Gematria.
Because the people of Eddington like guns.
Your pain is not a coincidence.
Right there, right before that,
he just said it.
Yeah,
right. I heard that.
They doubled it when they were saying two different things.
They got it on Netflix. I'm gonna go back and watch the movie right after we done with this live stream. I want to try to see if I can hear it myself.
Not a coincidence. You are not a
You
coincidence.
didn't hear it? You just said it.
Right
Oh, I did
there.
hear that.
He
I
said,
think I
yeah,
heard it that
yeah.
time.
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
heard it
he
that
said,
time.
he doubled it. Yeah.
yeah, he said
Yeah, I think I
Gematria.
heard
heard
it that
it.
time.
Yeah.
They doubled the verses,
Yeah,
different
they made it. They
verses.
made it real sick. They try to cover it up with the other voice.
Yeah,
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 they
I heard it that
sick
time.
with this shit, bro.
And the fact
Sick.
he called Tom Hanks Mr. Sleepers in Seattle. Like, only Zach calls him that.
And the way
Tom
he
Hanks
said that, the way
Tom
he
Hanks
said,
made hundreds of movies.
and
But
his voice inflection when he said Wuhan, China, that sounds just like Zach.
how many people
Yeah.
refer to Tom Hanks as Mr. Sleepless in Seattle? Nobody refers to Tom Hanks like that. That's a
Yeah,
Zach thing.
I think I definitely heard it that time though. No cap.
Yeah. All right.
Listen,
All right, man. I
man, this
appreciate
shit
you guys.
going.
Maybe we'll do this tomorrow too. Have another
All
discussion.
right, truth.
All right,
Thank you.
Y'all
bro.
be safe, man. Stay
You too,
Yeah,
man.
dangerous.
yep.
Y'all
Too.
be safe.
Appreciate everybody. Have a good one.
All right. Later.